He said, hey, look. He said, hey, look. He said, hey, 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 hey.
Welcome to the Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derrick Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another installment of the Snark Tankius Podcastus. This is episode I don't know, don't care. Before we get into this, please, if you guys would, go to patreon.com/snarktank, become a $5 member. I mean, there's a $1 one, but I think $5 is where you really get your value. I'd really appreciate that. We got snarktank.shop. We got some cool merch. I'm going to be dropping some pretty soon. I would appreciate that very much so. Do it because I am the law. I will arrest you if you don't do it. So we got Kingston here, and we also have
Hi, it's me, the Green Goblin.
we have the Green Goblin here.
Hi.
The Green Goblin has joined us.
Yeah, Chris is sick.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Green Goblin, for joining us. I've been chasing you for quite some time, because I'm the law.
Yeah, I figured I'd give up.
I really appreciate it, that if you would come in handcuffs, you would come with me in my squad car after this, and you're agreeing, right?
And, well, no, I came to talk. I'm not going to, go to jail.
But I thought you said you were going to give up. That's kind of
This is more of like a gesture. Ow!
Hey, don't.
That's his
Hey, Darky, don't antagonize him. I'm going to have to arrest you for...
Darky is
You're
crazy.
not gonna arrest the murderer, the legit murderer.
You waving your hand is actually making me very nervous. Dude, don't ever do that to a cop. You're just asking to die.
What I do is when a cop pulls me over, I show them my wallet quickly with a jerking motion.
That's so crazy. That's probably a TikTok trend.
It will be.
The fucking cop challenge or whatever. See how long you can survive getting
Shot dead by cops challenge.
Yeah. See if you can. See if you can move really quickly without getting shot.
Who's going to fail next?
Do you know why I pulled you over?
Crazy. Oh my fucking God.
That's such a waste of life. They would just get killed so fast. They'd be like, whoa, that was not funny. It was
Damn, only 6 seconds. that was nothing.
Sub 4 seconds. I got murdered by cops. Sub 4 seconds.
They're trying to see. Oh my God. They're trying to get like.
That's a ritual. That's a ritual to summon something evil.
Like, can you do sub 3? Is that possible? Like, as
Sub
soon
3
as they get
seconds?
to the window, like, how would you do that? You're at the cops at the window.
You gotta put your weapon out immediately.
You have to, like-
It's prep time.
Yeah, you have to just do the finger gun thing. Just be like that, and then I think
I hope you can convince people.
yeah. I think that's enough for a cop though, because I saw one that a black dude turned around too quickly and he started shooting at him. He took a shot
Remember
at him.
the acorn?
The acorns.
That is I think that is the most insane thing ever.
Acorn, what do you mean?
I think, look, the acorn is insane. You remember the acorn?
I mean,
The
I
acorn
remember
fell.
many acorns.
Remember the company Acorn? No, no, we're not talking about the company
right,
Acorn
right.
at all. We're actually not talking about the
Oh,
company
okay.
at all.
Well, that was
I know. I totally.
very believable.
It was. This was you remember the Acorn hitting the squad car and the cop thinking he got shot.
And started
Oh,
firing.
right,
at
right,
He did
nothing.
a tumble
right.
and started shooting at the car that was pulled
He
over.
did a fucking Max Payne barrel roll.
like he was like that.
Do a
Like, he
barrel
was
roll.
he was really like what made it funny is that like they think like in their minds they're like we are fucking badass. They think they're like the SWAT. They're like I'm gonna do a barrel roll. Like I'm not gonna just light. If I have a gun, you're gonna roll and I'm gonna light you up and you're gonna finish the roll dead.
Yeah. What's so crazy about that guy is he did go to Afghanistan, but he didn't see combat, if I remember correctly. So like we were all thinking, oh, clearly he has like hardcore PTSD for something like that to happen. Well, he didn't actually he was like maybe adjacent to the action, but he never actually. So what's really his excuse for thinking he got shot? Because that's to me, it's like hearing a shot and then maybe diving or something like, what the fuck? But this guy was like, oh, I'm shot. And he said he was getting numb. And I'm like,
That is crazy.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he is insane.
Crazy.
And I guarantee you he's still working. I'm sure he's just at a different precinct. So.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Well, yeah.
They just moved him around to like the town that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's cleaned out the town of anyone who's a shade darker than, a brownie. He's like, all right, we got to start somewhere. Good work. Now we're going to move up to Oreo. We're going to move up to Chips Ahoy cookies. We're just going to, it's the shade. So anybody in this, that milk chocolate kind of, make sure they're gone.
Yeah.
And then we'll move to the Twinkies.
Yeah.
We'll just start full on killing white folks eventually.
Yeah, well, it'll always get back to that. It'll be like, you're Irish, right?
You're right. He starts
Italian,
French, anything that's not
everything
English.
Everything else is too obvious.
French is so white though. I think that's such
that's
an
the weird thing.
arbitrary thing. It's like, Irish people are literally
at a certain
white,
point.
White's not really about skin color.
It's clearly
really,
not.
Which is funny
because Irish are clearly, a lot of them are
clearly like you just said
porcelain, right?
Yeah,
a lot of Irish are like porcelain.
It's so insane. It's like what it takes having like an intelligence of a 4-year-old to understand how stupid that shit is.
I guess
it's.
I think it's pretty cool.
I guess I don't know.
I think it's pretty cool, dude.
I think racism is funny as fuck.
I've never been 4, so.
What do you mean?
Huh?
How old were you when you were born?
No, you skipped 4.
Yeah, I just skipped it.
Yeah.
I just thought like I'm not doing.
You were 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have that thing when you were a kid where like you would have the same birthday again?
No, what the hell are you talking about?
I remember
always. Yes. It's always on the same day.
No.
No,
I remember. I can't remember if it was like a good luck thing or something, but I remember specifically one year. It was like I remember what year. It was like 8. It was like 7, 8, or 9. It was one of those years. But like I got the cake and it said the age that I was already on it, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And she was like, "Oh, it's good luck to celebrate this number. So we're just gonna do this number again." And I was like, "But I'm not, but I'm older." And she was like, "Oh yeah."
Your parents bought a stockpile of cakes, and they wanted to use the cakes.
So they kept it.
Yeah, they bought a cake
They
stockpile.
freeze
That's
the
what
cakes?
happened.
What are they freeze?
They were like,
freeze
we
them?
got a deal on 4 cakes.
So they
We
bought
got a deal on 4.
So they bought 4 cakes that said "Happy 7th birthday."
Yeah.
And they were like, we got to use these out, boy. It's good luck. And your dumbass was like, yeah, I want good luck.
Even though the number is just on a candle,
You can just buy a
and
fucking
you can just buy
candle.
new candles.
What was on the candle? They had one candle.
I think that's probably that's probably more likely.
That made more sense if you would have said the candle. Because I thought it was decorated with the happy birthday on it.
No,
Right,
it's like
right.
that was
was
like the
more
number.
context.
No, it was the normal. Well, you just assumed a lot of context.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
also true.
That's true.
But yeah, it was like the number like 7 again, or like 8. I can't remember what number it was.
Okay.
But it was probably just like they just didn't have another candle.
They weren't.
They're
Buying.
just too lazy to fucking go down the street and go get one.
Nah,
go
I
get
get
an
it.
8.
That's
I
kind of
get
the thing. Like that's what makes me, because I don't foresee, like I don't see them being that lazy or that careless, because they cared about every other birthday except for that one. It doesn't make sense. So like I do think like my aunt genuinely convinced them that like, oh, this is like a good luck thing, and they're like, yeah, fucking whatever. He doesn't care.
Is your aunt into like? Is she into like? First of all, is she a gambler, or is she like into the median shit? Like, is she into that stuff?
No, she works for the CIA.
That's so much worse.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't like superstitious people having jobs like that.
Can you imagine?
What makes it insane is that those people
Yo,
are like
so
already
many-
on the verge of sociopathy, like most of them actually. And it's just like, yeah, this one was around me as a kid, sculpting me into being a little psychopath. Like, Chris, remember, don't express your emotions. Huddle them in. You express hate. Remember that, Chris. Keep
true.
them inside.
Remember that.
Be mad.
Yeah,
remember that.
I don't like that.
Yes,
Your-
auntie,
your aunt-
I love you.
Your aunt scares me. She's like the type of person that would like roll like a D20 to make decisions or something. She's like, oh, fuck it. All right.
Doesn't everybody do that?
Now I'm gonna-
I'll let God take the wheel.
what a crazy.
I feel
I
like I kind of low key do that.
I
to
hope
be
my
honest.
next. No, you don't.
I think so.
No one does that.
You don't roll
Well,
a d20.
not no one does that. Not no one. Not
no.
no one.
He's talking about.
Like what? What?
You're
okay.
talking about literally, I think. Like, I think literally. Opposed to here,
Even
Chris is like,
figuratively. What does that mean? What do you mean?
It means, what do you mean? It just figuratively just means like weighing decisions, no?
No, that's absolutely not what rolling the dice means.
I mean, it kind of is because you can't be certain of any outcome,
that is-
so you just kind of have to assume like what will be the best.
Yeah, but
no,
like,
that's not what dice does, though.
I understand, but like never mind.
I realize it.
It's just not. It's not a good analogy because that's just like completely taking
It's not a
any
perfect
agency
analogy.
out
I'm not
of your
saying it's a good
hands.
analogy. I'm saying there is because there is no certain outcome of the future. To me, everything is a dice roll. Like there's no actual.
You're right. Tangentially, like oh yeah, essentially yeah, everything is a dice roll.
On a technicality, like even if you get shot in the face,
might
you
make
could
it.
actually roll a
might dodge
d20
it.
and fucking live.
Right, but because
or
that is
dodge it. We get a 20.
Wait,
well, then you would just well then that.
this
It's on your head. And you're like, what?
Well, that would be the gun would jam.
yeah.
That would be that situation,
There's
which
the
has
logic.
happened.
There's the logic I was looking for. It's happened way more times than not.
Yeah.
Just a shitty gun, unmanaged, just jamming, and then people being saved because of that.
If you would win $10 billion, but you had to play Russian roulette with 4 bullets,
no,
no,
Yeah.
I would absolutely.
the odds. Are you talking about in a chamber of 6?
Yeah, 100%. I'd do it.
I would do it if I could take the bullets out of the gun.
I would do it. I would do it if I was in no danger. Would you do it with 5 bullets? Would you do it with 1 bullet?
You know what? So Russian roulette.
So just Russian roulette.
Yeah. So Russian roulette. No. To me, I don't like those odds. You know, somebody told me
I
a long
like
time.
them. I like them a lot. In fact, I'm thrilled thinking
Yeah,
about
but that's
it.
because you win either way.
Oh yeah, because you either get
Yeah,
to
you got
cease
me.
to exist or you have a lot of money. Yeah, true.
You got me, yeah.
There's plenty of people that would take those odds.
You get to put Lily through hell, basically.
I get to just ruin the girl that loves life
Yeah.
and make all my family. and friends-
Lily, look.
or you,
Watch this.
you figure out for whatever reason, like she hated you for some reason. She just
I want to figure it out. You got to figure it out. I'd be.
oh, yeah,
gone.
you would figure you'd be long gone. But like for some reason she is just ecstatic. She all of a sudden just starts like buying like castle type shit and just like she's been sitting on piles of money and you're just not doing anything with you with it.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What's up?
Yeah.
Do you guys? I don't know if you guys watched Animal Planet as much as I did when I was a kid.
I watched it a little bit.
Decent amount.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that show with the green holograms?
Where like an animal would pop out and it'd be it'd be like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it'd be like a sort of like a grid-like hologram of it.
Yeah, so like
I remember seeing that.
There was
actually.
there was a show called I think World's Most Extreme on Animal Planet, where the idea was that they would find like here's the most poisonous snake or whatever, and then they would just do like this weird kind of 22-minute like mini, not documentary, but like an info, like a Bill Nye the I was gonna say the Bill Nye the Entertainment guy is what I was gonna say, Bill Nye the Science guy kind of thing, but they would have these 3D animations where they would basically like the central premise was let's take these insane attributes of these insane animals and put them in people in holograms in like this 3D in this like fake
That
3D
sounds
world. It's really stupid because what you end up with is like if you Google right now some of the shit Animal Planet's Most Extreme, and the Google image results that you will find are insane. I urge everybody in the audience listening to do this as well. Because they would just be like, here's what a human would look like if their mouth was a Venus flytrap.
Oh, you mean
and they would
shit
just
like
be,
that. Okay,
and
never
it would just
mind.
be
Okay.
horrifying. There was this guy with a pig nose, I remember. It was like,
That's the first thing that pops up, the pig nose.
dude, it's crazy.
So it's just some like
It's
just some fat idiot essentially. You know how they always like everyone's like, "Oh, you pig, you
Yeah.
fucking pig," and then
dude. There's a million of them, and it's just like, let's
so
just make.
stupid. This is so dumb.
I don't remember that show being that stupid though.
Venus flytrap mouth.
On paper, it sounds really cool. I thought you just gave them the attributes.
They're just high out of their minds.
Imagine a human being ability to be able to run as fast as a cheetah with the strength of a gorilla.
What if Bill Nye the Science Guy was actually a rapist?
Yeah,
And
like,
then they,
yeah,
like-
it's
and
just
then
it's on Animal Planet for some reason.
And he's all they did is just put him in a position where he's like going, "Rawr."
What if you make Bill Nye a black person? and
Wait,
it's
why
like-
would this be on Animal Planet?
That's Animal Planet?
What if
Humans
Bill
are
Nye
animals.
was a serial murderer? Bill
Animals-
Nye,
humans
the
and-
serial murderer guy.
Animals are humans. Humans are animals.
Animals are not humans
are animals.
specifically.
Humans are animals. Something like that.
Humans are animals.
That's
You
true.
are correct.
We're not beasts though. No, we're definitely beastly.
I mean,
there are
we're
people that are
definitely
beasts.
plenty of beasts. Yeah,
We're definitely beastly.
there are beasts that
Who decide to call themselves Mister? So stupid.
so I call himself what?
Decide to call themselves Mister. He's Mr. Beast.
I fucking didn't
That was
know.
so
I didn't.
stupid.
It was so bad.
Like,
You guys didn't get
It just
I didn't even register that as like a potential outcome for that joke.
yeah.
I thought you meant like, oh, we're all just like literal beasts, and we call ourselves like Mr. fucking Maldonado or Mr. fucking Jameson as if we're not beasts. Is what I thought.
Yeah, well,
You
that
just-
too.
but you just meant literally Mr.
This
Beast.
Mr.
Yeah,
Beast. Do
he's
you
a
think that
beast.
guy? You know that guy Dog Pack that was like shitting on him. Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Did he name himself like he thinks he's like some sort of animal, and he was a part of Mr. Beast's crew? So he's like, I'm Dog Pack. Look at me, Dog Pack, and then he got rejected, and that's why he made all of this stupid
Is that,
fucking.
is that
videos.
real? Is that real?
I feel like it is. I don't have any evidence to go off of that.
I'm in fact, I'm making this up. I made this whole thing up.
But apparently, there's this guy. I don't know. He's foreign as fuck. This white foreign guy was like, Mr. Beast is he's not so bad, and this Dog Pack guy. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know where he's from. It beats me. But he made a video shitting all over that Dog Pack guy.
The prospect of somebody with a thick accent talking about internet drama is very weird to me.
It is. It feels very weird because I'm used to it either being specifically American dialects
Yeah.
or British.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
And so
feel like
It feels like
only-
everybody else is more concerned with like real things.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain. Like I feel like if I hear if I hear a Palestinian accent, they're probably or like they're probably not talking about Sabrina Carpenter. They're probably talking about like
no.
horrific shit.
look, she
that's
did
happening.
something inappropriate again on stage. Boom.
His living room disappears.
Like
Motherfucker
but
picks up his camera still.
bloodied, bloodied.
He keeps going.
Straddled up. Oh, sorry about that.
I do think it is
sorry
haram.
about that.
He apologizes.
He cares about his content.
I'm so
dude.
sorry about that.
Unlike all of us, he cares about his fucking content. He cares what he's putting out there, dude.
I care about my content.
Yeah.
I don't care about ours.
He cares about his content. Oh, sorry. Like I said, Sabrina Carpenter was doing very scam. Boom!
It's already off the
And
rails.
he's flying like fucking the giants in Skyrim. He's fucking just boom.
You can see him holding the fucking camera. Scared.
Wait, like he's up in
I
the air
don't know.
vlogging?
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to land.
No, he's not. He's just taking flung. He's like holding it. He's staying in frame. He's bracing for the fall. You see him close his eyes when he gets near the ground to brace for the fall. Boom.
And he survives.
Yeah.
He survives. And
Where does he land?
Where does he land? He lands.
He lands right at that river.
I can't. I was gonna.
He lands right at that river that they're blocking off.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
He lands at a checkpoint.
I was gonna get too morbid.
The point was,
What is he?
was that like I view
Free Palestine, man. Free
Yeah.
Palestine.
Yeah.
What's up?
The point is that like I kind of view like more modern like American dialects as more concerned with trivial shit.
Yeah.
So like it's weird for me to imagine like somebody like with a thick Sicilian accent, like Joe's Nona talking
Yeah.
about Mr. B. It seems impossible.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast is coming.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is
Hark!
is terrorizing Sicily. What do we do?
I feel like when I hear Italians, they never sound like that exactly.
Of course not, because that's
how
not
Mario
real.
sounds.
Well,
you know?
I guess
That's
it's
Mario.
That's
Yeah.
how Mario.
That's an
Italian.
Italian's interpretation. That's like
An American.
That's
Well-
a Japanese person's American interpretation of what an Italian sounds like.
Let's put it this way. A lot of those exaggerated accents are real, but very few and far between. Because like
They come from
you
something, yeah.
Think about like when people think about a Black American accent. Like they're always talking about like the Southern accent that is migrated,
Right,
And then
yeah.
somebody will do this super exaggerated version. But it's like, here's the thing: if you've been around enough Black gentlemen, there's one that like I can think of like a
Shit,
couple.
homie. I'm finna kill my wife.
That's like how I saw.
I like
this
That's
not my
that's OJ.
vernacular.
That's an OJ impression.
It's a very. I mean, that's yeah. Man, that's actually that checks out. It sounded like him too.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm Juice.
I'm Juice.
I'm about to kill this white bitch.
Did you see that he was like, I'm not black, like I'm OJ.
That's his most classic.
That's
thing.
profound, quite frankly.
Well, no, because it was asked of him right during the time of the
Murder.
riots. They were after Rodney King thing.
Oh yeah,
And he was like, "I'm not black, I'm OJ."
yeah, because he just hangs out with a bunch of like golf club like white people, and he's
Right.
like, this rich shit is my shit, and for for people to think that he didn't murder those people, it's like
It is really so
it's like,
crazy.
bro.
Come on,
There's no
bro.
way he wasn't at least involved. That is like
he was at the very least deeply involved.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And he initiated it. It had his.
I know that theory about like him covering for his son, but even that's the case. It's like
me,
you
I'm like,
still ultimately like.
Do you think anyone's son would be that passionate? Like the way, especially the dude.
It was
the
violently
way the
murdered.
dude was, yeah, like because like his head was almost hanging like off, you know, like
Jackpot.
and that's not what a
he had Ron Goldman looking like a Pez dispenser, dude. It's crazy.
dude. Pez, do they still make Pez
they
dispensers?
do.
Yeah, I have some.
Where?
I don't know, somewhere. I have them though. You want one?
You want
I got a
Pez?
Miles Morales one. I have and I think I have Dr. Phil.
You got a Bill. I was gonna say Bill Cosby, but that's the same
I
thing
got
to
a
me.
Mr.
That's the same thing to me.
I got a Mr. Beast one.
No way. They make a Mr. Beast Pez dispenser?
I'm lying.
Did they?
but I don't know
Oh,
That
the
sounds
name.
really believable.
I thought I was like he would do that.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is everywhere.
would do that.
He's on cookware. He's in like
He's on
little-
yo-yos.
He's on yo-yos.
He's on fucking
He's on
in the-
dialysis
he's
machines.
in the corner of the room right now. He's-
Mr. Beast iron lungs. He'd bring
I would buy a Mr. Beast dialysis machine.
yeah, I would too.
if I needed to go on dialysis, I would choose
Yeah.
Mr. Beast one.
Even
for
if I
sure.
didn't have to go on dialysis.
just a picture of him, just
just to have one.
you know that like that smile. Like,
Yeah, I can't even do it.
It's
I think you gotta like. I think you have to have murderous intent.
Yeah.
And then someone asks you to smile. Like basically the way to get in character.
If I put the Green Goblin mask on, I could do
Yeah.
it.
Have murderous intent, like you're thinking about murdering everybody who's lesser than you, because that's what he's doing all the time.
Right.
And then they ask you to smile.
I just,
who's lesser than you. That's
I mean, at a
so
certain point, it's like Jimmy never sticks around for like a lot of the shoots because he's always doing stuff, but that is someone who just doesn't care about anything or anyone that's happening.
Yeah.
He's just making sure that it's just going to finish.
he puts pennies in like those air guns and shoots them at homeless people and embeds them into their skulls.
And then the thumbnail is like, I gave
donated-
homeless people.
Yeah, I donated all of my pennies to homeless people.
And
And
it's
it's
one
just
guy
they're
whose
all
head is-
flying out of a fucking turret.
A fucking turret.
and there's one violently bruised homeless man on the floor.
Mr. Beast has the turret and then he fucking rips it off.
He fucking halos off the turret.
Dude, that shit was so cool.
Yeah.
That was one of the coolest things.
When I first
when I
did
was
that, it was crazy.
at 13 years old, that was the coolest fucking thing possible.
That was in 3,
That
right?
you
Yeah.
just rip it off the thing and run around with it. Dope as hell.
To me,
I
that
feel like
was
you never. I when I was younger, I thought it was so useless.
it's not very wise.
And
It's
then,
not. I
like,
mean, you're very compromised.
You're very vulnerable, but
slow,
it
but it's
feels-
like glass cannon shit, right?
yeah, but you
Yeah.
do a fuck ton of damage. I was like, you don't do real damage.
That was back when I feel like a lot of games really focused on. It was less about balance and more about like
Fun.
how fun things felt.
Yeah, fun.
Like there were definitely guns that you could pick up 2 of in that game where like you wouldn't even
No.
you could have 3 of these and they would be useless.
Right.
But like it just felt cool to shoot 2 guns at once and reload them independently and
I
run around with the turret.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely think PvP has ruined a lot of fun in games. because of that.
PvP and the internet, man. The
Well,
internet,
I mean,
internet is like
the internet,
serious.
yeah, 100%.
Well, the idea, not the PvP.
It goes hand in hand.
I understand what you
Totally,
mean, but I'm on the side of like, this thing is so broken. Look at this weird, insanely broken build.
But they're
thing.
only
And it's like-
complaining in PvP.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
Well,
I mean?
well,
Like,
yeah,
because like if
yes.
you're doing PvE, no one gives a shit.
Yeah,
You
everybody loves that shit.
Yeah, but then they're
that's-
like, "Oh, this is unfair," and I'm like, "Shut the
That's-
f-. Like,
that's
can we?
my-
Can I please have fun? Like, I just want to have fun.
That was-
I don't care.
That's what I
that
go
was the
through
issue.
in D&D.
That's what happened with Helldivers, and then they undid all of it. They like hyper balanced it for the highest tier players, and it's like most people aren't on that level. Like let the game be fun.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Profit fucking motives.
yeah.
Like
It has
all
really
those
destroyed things.
whales threatened to leave because shit's not fair. It's happening in so many games. It's actually I'm one of the OG YouTubers that played Raid for real.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But I didn't I didn't wail out because that's insane. But like, I understand why people hate gacha games because there's rich people who ruin the experience for a lot of people.
I can't get into them.
Bro, just
Never
today,
worked on me.
just today, I just heard 2 people left in one of the top clans in that game, and they spent on average $200,000.
What the fuck? Who are these people?
I don't know. I think a lot of them.
Who are these people?
I think a lot of them made their money in in crypto. I feel like a lot of these people who would play those type of games and spend that kind of money. Because I spent money when I was getting advertisements at first, so it balanced out. I'm like, oh, I'm going to invest money to grow my account so then they'll keep feeding me ads. And then at a certain point, they were just like, we're just only going to advertise on retards that don't actually play, that have large audiences. And I'm like, that will have no player retention. Yeah. Because whenever I advertise, people would stick in my game and they would join my clan. And they've made money off of people. And I would just tell people, hey, if you're going to spend anything, just buy small packs. Don't be retarded. Anyway, long story short, the game's completely fucking ruined because of the same assholes that spent probably millions, tens of millions of dollars all together, and they're crying about the top chest and stuff. I'm like, you guys are gay. Go fuck pussy, man. Fuck. Like, come on. I want to have fun with this game. My clan was fucking solid, and they nerfed so much shit, and they buffed the fuck out of this one clan boss, the Hydra clan boss. It's not fun anymore. They fucking ruined the game. Because they were all crying, it's not fair. This one champion's too OP. And I'm like, fuck you then. I don't care.
Yeah.
If they were fucking pussy, this would never be a problem.
Yeah.
It would never be, because they'd be like, oh man, this is really hard. I'm gonna go have sex with my girlfriend. Who cares?
I'm gonna go beat my dick till I fall asleep, wake back up and try again later.
At least that,
like everyone used to do.
If they had
like
fun,
we all used to do.
We used to be
fall asleep.
We used to be a proper country.
we would once upon a time. Well, I'll change. But
Is that a hot coffee?
It is not hot anymore.
Yeah, but it was.
It was.
I haven't had a hot coffee from a coffee shop in a while.
It was nice because it actually feels nice because I'm gonna be honest, it's actually a little cold right now.
Yeah, it's getting chilly. Finally.
I was like, what the? Yeah. So I was like, I wanna like 60 something degrees in my house. You walk out, you want to go warm up. And a coffee just right up the street. Good. Yeah. I was like really happy with it.
Not bad.
Yeah. That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, I'm not gonna say it.
That's why I'm here.
that's why you're here. Yeah, you are with your MrBeast joke and shit.
To bite on the dumb impulses that we all intentionally shove to the side.
I understand my purpose. You guys need me.
You're like a reverse goalie.
So what?
Come on in.
I guide them.
You guide the.
Come on,
guys. I'm the guy that breaks down the wall for everybody else to run in.
Oh yeah, like in Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was one guy.
The guy that he crashed his head into it.
He slammed his head against
when David Hasselhoff smashed his head in the Berlin Wall and broke it down.
He wasn't there, right?
He literally he broke the wall down.
Yeah, he's a hero. He's actually a
that's
hero.
That's why he's famous.
He's a hero in Germany.
That's actually what happened?
Yeah. He broke. Well, he didn't headbutt it, but like he took the wall down. That's why he's like what else has he done? The only thing he did.
Baywatch.
That was after.
And
really?
it's true. Baywatch was a '90s show.
Yeah.
That's why he became famous. Is that serious?
Well, he was. He's because look, man, I love how small the world feels sometimes until you see like foreign music and like say their numbers and Hasselhoff is a fucking rock star over there.
Chart top, yeah.
And you're like, what the? Your mind, it doesn't work. Like, say, there's a German metalcore band. Here we go, talk about metal. Now I can't. I'm self-conscious now. Because of the thing. But like, I look at their numbers on Spotify. They're getting like no traction in America. You look at their like numbers on social media, but then I look at their Spotify numbers. It's almost 200,000 monthly listeners because they're huge. They're German. They're a German band. They're huge in Europe. And I'm like, damn, that is, damn. Like I forget about that.
China, right?
I can't. Oh my god, my eye twitched. Are you're what? You're dumbass face. You're making a joke. Okay, you're making a joke. What? I actually not even sure anymore. My mind's.
He's getting good. He's getting good.
It's Malaysia, China above it, and then Germany, right?
So when you talk about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul,
yeah, that's right. Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul.
Mike
Weekend update. on Saturday Night I've had a really fun where they said, I can't remember what the joke was, but it was something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul teamed up last night to defeat everyone watching. And it was very accurate. I didn't watch it at all. I was watching American Dad instead.
You're having a blast with that shit, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I haven't watched dumb adult comedy in a while. So it's like it's really filling that void.
I see. Yeah,
But I was watching it, so I was like, and I was watching it, and I realized, oh, the fight's happening, and I thought I might check it out because I do have Netflix.
Yeah,
but then I thought,
that's why
I'll just wait.
That's why it's brilliant. Like there's sometimes I mostly hate monopolies and stuff because then it makes things worse. But I miss the days when Netflix was kind of like consolidated. And so everything was on like one platform.
Right.
And now that they're starting to live stream and they're going to get WWE very soon, I think in a couple of months. So I think at the beginning of January or something like that. And then
because I get to finally start watching wrestling again.
Right.
Finally start
and then
watching
like
men wrestle with each other.
Oh, no, I'm not watching for the men at all. I'm gay as fuck, but I'm not watching for the men at all. I'm watching it for
female
three particular women.
Yeah, he keeps talking about Nikita Leon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nikita Leon, freaking what you call it? The tall, the big one.
Oh, you're talking about Rhea Ripley?
Rhea Ripley
and Stephanie Hammervage.
Yeah. Dude, she's fire.
Yeah, Stephanie Hammervage is crazy.
Dude, like it's crazy that they just let her wrestle naked.
Yeah.
Where I was like, "This is crazy." Like they made the exception solely for her just because.
There's
she's
another.
hot.
I'm excited
really
for her next bout. It's gonna be really exciting.
Who's she wrestling?
I'm excited.
I was about to say something crazy. Listen,
Lily's gonna find me in the room watching that. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Kingston? Like, it's wrestling. I love it. And then they're just shaking their asses or something.
I'm just laughing full of maw laughing. Take a bite out of my desk.
Oh
but so Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul. Jake Paul won.
Jake Paul won. Look, if you weren't stupid, you knew Jake Paul would win. Like, right? If you weren't stupid, because there was people that were some delusional. They're like, oh no, Mike's a beast. Look at his training footage. I'm like, guys, why does America have it's complete amnesia?
People
to the point where
don't
hold on a second, man.
Okay.
Like just 4 years ago, he fought Roy Jones Jr. and like he looked like he was fucking in his 50s.
Yeah,
like he was slower. He was not ferocious. This was just 4 years ago.
People didn't watch Mike Tyson. I think that's the thing. People didn't watch Mike Tyson's fights. I who watched the later ones, I was too late to watch when he was a demon. People saw clips of them.
You had to catch it, but
yeah, people saw clips of them. But
I think they saw the clips, and I'm saying if they
so what happens? People saw the clips, right? By the time I saw the Holyfield fight between him, he was not the dominant monster he was when he was younger already. By that time already, he was already like, oh, this guy's getting older.
Well, he was
He was
also,
almost 40 then, right?
It was a lot of things. It was it was post Customado too.
That's true.
Post Cuss, Don King, who's a piece of shit that took advantage of him. Post his. I also
arrest,
it's a little
yeah.
controversial that he's a convicted rapist. And
yeah, dude.
But it's one of those things
fighter?
that I mean, there isn't that many fighters that I know of that are convicted rapists.
I made a tweet, right? And I was like, it's insane how like so many people in combat sports tend to be like huge pieces of shit. Like, I mean, obviously, but like
it actually is
the thing too. Particularly modern.
Well, I actually don't have very many examples of that.
I think a lot of them are just glaring, especially when as soon as they
talk. If you think of them having like they just have a bad character, they're just pieces of shit. But I mean, as far as being like,
like criminals,
like they're like terrible people. Yeah. I mean, like genuinely terrible people, like John Jones. They swept under the rug all the many things he's done. He beat his wife after he got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, literally.
Like he beat his wife in Vegas, and then
after.
Yeah, he got inducted in the Hall of Fame, got drunk, and beat up his wife in a hotel.
Well, if it's after, that's pretty unreasonable.
Yeah, if it was before, it would have been acceptable. But then it's like,
that's what you got to do to get there. But like, you're already there. Like, calm down.
You're a legend. Be a legend.
We did that, and then Dana and everybody started sweeping on the rug. There was a guy who was a former NFL player, Greg Hardy, who joined the UFC. He got cut because he just sucked. Kept getting knocked out, but he beat his wife. He was an NFL player. Like a lot of NFL people with CTE beat their wives. So he got into the UFC, already beaten his girlfriend or wife or whoever. And so everyone's
Got
like,
that off the list.
Round 2.
And then everyone's like, Dana, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you just bringing in these terrible people? And then, because Dana used to be like this, never put your hands on a woman. He said shit like that back in the day. And then he got caught in Mexico slapping the fuck out of his wife. There's a footage of him, like, she slaps him, and then he just fucking, like, powers up, dude. He uses all 3 of his bars. He uses, like, and then he just, bam! And then, yeah, it was pretty brutal. And then he was just like, that was the first time I've ever done it. I'm super embarrassed. Imagine these people are professional liars. Like it's not even like, do you believe me or not? I'm just gonna lie no matter what.
Imagine hitting a woman hitting you and you being like, oh yeah, this woman that I'm way bigger and stronger than, I'm gonna strike you back.
I'm 50 years old and this is the first time I've done this now. I've lived my whole ass life never hitting a woman. Then all of a sudden, now that there's a camera happening fucking beyond me, this is the first time I've ever done it.
You lived through the golden age of wife beating, and you choose recently to start?
Did we live through? They lived through 50? No, 50. I think like the 50s was like the era where it was like prime time to beat the fuck out of a woman.
I think they
I
were
actually
still
feel like
doing-
it's probably less actually back then. I feel like it was probably like the 60s, 70s, 80s were probably prime.
They were still definitely doing it back then.
I think people were still doing it back
were doing
then,
it
but I feel like
hardcore.
that was the golden, like before the feminism.
Maybe.
I feel like in the 50s, women were too afraid to step out of line
because they've been
Dude,
beat.
post-60s.
But there would be less.
You're right, dude.
But there would be less.
I'm actually gonna have to agree with him.
I don't know.
We're making all this shit up. By the way,
of course we are, but it's all a vibe. It's all a feeling.
I see where you're coming from, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, we've already. But I think they've. I think it was okay to beat them then. That's why it was like they got there to a point, you know, where like, oh yeah,
But they weren't
don't
doing
know.
many things to be beaten because it was
they've
so
been
okay.
beaten so much.
It was so
There's
okay.
real tech here, man.
I know, I really think so.
There's-
Post 60s with free love and a lot of women were starting to like be lesbian and do like, oh, I don't need a man. In the 80s, they started to like, oh, I can have a credit card and all this shit.
yeah, and also crack. Yeah.
And
Don't forget the
plenty of
AIDS.
things.
Don't forget the AIDS. Yeah, don't forget the AIDS.
And so men were just like, I need to hit as many things as possible because like they're just, you know, they weren't completely on top anymore. Suffrage, all this shit started happening. They were just being very upset. They
Yeah.
were very fucking upset.
Yeah, man.
So you said one thing
Sounds
as
like
a
a
woman, you're
golden
like,
era, man.
Bam! Dana White came out of the womb and just started slapping his mom. And then all of a sudden he wants to be like, oh, I never hit a woman before. I'm like, these people. But anyway, Mike Tyson, convicted rapist. I will say, I think one of the reasons why people give him a pass is because it seems like he's somebody who has been rehabilitated. Because there's a lot of people, like say John Jones is a great example, who is continuously a villain. He's never stopped being a villain. And so he tries to pretend like, oh, I'm a better person, and then he beats his wife. He gets drunk and arrested again. He slams his head on a cop car. He's a fucking monster. He threatened the new drug people when they came to his house. They were celebrating his friend's birthday. They came to his house, and then she pressed charges because he took her phone and threatened her, one of the women. And he's still a monster. That was just, I think, earlier this year.
Yeah.
Or late last year.
Wasn't long ago.
You're like, yeah, Chris, I know all about John Jones. I'm Chris.
Yeah.
But,
For Mike Tyson, I'm pretty sure like
it just seems like he's
I don't
rehabilitated.
validate what he did at all. So I mean,
Well, nobody validates. That's crazy to say.
Well, first of
Some
all,
people do.
hold on. Wait.
Okay,
I
Wait.
validated.
I'm
People,
sure there's people based.
Wait.
I want to hear
Hold
this. I
on.
want to hear this.
Because you are the Chris Brown defender.
I still do not defend Chris Brown, but I understand he was a dumb kid that did something stupid.
roll the tape.
But I wasn't.
Insert.
I never said he wasn't. I never said he was innocent of what he did. He
Edit
did
that to make him say he was innocent.
I never said that.
Please,
I never,
please.
There's no context in my life at 19, fucking 20, 15 ever that I would have beat a woman, especially to that degree. Crazy work.
Fucking
Especially
bitter,
to that
dude.
degree.
Crazy.
Maybe
Crazy.
a little bit less.
Maybe a little less. Maybe I wouldn't have bitten her. I wouldn't bite her.
So I said I would never bite women, but especially to like if a woman's attacking me, I'm gonna defend myself and like push them off me. But I'm not going to
Pushing
savagely beat a woman.
Exactly, but that's why we say Chris Brown is insane, because he literally could have just stopped the car and tossed her.
Oh yeah, he could have. Yeah,
And instead,
100%.
he punched the shit out of her and bit her like a fucking animal.
Course. Yeah, like that's just like, what are you doing, gang?
Like biting to me, that's the crazy part.
It's
That's
primal.
Like, people hit women all the time and people that are weaker than them all the time because they're just terrible people.
Okay.
But the animal shit is crazy. But people do that all the time. There's like terrible people always beating weaker people. Because
Right,
that's really
yeah.
what it's about. Because if there was a giant woman attacking you, no one would feel bad if you started punching her. because she's so huge.
Yeah.
You'd be yes, but you
That's
know,
my entire life.
we live in a clown world. So yes.
If Brock Lesnar's fucking daughter started attacking you, no one would feel bad because she's a monster.
We live in a clown world.
She's huge.
Derek.
No,
I didn't forget how Looney Tunes pride is.
I've seen it. People don't. It's even in the combat sports world. People are like, "Oh, this girl is so huge. I wouldn't mind if she fought a man because it would be interesting."
Derek, you're right. The vast majority of people wouldn't.
I mean, look at you said but that's what matters.
But we live in a clown.
I don't care about
the plurality.
I don't
the
care
plurality
about the
is what
vocal
matters.
minority.
Yeah,
there's
a vocal minority of every single
everything,
possible.
yeah.
Like, there's probably like at least 10 people who eat microchips. You know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
There will be thousands of people that be like, "You're a fucking asshole." And it was like that was pretty much a bear I was fighting. And like, "You're an asshole, Derek." You hit this one back, and it's like
I can't believe you. Yeah,
Derek. You're like, she picked me up and put me halfway through a car, and I had to defend myself. And they were like, "You're an asshole."
Yeah, there's
you're
gonna be a couple.
You're also black.
There's definitely
and then the racism would show up.
Those chivalrous people that won't that would say that, but those people are also
the people that are
they're suspect.
The ones that are
super sus
that are doing that.
Yeah,
you know?
they're super sus. It's like the ones that the pedo crusaders. I'm always like,
oh yeah. It is unfortunate. Like, and I know we've talked about this before, but like, it is unfortunate how like there's just kind of like an inherent undercurrent of cynicism.
Yeah,
where like if you see somebody like hunting pedophiles, there's always like an inkling in your brain. It's like,
going way too hard in the paint, man.
It's the same way that it's the same thing I feel about like people who have like a really strong desire to like work in fields where they're just surrounded by children. Where it's just like, I don't want to feel that way necessarily, but at the same time, it's just like,
there's a little bit too much.
Why do you
evidence,
want to be around children?
No, but there's also evidence of like,
yeah.
There's evidence.
I don't think it's
of it,
possible.
right?
By the way, I know it's possible for you to just like, oh, I just love kids. Like,
yeah,
sure,
of course.
Yeah.
There's more evidence often in the contrary to what you're saying, but like it still just feels weird. It's like, oh, that's what your people that are fucking pediatric doctors are not like harming kids.
No, yeah, I would bet money.
The vast
on that,
majority of teachers aren't harming kids. But the
right.
idea is just like.
Yeah, it's in places.
Like, why do you want to be there? So
I feel
bad?
like you at the very least you have to pretend like you hate your job.
Which is unfortunate because it's like
to me. I think if you're the harder it is to obtain that job, the more I believe you. So a doctor, a pediatrician, like something like that. I'm like, that takes way too long to you just be like, what pedophile would be like? I'm gonna study vigorously for all these when you could just join a church. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's really the why there's so many in the church. Where people don't want to talk about that shit, right? Because they're like, I'm tied to this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But when you look at the numbers, I mean, it's
crazy.
Every fucking week. There are multiple old dudes getting arrested for having either CP or molesting a child. Every fucking week.
Can I say something? I'm playing Call of Duty right now, obviously.
Sir.
There is...
What's in there?
So they have a currency in the game.
Called COD points,
and it's called COD points, and it keeps saying like, do you want to spend your? It keeps saying like how much, like, oh, you've earned this much CP, and I'm like, it is 2024. This has been like an abbreviation for a while now. I am bewildered that they have not changed. I get it's like who the fuck really thinks about that, but like if you're online, if you're an online person, that's an acronym that you know. Because people will get busted for it, and then it's generally abbreviated in a lot of articles. But it's so weird to see it in the game, like with its own like graphic. It's so strange.
That's our minds just being poisoned, man.
It is.
We are standing too close to the void.
That is true. Yeah, we're definitely like.
I saw somebody. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was wearing a medallion that said CP on it, and it went viral. And it was their abbreviation. I can't remember who it was, but I remember that going viral because we all know how that looks.
If your first name is C and your last name is P, do you go by you force your middle name into your name?
You have to now at this point. At this point, you want to. It's kind of like Chris Paul. Like, we're just talking about CP3.
Yeah.
So like, Child Porn 3. Child Porn 3.
You got to put like
CP3.
CRP or...
Yeah, put something in there. He's got 3 of them. He's got 3 CPs. Yeah, you got to, at this point, I'm sure he's gotten a lot of shit now, because like he's been CP3 his
He's
career.
been playing basketball for a while. When I think about how long he's been playing basketball, it's crazy.
Basketball.
Same thing with him and LeBron. Like they've been playing for a long. LeBron's been playing for like almost over 20-something years.
LeBron's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, barely.
Oh, it was
That
the
one-
other guy. It was the
That's
other
not
guy.
the plane one.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. The helicopter.
helicopter one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. the helicopter one.
I like how you mixed up vehicles and I mixed up people in that situation.
Yeah.
That's weird. What's going on
slightly
with
more
that?
sensible, but like, yeah, you know.
It's not sensible to confuse a fucking helicopter for a plane at all, but like,
They both fly. It's like
okay,
they
and they're
play
both black.
basketball.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I agree. Like I agree.
So did you see that? Did you catch any footage at all of the
fight?
Yeah.
I saw Mike Tyson's ass.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
I saw that. I saw that people were having a hard time watching it on Netflix because Netflix's servers were fucked or something.
That was interesting because
I
I
had
only
no
had
problem.
one problem for just a few seconds.
2 in the beginning, and that was it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it was actually just post the ass shot where
Right.
I feel like a lot of people more like just came on or something because of that.
Yeah.
I had a little glitch, restarted, and it was fine. I saw Shavo of System of a Down. Like it's funny just seeing famous ass people that
Yeah.
technically should have better working stuff, but just showing that like I love when stuff like that grounds us. It's like the best phone you can get is the iPhone whatever's out. You know what I mean?
Netflix is failing me.
I take
sad.
it. They
Yeah.
won't release music. I'll take that. Make a song about Netflix. But yeah, he's all pissed off, and, like turned off the fucking thing, and I'm like, that's hilarious that I'm having a better experience than you, and I'm poor.
Yeah, so
so it's pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't working. Ass shot was pretty fucking
saw
the
the
best
ass, saw the
part
ass
of it.
shot. Yeah,
That was the best part of the event.
it was
It
a
was really
bewildering
sad.
shot.
The fight before their fight was very good. The
woman fight?
There was plenty of.
I heard the woman
Woman
fight was pretty good. Like I saw that.
Yeah,
that
She got
lady-
robbed. That poor girl got robbed.
So there were so here's the thing that was annoying was the ref was trying to do the right thing, took 1 point because Katie, whatever the fuck her name is, I always forget her name because I didn't follow her. She fights extremely dirty. And the way she starts is she leads with her head. And so like basically caused a headbutt, caused a cut. She got 1 point taken away. She wouldn't stop when even the ref kept trying to. He should have taken another point, but he obviously was kind of probably pressured to not like let them fight. But she leads with her head, gets in close, and then would just keep trying to hook constantly. So accidental headbutt, accident, and then it was really frustrating. So because of that, it wasn't checked enough. On the judge's scorecard, she did more damage. She pulled it off, but ultimately, the other chick, Amanda Serrano, probably should have taken it.
Yeah,
But
I feel like judges in boxing don't make sense because I feel like only the people fighting can assess the damage. You know what I mean?
I think that's wrong.
Like if I'm in a fight, I get hit. Only I know how much damage I'm sustaining.
It's,
I mean,
it's totally
you-
visually. I know what you mean, though.
you dictate. Yes, you
I definitely know what
dictate
you
your
mean.
health bar in that moment.
Right.
I guess.
Like how
and
do
then
I
they would,
feel?
and they would ask you, it'd be like, I feel fine.
Yeah, that would be such,
but
it'd
someone
be
be
such a
coughing up
disaster.
blood. I'm all right. I'm all right.
It'd be such a
I
disaster.
go another round.
I go
It's
another
like,
round, then
you're
they die.
dying.
Then they die.
Especially people that fucking fight. People like that whole fucking fight we just had about Tyson and fucking Paul is all based on fucking Tyson's ridiculous pride. It's like, my guy, it's you. It takes solace.
Was it
in
pride or
knowing-
money?
Oh, both.
I think it was just money.
A huge bag.
I don't think he has pride. I feel like he doesn't care.
No,
Like,
actually, no, that's not true.
I think
Actually,
that's crazy.
every interview I see of him, he's like, I'm nothing. Who cares?
But to say that and then still take that fight, even though you know you're so far behind your pride.
Well, then no,
is your
but that
pride.
lends itself to the argument. It's like he doesn't care about what the legacy is. He doesn't really care. So
I
like,
would
yeah,
say
why
that's-
not accept the millions of dollars?
I think that's also he contradicts himself very much so because
that's
one thing that he's been chasing is that he, like anybody else that was probably a badass like that in his prime, he misses that feeling.
Sure.
And in his mind, he still feels like that guy, but his body's fucking broken. So this seemed like what he was trying to do was prove to himself that he's still that guy. And but his body's fucked. And so him knowing that, he's like, I'm fucking over the hill. My body's broken. I'm gonna get a huge bag. But also in his mind, it's kind of one of those
Like,
things.
what if I
where-
get a chance to knock him the fuck out? Then I'm still that nigga, you know.
But like it was so clear he was
guess.
wearing a fucking knee brace. He couldn't walk very well. So then in the first round, he kind of his legs were fucked. Like it wasn't like, oh, he's been compromised by getting kicked or something like an
Right.
MMA or kickboxing. You saw old Tyson rush in, close the distance, and then Jake Paul's backing up, and then he couldn't do it anymore. And then because he couldn't do it anymore, Jake Paul Because
outranged
Jake
him.
Paul, I think, would have knocked him out if Mike Tyson was actually aggressive the entire time. Because Jake Paul gained a considerable amount of weight to fuck him up. Because if he was just going to put on a show, you wouldn't put on all that weight. There's no point. So I think once he saw how pathetic it was, when Mike couldn't close the distance, there's parts where he would try to like bounce in and out to be like get his legs going, but he couldn't close the distance anymore. So it was just pathetic. It was just sad. And so he even said in the press conference, Jake was like, yeah, there was no need to hurt a person that, you know, I didn't need to hurt him anymore. There's no need. So they kind of exposed everyone saying that's fake. Well, it wasn't fake. It was real time realizing that, oh yeah, I'm fighting a 58-year-old.
It was a dickhead kid realizing like, oh shit, my dog can be hurt, you know?
Yeah.
How do you not know that?
Well, I think he was hoping that he was going to be much more aggressive. Like Mike Tyson was going to be, like the way he came out in the first round, maybe he was going to give him like 4 rounds of that. Because Jake Paul even said, I'm going to knock him out in the 4th round. That's why I said that. Oh, he'll probably knock him out in the 4th round. That's what I was thinking. Like he'll play with him and then destroy him. But then he had nothing for him past 2 rounds. So then he just kind of like did nothing.
Jake was like, I guess I'm not going to.
He's like, I guess I'm not going to destroy him because it's just too sad. And I'm like, well, then you should have taken the fight in the first place, asshole. You know?
Yeah.
I
kinda how
honestly,
feel
at
about
this
it.
point, I almost rather, part of me is glad he didn't get fucked up, Mike Tyson. But there's a part of me where I'm like, don't patronize him. That's almost worse.
Yeah,
when someone like playing with their food kind of a thing, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
just fuck me up.
It's like
at
fight
this
who we
point, if you
respect,
can
you
knock
know?
me out, just knock me out, please.
It's like when Silva fought freaking, what's his name? Izzy, you know?
Oh, and
it was
Izzy
just
kind of didn't like
Izzy didn't like,
destroy him.
because a young Silva would have, I think he would have fucked
It would have
Izzy
been
on
a great.
Sanya.
It would have been a great match.
I think he would have fucked us on.
But yeah,
But
it's-
I think the idea is that like he was like, I'm not trying to beat up someone that helped me want to do this.
Right, but that's
like that kind of
the
thing.
old person took the fight knowing that was part of the conditions.
Oh yeah.
So that's the thing. That we're like,
it's a double-edged sword.
I'm just thinking like, hey man, if you have the ability to fuck my ass, fuck my ass. Just fuck it. Like don't play with it. Don't tickle my asshole. Like don't like this. Just either do it or don't. So that's one of those things where it's like,
If you agree to fuck my ass, fuck my ass.
yeah,
you know?
call to action. If you can fuck my ass,
Call
fuck my
to
ass. don't play with me.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember hearing about this for months, and I just I have no history with Mike Tyson at all. I was like, oh, from Mike Tyson Mysteries.
It's crazy.
You know?
That show's goated, man.
It is
great.
way funnier than it has any right to
It's
be.
this fucking fight or flight. I think about this fight or flight thing. Anytime I hear the word fight or flight, because there's like a segment where he's just like punching the shit out of everyone.
fighting,
Some
I'm
old ass-
fighting.
Yeah, dude. I love that show.
That
Yeah.
show is way
The fucking old, like the guy who basically invented boxing was like the ghost.
Yeah.
And then that stupid bird thing.
That's Norm Macdonald as the bird.
I think that show is such a sleeper of how fucking ridiculously funny it is.
Yeah.
It is great.
Because it's all the perfect elements for a ridiculous fun. It's like Venture Brothers levels of like just ridiculous. Because Venture Bros is insane.
Venture Brothers is insane.
Yeah.
I watched like the first like 4 seasons of that show, and there were moments where I was laughing so hard that I was like, I kind of just have to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep people up.
I really appreciated Adult Swim because it validated how many people there were out there that had the dumbest fucking senses of humor like me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like because there wasn't many people. Of course, I had many friends that we all laughed at the same shit, but it seemed like we were kind of outliers. You know, like there were certain things you didn't want to joke about with, like say the people in school, the larger portion of school, like the
Right.
more popular-esque people. I'm gonna keep some of these things to myself. You know, we can't make really dark jokes.
I feel like you could get a pretty good handle on somebody's sense of humor by putting them in front of a Grand Theft Auto game and just watching how they play it.
I guess so. Yeah.
I actually do think like there's something in that. I feel like if you take full advantage of that sandbox and just go to town, I feel like that is a big indicator of humor compatibility.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's one of the shows. I think if you put on Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, if you put on a SpongeBob and you don't laugh, I think like, oh, you're clearly like there's something off with you.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that one's
Something off. It's like, oh, you,
I feel like that's a lot more relatable too. Like I think like if people, to me, there's a lot of humor in there that I feel like that would concern me if you didn't laugh. I'm like, you suck.
there's so much
Like, you suck.
there's so much rich humor in that show that like if you genuinely like like if you try to go in there non-biased and like try to watch SpongeBob and you're just like, this isn't funny.
Yeah.
At like the fucking well, in a cosmic sort of way, yeah, or like the freaking totally like shit like that is just actually just funny.
I'll
be like, oh, you're off. Okay, cool. You have to forget my address. I gotta make sure you don't know where I live.
I think there are some things that would be. You know what I think is a good test, because this is it's technically niche, but not the Powerpuff Girls. Specifically, if you're a boy, if you're a male, one of the things about the Powerpuff Girls, I think, to me, would show characters. First of all, you're not afraid, because this show seemed like it was just geared towards girls. So someone would be like afraid to watch that show. Like, I wouldn't fucking watch that. It's gay. But if you watch that and you can appreciate just how brilliant it is, I really think like you're an okay person. You really you're grounded. You're reasonable. You're not fucking some weird misogynist fucking freak. Like it's if you can enjoy the Powerpuff Girls, I feel like you're gonna be all right.
That show was for girls, but it wasn't. Like it was like
definitely was.
This is for everybody. For shows,
Yeah.
it was like no, that show's for anyone that watches it. I was watching a scene recently again where they jumped Mojo Jojo in jail, and Buttercup puts her foot in his mouth. He's like, you gonna go for that? He's like, no, I don't want to. He's like, are you sure? He's like, no, please. And he's like, if you go for it, I'll crush you. And he's like, I'm not going for it. And then there's a solid frame where she slams her foot in his mouth and his eyes protrude out his mouth. And I was like, this shit is, because it was a thing where they asked, would you
brutal,
rather?
man.
Yeah, that were like criminals that were like particularly like
whenever they fight Mojo Jojo, it's brutal. Like it's brutal every single time. Like it's not. It is.
They always have his brain exposed when he's on the floor. And it's like, poor guy.
Always.
But there's this thing, right? Some guy was like, would you rather fight Batman once a year for 10 years? And it's Arkham Batman, of course.
Right.
The worst version of him.
Yeah.
Or would you rather fight the Powerpuff Girls once a day for a year? And
once a day?
I was like,
Batman. I'll take Batman. I'll take Batman.
If you had no choice, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just, if it was between the two, I think I guess I would do Batman. Well, because at least it would give me a year to live. Because you're not surviving a fucking assault from Batman. You're not. Like, the whole idea that he doesn't kill people.
I think it's his power. He can magically leave people at 1 HP.
It's like but it's like killing indirectly. You know what I mean? Because that's what's actually happening.
It's like Spider-Man webbing someone up to a building, and like an hour later it dissolves and it falls to their death. You know, it's like that.
Yeah.
I've seriously thought about that since I was a kid. I was like, how are they going to get that guy?
Yeah, the police are like really on the clock with that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
And the city's big. They're not going to fucking find all those motherfuckers.
They have an hour.
You're going around the city whooping a bunch of thugs.
And I'm like,
They also don't care enough.
This is New York. This is New York City. In real New York, they would kill Spider-Man. They would definitely be like, oh, we're going to kill him.
At a certain point, it's like, you guys are giving us way too much work. We just want to chill and beat black people. Like, this is stupid. Like, this is really annoying that we have to like.
Why can't I?
I actually don't know if I agree.
Houses? What?
If New York City would, if Spider-Man was real, that they would have a problem with him.
The NYCPD would 100% have
the police department would. I actually don't think the people
people wouldn't. No,
people would love him probably.
No, but that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Like the whole like the newspaper wouldn't really get away with the whole like, oh, Spider-Man's a fucking menace. It's like, that's sick as hell.
They would put inflammatory things in there about him. Obviously,
damn, I'm actually confused about that or conflicted because I want to believe that's what would happen. That they'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Spider-Man's great, but then I keep getting surprised at the level of human stupidity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess for me, like I think about that place, and I think about how many people are celebrated in that place for barely anything. Like there was like, oh, there's a guy. Did you see that thing where come to Union Square Park? I'm gonna eat 5,000 cheese balls or whatever, and he had like an audience.
I remember that,
and people were like cheering him on. They were like, "Yeah, eat it." And he got through all of them with like a full audience just watching him for free in the park. And I'm just like,
I
if you can be celebrated there for that,
yeah.
Like I do feel like a dude doing fucking crazy flips all the time is probably going to be pretty.
They should, but you know what would happen? Spider-Man is trans. Spider-Man's trans and your kids. Like it's just like
shit like that would pop up. But I think for me, I just don't.
That's Oklahoma's problem. You know what I mean?
I don't think for me, always, I never thought Spider-Man would be a very good person. I think if he came from New York, I feel like he wouldn't be as like sparkly clean.
What are you saying about yourself?
I mean, I know with the product. I also left there before I was done forming into a person. It definitely tainted me. I'm definitely tainted because I was there.
It tainted me.
But like, I just can't believe Spider-Man be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do the right thing. It's the right thing. He'd be like, I'll do the right thing.
You
It's
don't
right.
think there's any people like that in New York?
I think there are people that in New York, but I feel like the shit he would come in contact with all the time would fuck him up.
But do you think there's like,
Not to mention he's also a geek. No geek in New York is gonna be a sparkling good guy. I just can't believe it.
I don't know. I guess I have no comment. I guess
he might be like a paragon of like, I'm better than that. I'll try to be better.
Yeah.
Because of him, people like me wanted to be better, I guess. But he didn't really. If like it's Raimi's universe where it's just Spider-Man, I'm like, this guy is gonna be a kind of a dickhead.
Well, he is.
I wouldn't say that. He was. I was like, he was forming into one.
I don't know.
A pretty decent guy.
No, I think isn't. All right, I guess. I don't know. To me, the whole story of Peter Parker is literally like he is just an average person, and he is selfish, and he is kind of a dick, but he knows the cost of what that impulse does. So he's constantly like
trying to be better,
trying to not do that. But like that's him.
I wouldn't.
He is the person who's going to be like, fuck it. This guy ripped me off. So yeah, I'm gonna let him get robbed. That's him.
I feel like that was him.
No,
I feel like that was him.
All right.
I feel like he gained a real sense of like understanding as he got older. I feel like definitely when he was younger, like young Peter Parker, and to like up until like maybe before Gwen and Captain Stacy's death. That could be argued, but older him, the one that we know,
right,
is not that guy. He's a good dude.
He's not that guy on the surface anymore because he understands how to not be that.
Yeah,
but like that's an inherent.
Well, no, I think if
I feel like that's underneath on some level all the time.
I don't think so.
I don't see why not.
I think once you learn from your experiences, you kind of if you truly learn from it, not if you're like I guess I'll be better, but like I think you become a better person. Because I think I'm
not saying he's not a better person. I'm just saying like that person's there still.
I think that's
the thing right there that I wonder.
I don't think it's there much.
The people that have been rehabilitated, I'm like, do they still have the? Is there a point that something can trigger them to like relapse back into their old ways?
And it's possible. It's very possible. Particularly things like that, right? Where like you like people that are like very angry people, really very angry people. Some of them don't truly get. Because the thing is that I feel like we don't really experience true rehabilitation. Like we don't really see that. You don't have a frame of reference, like
not often, yeah.
Like some people are like rehabilitated. Like I think like I have uncles that were like in street life, and then they came back out, and they were like, seemed to them, they were like very much so like, oh, I don't want to do that, but they probably weren't pushed to the point where like it's really like.
Do you think it was because they were like butt fucked and stuff? In prison, like they were probably like they're like
maybe
that shit sucked. I don't want to do that.
Maybe that maybe very
man, that sucked. I love the idea of somebody walking out of prison after like 20 years for the first time, and they're just like they take a breath of fresh air and they're like, that sucked, dude.
Oh, never again.
Youch. The SpongeBob thing. But something like that, because I think like I don't know.
He jaywalks across the street from the prison and gets arrested again.
Immediately.
That would break my heart, but that's heartbreaking.
Fuck out of here.
Death sentence.
Life.
You're going to Texas to die.
You're gonna die in Texas like a horse.
Like a horse and a retarded person.
Oh my god.
But like I don't know. I think Once Upon a Time he was that. I agree though. I think there's validity for like Once Upon a Time he was a bit of a dickhead.
I don't know. I think what makes Peter Parker's I like him specifically because of that. I think because if he was just like a
If he was like Captain America.
If he was just like a Superman,
Superman.
Well, I don't think he's Superman. I wouldn't say that.
No, but that's what I mean.
Superman's perfect.
If he was.
Yeah, okay,
I said if he was like just this kind of like a good, like he just always does the right thing and doesn't really doubt at all. Like that'd be like a really boring character.
For sure. If it's done like genuine, because I feel like I feel like Superman gets a bad rep a lot because of like.
I'm talking about the stereotype of Superman. To be fair,
but like I think a lot of like people that are good guys are needed to be aspired toward.
Sure.
I think they're very important for the world. I think we don't have good guys in the world anymore, and I think that's probably a huge proponent to like why
they're not seeking fame, so that's the problem.
Oh no, we don't have good guys to aspire to. They exist. You gotta find them.
You gotta find them because they're just not good people. like you even think about, say, politicians, right? When you think about like Bernie Sanders, he's been around for a long time, but
Yeah.
he wasn't like, I'm gonna go on not until he felt like, okay, shit's so fucked, I have to do this.
Well,
kind of a thing.
he's been talking to colleges for years.
Yeah, but that's
For
colleges.
year- That's true.
That's what I mean.
true. But yeah,
But
he's
he's
going
gone to schools, gone to colleges. I've seen many footage of him because, like, the thing you're supposed to do, right, with a politician is go see the resume, go see what they've stood for decades, and see, like, if they check out. And like, oh, Bernie Sanders has been consistent his entire career. Cool.
Fucking 40 years. 40 years of being on the right side of things is crazy.
Being
To me, it's
being
like-
consistent for that long is impressive to me. Like I value that.
To me, I feel like that it's sad that that's impressive because it shouldn't be.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
No,
Bernie Sanders
yes,
should
yes
be
and no.
unremarkable.
Yeah.
yes and no.
totally.
Because, like,
No, not no. What do you mean?
yes and no. Yes
Well,
and
what
no,
do you
right?
mean?
Because it's like, for the nature of it, what it is, it should be impressive. Like, oh, this is a person being good consistently should be an impressive thing because it's still them being good, but yes, it shouldn't be an
it should
uncommon
just be
thing
default.
to be impressed. Yeah, it shouldn't be uncommon enough for you to be like, wow, that's abnormally
I'm not.
great.
I don't even think I'm saying good necessarily. I just mean like, oh, you believe what you believe, and that's what it is.
Yeah, you're not a fucking
yeah,
flip-flopping
well-
charlatan. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
would say, like, yeah, but in the context of Bernie, right? Bernie has been like marching
JD
against
Vance
civil-
being like, he's literally Hitler, and then like 2 years later, he's like, actually, like he's my
I'll pretty cool.
favorite.
I'll
Or like-
suck the cum out of his cock.
Trump is so bad, he filled the office with insiders, and then fucking 2 months later, I love you, daddy.
Dude, the fact that it was
I
months
fucking
for him
love
is
you.
crazy. It's
And
like
all that-
shameless.
His entire body of work of shitting on Trump is just still on the internet. It's not like he even. I wish he would at least delete the stuff.
It'd be like if Eminem was like, I love Ja Rule.
I love Ja Rule. I love ICP. I love
Yeah.
fucking
Joe Rogan's like, I love
I
Carlos
love-
Mencia. What do you mean?
I love Joe Budden. I love fucking.
I mean, at least delete your
Well, he
paper
he
trail,
knows
like
they
your.
not, he
Just
knows he knows they not looking that shit. up. Like,
that's
what the-
what's,
like, it's
that's
fucking-
the only thing that, because we've seen politicians flip flop like crazy. We've always seen that. It's just have the decency to
Yeah.
delete it.
I don't know,
please.
man. I think
Please.
for someone to be consistently that good for a long time is impressive.
Yeah.
It
Well,
shouldn't be,
so
though.
it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but yes, I agree.
So since we're on this topic already, RFK, he's gonna be Health and Human Services or something. We've got the Trump appointments, and I love all of them because it is so clear. Like, look, we've talked about this on the show before, and you can agree with us, you can disagree with us or not. But like I have said for a long time that the right wing's goal in government is to make the government worse at doing their job. Like it's literally because without that, their entire foundation of what their belief, like it all falls apart. Like
Yes.
their whole belief is that like the government shouldn't do anything because they're incompetent. And so the only way to make that true is to make it so. Right. And so here we Dr. Oz is like doing something. He put Dr. Oz in some weird position. He's got Matt Gaetz up there, which by the way, the Matt Gaetz stuff is awesome because there's a report going out, I guess like an investigation or whatever.
Yeah, it
and
might come out.
apparently,
What?
so it might come out. I saw this morning that like, I can't remember if it was Marjorie Taylor Greene or like one of the conservative women. I can't remember. Who cares? But they were like, she was threatening to release private info about sexual favors done if the report gets out, which is, by the way, the most damning thing you could possibly say,
Yes.
because it's just like, damn, what's in that fucking report immediately becomes suspicious. So Matt Gaetz is there. Fucking Dr. Oz has a position. There's a couple of other people who are just like, what the fuck? How do you have this position?
Matt Gaetz and Dr. Oz is probably Dr. Oz one's actually just funny to me.
It is
just
funny, yeah,
specifically just funny. He got his ass whooped in Pennsylvania, which I thought was great. When he was trying to be, what was it? He was trying to be a senator, I think, in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And he got fucking trounced.
Yeah.
But he still got rewarded for
Yeah.
being a Trump loyalist.
But it's so clearly just
Gates, Trump loyalist. It's basically Trump loyalist.
Yeah.
So Gates, right? Yeah, him,
But it's-
alleged sex trafficker.
But it's all such ridiculous people that it's just like, it's fun. You know what it reminds me of? I feel like Trump is kind of doing like an Adam Sandler type thing where he's like, I want to make a movie and, here's all my friends.
I'm going to put in the same fucking people.
Just like, let me pick these guys. They haven't done anything relevant in a long time. They're not really that important, but like, I'll put them in my movie. Hey, come on, guys.
I'm in.
Yeah.
It's that shit. Like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. It's that shit. But
Yeah,
it's like,
it's just grown-ups. It's
it's
just grown-ups
like-
at 1 and 2.
but
It
it's
would
like a
be
bunch
great
of evil
if-
niggas.
Yeah, it would be great if the idea wasn't to, fuck our government in the ass, right? Like the idea where you say like, the government sucks because it's all inefficient. Where it's like, well, ask the question, why is it inefficient?
Right.
Oh, because you guys are regulating too much shit.
Yeah.
You guys are making it way harder for us to kill people and then maximize our profits. This is really frustrating. So you suck, government. And now I'm so curious to see the level. Is it going to be incrementally? Are they going to slowly peel things back? Or is it just going to be wholesale like, oh, we can do whatever? We're going to poison an entire state, to like build like shit.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how that's what I'm curious about.
I'm curious about it too.
I'm excited to keep tallies. I'm gonna do like a yearly roundup. I'm gonna do like this year in this fucking disaster of a place we call America, this happened.
I think it's gonna be wild. Like when I saw Dr. Oz, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be great.
Yeah. There's one guy that I feel like Trump, some guy that used to be a reality show guy on MTV, but he actually went to like law school or some shit.
Oh,
so
really?
Trump picked someone.
Is that the guy from Fox and Friends or whatever?
No,
the host
not that
he
guy.
picked?
Not that guy. Different guy. I can't remember his name because I other
picked
people
him?
saw it.
Yeah, Pete Hegseth or something.
Yeah, he's.
It's just a bunch of people that he knows.
It's people that he knows, and it's people. There's a guy I don't know his name, but he's clearly trying to get a job right now because he's purposefully glazing on like we got to do whatever he says. If
I
Trump
saw
says
that guy,
to pat
yeah.
her head and jump to, that's his whole campaign right now. So
Like, was that the bald guy who was like, if Trump says this, it's this?
Yes.
And it's just like,
And I'm like,
that's awesome.
you don't believe that at all, but I understand you're trying to get a job. You fucking piece of shit.
I respect it. You gotta get your money.
Yeah. So I was like,
But
all right.
it's funny, man. I don't know.
It's very clownish. I was hoping that Trump's first executive order, I don't remember if I said this already, was like that he just puts an entire clown tent over the United States. Like he spends all of our money and just turns us into
We got rid of
full-blown
Social Security
circus.
for this.
Yeah.
To build a giant nylon tent to go all the way over the
There's
United
no more
States.
sunlight. It's just you hear fucking
Yeah.
clown sounds.
And you just hear the
honks and shit.
the clown music, that war song or whatever, that marching song.
Oh, yeah.
It's just on fucking huge sirens. They're supposed to be like doomsday sirens, but it's just playing that
I don't know,
24
man.
hours a day.
I'm excited.
I'd
I'm
leave the
excited.
country.
I'm excited to get this to hear what's in this Matt Gaetz thing, because it's so weird for you to threaten that kind of thing.
They
if it's
don't
nothing.
care.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
and
It
it's
doesn't
just and it's
matter.
pretty gross.
I know it
that
doesn't
it's
matter
like,
to them, but I just want to know.
people threatening to release stuff and then not releasing stuff too is
So
like
lame,
so
yeah.
it's
It's
like
fucking
shut the
stupid.
fuck up, dude.
It's
So
so lame.
you're telling me that you know about some corruption and all this shit, and then I'm not gonna release it unless this shit happens. I'm like, how do you have a job?
Yeah, thorough pussy energy.
How do you have a job, you fucking
Say the
dumbass?
Nintendo motherfuckers that like they did the fucking leak for Game Freak and then they got the game.
Oh
And they're
yeah.
like, we're not gonna reveal any for the game, but we're all gonna leak information of people that work at Game Freak. And
All
it's
right.
like, you should be shot. You should be
You
like
should be
shot.
So what do you think? What do you think RFK is gonna? What do you think his first move is gonna be? RFK Jr. What do you think he's gonna do?
Fix that
he's-
hole in his neck.
He's going to. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna try and do something with the water. I feel like he's gonna be like, I want fluoride out of the water.
I love fluoride.
Somebody asked a question actually.
Water.
Let me look while you guys talk.
Put in. First, I'm gonna mandate
here it is.
everybody have a worm inserted into their brain.
Yeah. A little worm.
Why?
A little worm.
It's like because he's clearly being controlled by the brain worm.
So Majin Pitbull flying straight towards a daycare rodent. Majin Pitbull. Oh my god.
It'd be a Majin Pitbull.
Oh yeah, he's a oh.
A Majin. It's not Majin Pitbull.
I thought about-
it's not like Cayocho. Otra.
I thought about the fucking
Oh, you actually
guy.
thought it was Pitbull?
Yeah.
No, I was
He's
thinking of
like
the top.
Dale, and he flies and then he starts.
It's because the Majin Pitbull is like proper. It's like capital.
Yeah.
So it fucked me up.
Should be a Majin Pitbull.
Okay, so he writes
awesome.
in. He says, "Quick inquiry for Kristen Sween. What are you going to do if RFK fucks with New York's water and pizza never tastes the same again?"
I don't live there no more, man. Unfortunately.
A lot of great
That's
pizza
terrible.
places here get their
Sad.
water imported though. So here's the thing. I don't actually think the fluoride necessarily affects the water as far as pizza goes, as much as the specific amount of chlorine in it.
Probably, yeah.
I think that's the science. So I don't think it would fuck things up too bad. But I will say that was the first thing I thought.
Really?
It was literally the first thing I thought when RFK was talking about getting the fluoride out of the water. I was like, is that going to fuck with the pizza in New York? It was the first, and I looked it up, and it turns out it's probably not. It's all about the chlorine content.
Yeah.
But
Is the particularly low or particularly high?
I don't remember, but like different levels contribute to like how water affects dough and stuff in other places. It's why biscuits in the South have a certain type of flakiness that they don't have other places, because their water just has a certain chlorine count that allows the water to do that to the bread or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of that's where it is. So the fluoride doesn't seem to affect it. But I will say, look, fluoride out of the water, you can take fluoride out of the water, but we can't eat the same way we've been eating.
Right.
We can't have no fluoride in the water and also as much soda as we consume.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to ban fluoride in the water, that's fine, but you got to get rid of all sugar.
He's clearly not going to do anything that Trump
Right.
is
added
like,
sugar.
Trump's going to be like, don't fuck with
regulated.
my soda. Don't fuck with my McDonald's. Like McDonald's is probably going to make record profits. And it's going to be clear that the whole "Make America Healthy Again" it has nothing to do. It's just
could I have been wrong? He's like in a mirror, like with like this immense self-doubt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's all gone. That part of his brain got eaten, I think.
It's gone.
The worm is stressed the fuck out.
The worm absorbed his content, and it's like, no.
What if that's the real RFK? What if the worm is RFK and RFK is now the worm? They did like a consciousness transfer.
Oh.
That was the least enthusiastic. Wow.
Yeah,
I feel like it's plausible.
That's what's happening.
I mean,
I honestly thought the parasite was like RFK Jr. started off being normal, and then it started eating parts of his brain and his voice box and stuff. It started like, so you see, like as time's gone on, he's just getting worse and worse. It's, he's just
Yeah.
And I think now the worm is like, I am strong enough to assemble the rest. It's like the Reapers. You know how like say I think it was Sovereign.
Like the Reapers.
Yeah, I think Sovereign was the first one that came through, right? And then he wanted to bring the rest of the Reapers through the relay.
Yes.
The Citadel relay. That was the whole plan. And I feel like this worm is
That's
like
one, right?
Sovereign. Yeah, that's
one, yeah.
So I think this worm is Sovereign. He's trying to bring the rest of the worms, and like, so what's going to happen is he's going to get rid of the fluoride and replace it with worm eggs.
Of course, yeah.
So I can put worm eggs in the water.
It helps you digest.
Yeah, it helps your
you
gut flora.
You gotta drink bottled water
And then
now.
Joe Rogan's gonna assure everybody, yeah, this is genius. Like anything that he says is brilliant, and you just see like behind Joe's eyes, transparent, these fucking worms are wiggling just behind.
Yo, that shit's scary.
It's gonna be Joe putting his hand on a fucking hot stove and like, ow. Ow. Ow.
Jeremy,
Roll the clip. Jamie,
Joe,
get the clip.
You have a lot of worms coming out of your ears. Shut up, Jamie. You don't know what you're talking about. And these fuck worms are getting upset that these like Jamie's onto him.
Yeah.
And then like Joe keeps like coming up to Jamie and trying to put a worm in his ear, just constantly.
Just the lack of finesse involved in that.
Yeah.
It's not even like a sly like. You know what I mean? It's like literally holding up a worm to him, like look.
He has his guest on, and the entire point of having his guest on is just to infect them with the worm. Just
That'd be
put a
fucking crazy.
And like, so tell me,
Invasion of Body Snatchers type shit.
oh, welcome back, Kyle Kalinske. We've had some problems recently. I know you weren't too happy about me trying to,
Kyle's
Kyle's like, yeah, Joe, I'm appreciate you coming back onto the
What the fuck?
program. Not even addressing what's happening, just letting it happen and playing out the entire time. All right, well, this has been a lot more difficult than I thought. So, thank you for this conversation. I'm gonna go try somebody else now.
They're just transparent about it. I love that.
Ding, 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 ding. And
right.
Eventually the world will be affected and the human race will be over.
Not me, bro.
You don't think you'll get got?
Nah, it's not gonna work for me.
So
I'm sure there's something wrong with me that I can't do it. It's not even like I'm immune. It's just there's something probably really wrong with me. They're like, oh, we can't do this.
There's already a worm in there, but it's like just lazy.
It's really benign. It's like
this thing's just fucking.
This is a cool brain.
This guy's fine. I don't leave him.
I'm cooling. Like there's
It's my brain. Get out of here.
He was a parasitic brain, but a worm, but it kind of broke from the hive mind kind of thing.
Yeah, he got a change of heart.
No, it started absorbing my mentality. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna watch some Live Leak. Where's Live Leak? Man, I miss Live Leak.
When he watches live leak of other worms.
His worms getting
Isn't
chopped
this
up
crazy?
and
Isn't this
shit.
fucking wild? The idea of being so fucked that invasion gets fucked because of you is crazy. You're just such a fucking retard. So that you can't, like a mind flare's trying to wipe your brain.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, this guy's wild. I don't want to do this no more.
Like, what do you do?
I don't understand what I'm looking at right now. So we do have to talk about this.
Let's chill and smoke
What
weed.
happened?
Because this is the timing of this is very funny.
What's going on, man?
So Jay Leno's come up
Oh, yeah.
a couple times on recent episodes. We joke about him exploding a couple times. And so out of nowhere, like, and by the way, this is old. Like, this happened. Like, the Jay Leno in the car exploding in his garage, whatever, like, that happened, like...
It happened in his garage?
I think so. Yeah, I think actually so, yeah. Because I was watching a video of... They did an interview with him after this recent thing where he was talking, like, and they brought up that it happened in his garage. I was like, I guess so.
I specifically remember he gave an interview. He thought, like, in retrospect, it was really stupid to start the ignition because I forgot that I replaced the engine with a car bomb.
Yeah.
Continue.
So Jay Leno's come up in that context a lot lately. It's an old joke at this point. Like, I think this happened literally in like 2019.
You
I think.
linger. You've been like putting so many bombs in your cars, and you've been doing it for such like isn't a quick process. And you're like, I think this is one of the ones that doesn't have a bomb in it. Instead of just opening the hood and checking, he's like,
He didn't even.
he's like,
I think this is one of them.
I think I
Taking
didn't put the bomb in this one. And he just turns the car on, and it's like, oh no. No.
taking a risk like that is so crazy. Not even bothering to get up and check to see, like, is this one of the ones with a bomb in it?
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
Not remembering. Not
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Not having that constantly on your mind, not checking, and then even doing that.
There's certain things
There's
that
so
look,
many layers of like what the
probably
fuck
not.
is going on.
Only half of them. Only half of them.
It's only half.
It can't be this one.
Yeah, there are things I don't check before I do, right? You know, like I walk out into my living room assuming the floor is going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
why wouldn't the floor be there?
You're not doing things that are inherently dangerous.
Right, exactly.
That's
But
why.
I love the idea of him being like, it's just the same.
Yeah.
Like, it's the idea of him like walking into his bathroom and trusting that there won't be like a leak from the upstairs bathroom. Like, it could be, but like, it's probably not. I'm probably fine. But he's been putting these car bombs in so many cars.
He's the kind of guy that sits straight on the toilet while the fucking thing is down and shits on top of it. He doesn't
check.
He doesn't check it up.
He sits on the toilet, cover faceplate down.
Shits
cover,
on,
and he
shits right
shits,
on that.
and that shit just jets out sideways.
He's like, oh man, I forgot the whole.
Ah, fuck.
I need to lift this. Shit, here we go again.
You believe this shit?
Can you believe it?
He's talking like he's being filmed right now. You're like, that's fucking crazy.
Waiting for the audience to laugh and shit. Can you believe the shit?
It happens, and immediately he's like, have you seen my bathroom? So Jay Leno,
joke.
yeah,
So, yeah.
everything is immediately in the past. That's why he's not worried about anything. Nothing is currently happening to him because every moment
Has already happened.
That's
That's crazy.
Wow. I think we just figured him out. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so he recently is in the news again because he is yet again incomprehensibly damaged.
Yeah.
Like he
Big
looked
time.
like big. Like he apparently, I was listening to the news report, and he was staying at a Hampton in like outside of Pittsburgh, and he was like he wanted to go somewhere, and the road, like the sidewalk to get to where he was to get to where he was going from the Hampton was like a mile or something. It was like a mile walk around, but you could just take a shortcut and go down a hill and cut the time in half and just get there immediately. And so he did that, not realizing that like it was a very fucking steep hill. This dude's like what, 70?
Yeah, he's old as fuck.
He's old as fuck. What are you doing traversing
He's
like
not
you're
young.
in Death Stranding? Like you can't. These days are behind. Like there are certain hills, like even like as I'm 30, where I'm like I'm not gonna bother with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Dude, JoJo fucked her back. We went to the dunes by the Air Force Base in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So I shot a couple music videos there. And she fucked her back up for almost 2 weeks going down a steep hill trying to like
Did she
brace
fall?
herself. She didn't fall. She was just trying to brace herself from not fucking sliding down too much because there was a lot of loose rocks and stuff in the dune. before you got deep into it, and just trying to like really ground herself. She like, had one of those moments where her back was fucked. She was fucking 27 or 26 or something.
You gotta slide down, dude. You gotta
just let it go. Just
you gotta slide down. Like the fucking where was that? Where there was like proper dunes. It might have been somewhere in London, I guess. Where it was like somewhere where it was like actually enough. Couldn't have been like sand.
There were dunes. There were dunes in London.
Yeah, it was sand. So I forgot where it was. It might have been like near a desert or something like that. But it was like a proper dune. I just slid down it. Like it wasn't anything crazy for me to like. Yeah. Fucking like
the famous London desert.
It wasn't like Iraq. It wasn't like Arrakis where you could slide down a dune for a week and a half.
You want go fucking off roading at the fucking desert, right?
It's like what do you
in the heart of London?
That sentence has never been said in that way.
Well,
let's go to the dunes, yeah.
You got in the fucking desert, right, mate?
It's like no.
Hip hop and the hip hop and the drop.
No, you lippy shit. Get out of here.
Not right now, mate. Not right
now.
Are
you supposed to gargle the sand now or later?
I'm really confused. I don't really know what I should be doing now.
Is that where Oasis got their name from? There's like the famous the desert oasis in London.
Yeah.
What happens if you come in sand? Like does it like clearly a baby doesn't come out, right?
That's okay. So I know that doesn't happen, but you've got me thinking. I actually don't know how cum would react to sand.
I think it would be very similar to.
Are we getting an Amber Alert?
Zero. All zeros is calling me right now.
What the answer that? No, actually don't.
Do not answer that.
All zeros is calling me right now.
That is crazy.
What is this?
What the hell? That's got me freaked out. That was literally the president.
But
hello, Derrick. I'm calling to put you in charge of gays.
That's too much power, dude.
They're wilding out here, so
that's way too much vulgar.
I figured I'd put you in charge.
That's
call me back at 000 000.
Don't forget the zero.
Would you take a place in this cabinet?
Well, if it was the Department of gays, I think, dude, yes,
I would. Yeah.
No, but if for real, if he fucking for some reason just tapped like one of us, of course I would do it.
Yeah. Why not?
Even in the, this is what would happen. I would, whatever it was, I would do whatever I can to punish the people that elected him and to mitigate the damage of anything else, right? Like, that's what realistically I would actually try to do before I probably got fired.
You'd die. You'd end up dead. You'd be like...
I don't think I would end up dead.
Like, Derrick Blackman has a fucking terabyte of child porn on his phone by itself. You'd end up
I think as long as I keep, like, just sucking Trump off, he won't care.
Yeah.
Like, he won't notice anything that's happening as long as I love you so much, Trump. You're the fucking greatest.
Nice suit. Like, thank you.
That is so good.
Thank you.
I know.
I spent so much on this suit. This suit's worth more than a country. Most of them probably.
You can buy it. You can buy the suit. I only wear one suit once. I've never wear the same suit twice.
My body is failing. It's failing fast.
I washed my jacket and I forgot that I had gum in the pocket.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
Can you believe it?
Boo! Like they're like mad that he ruined the gum.
Yeah, they're like, that was our favorite suit. Yeah, no, I think I would take it. Yeah, why not? Like to be a part of the last cabinet.
The last cabinet? The last cabinet?
I would. Yeah. I don't know. I would absolutely be like, oh yeah, I'll take your money, and I would just say fuck shit about them. I'd be like, yeah, these guys are fucking idiots. They're.
No, I would take it. And I would try to do a good job.
Yeah. No, I'd be like, you guys are dumb. I'm here.
I would still make videos though, so it'd be weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
I don't think you could.
Why?
I don't think you legally could.
You know how much. Legally? What are you talking about?
That's true. That whole system is fucking.
The idea that laws matter is crazy.
Yeah.
You can't legally do that. It's like, okay, nerd.
Let's see the
nerd.
I'm trying
dogs
to think
eat them.
I'm trying to think
dogs get them.
I'm trying to think of the department that you'd run. It'd be something like the Federal Assistant Gears generated overtly transportation. I don't fucking know.
They would put me in charge of like they would put me in charge of blind people.
Yeah.
Nearsighted.
Yeah, the Nearsighted Alliance.
Let's see.
I don't know. My biggest fear is meeting foreign officials. I would be so nervous.
Why? You can't understand them. Who cares?
I'd just laugh at them.
I feel
you sound funny.
I like how you sound like you're fucking weird.
I killed someone I saw you in the game. I saw you in the game. I shot him in the face. He died. I killed him.
Are you from Call of Duty?
Are you from HUD and no Russian? your people are dead.
Yeah, but I love the idea of like having a meeting with the Russians and then like just popping in the original Modern Warfare 2 off screen.
Dun, dun,
It's like,
dun, dun,
hold on, sorry, I got to do this before every meeting.
Yeah.
It's just part of my day.
And they walk in and
No
you're
problem,
just
no
lacing up those people in the mall. Yeah, I like how they fall pretty fit, you know?
Which was it Call of Duty 5? No, not sorry. The other one. Who are the other freaks?
Was there a 5?
No, the other
know.
the other competing game, Battlefield.
Yeah, Call of Duty 5 would have been World at War, I guess.
It would have been technically, I think so.
Wouldn't it have been
Technically,
Black Ops, technically?
No.
No, I think
'Cause-
that was the. Go ahead.
Well, I could be misremembering because I don't care that much about Call of Duty, but I remember Modern Warfare was 2007.
World at War's
Yeah, and I
Then
think World at War
Treyarch
was 2008.
after, and then World at War was 2008, and then 2009 was Modern Warfare 2.
Yes.
And then it was
Black Ops.
then it was Black Ops?
I'm pretty
No,
sure
it was
Black.
World at War first.
No, World at War was 2008, man.
Wait, sorry. No, sorry, I didn't hear that. My
You think-
apologies.
you think
World
it's
at
something
War
else?
becomes before the Black Ops series.
Yeah.
That's the first one with zombies.
Yeah,
and
that's what we're
you're
saying.
inside of the-
2010 was
you're
Black
right, you're
Ops.
Yeah, that was because it was
Right?
Black
Treyarch.
Ops.
I think you're wrong,
I
actually.
think you're gay.
I mean, yeah.
Call of Duty Dark Penis.
Dark penis. I think
Shadowy Willies.
Yeah.
Shadow Willies, Dark Schlong, a
Shadow
Cocoa Penis.
Willy.
Shadow Willies is
It was
crazy.
2010. I remember vividly now because I told this on the podcast a long time ago. My friend let me borrow the game.
He never get back.
No, so what happened was I opened the case and he made out of paper a fake disc and it said something like nigga ops on it or something like and like just it was a bunch of bullshit. It was so stupid that like I was like, that's good. You got me.
That would bother me the hell. That would
like-
bother the hell out of me at that age because it's just like,
Just ever putting it to be a jackass, you know.
yeah, because it's just like I thought I had this game.
Yeah.
And now like I gotta wait till tomorrow to see him to like.
If he even lends it to me.
Because like
so-
how often do you open the thing and you like just to check and make sure it's there? Well,
Yeah, you
it's
trust.
there. It's clearly
you trust
it's there.
generally, yeah.
That was pretty good. I thought it was
That's why I started buying
But so-
digitally. I never want to have that pain again.
Yeah, so it was. I know up until like, and then yeah, so Black Ops and then Modern Warfare 3 was 2011, then 2012 I think Black Ops 2,
yeah.
and then
Black Ops 2,
and then 2013 was
2012.
Ghosts.
It was.
I
Ghosts,
think.
I'm
I think
scared
you're
of
right.
ghosts.
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
because
because that was the
I was
new,
still working at Newegg when that came out in 2013. Yeah.
yeah, because that's the next generation. That was the PS4 one, I think. Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, good luck to Jay Leno. Oh, did we even say what happened to him? Oh yeah, he tumbled down this
Oh, he tumbled
down a
down the stairs,
hill.
all fucked
Dude,
up.
he got all black and blued up. He broke his wrist.
Dude,
his
he's
eyes
punished
fucked up.
Leno right
he has
now.
he's punished Leno. He's got an eye patch.
Yeah.
and everything.
He's in a copter looking over and he says he's sitting down and he's in the copter just.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
you believe those rocks?
That
Who
aesthetic,
put those rocks?
that
Who put those
aesthetic is
rocks there?
fucking fire, man.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
White hair and an eye patch is dope. to be
Yeah,
honest.
no,
I'm just talking about like in helicopter, about to go to war, just sitting in the helicopter, like just thinking about shit you have to do, and you're like, oh, I gotta go kill niggas. You go, you look out the helicopter,
I gotta go kill niggas. I gotta kill a lot of people.
and it's shaking so fast it stops shaking. That means it's
Oh,
moving
it's just-
so
it's
fast.
Whose
It's
idea?
like a windstorm around him.
Whose idea was it to put these rocks in this hill?
Just put these
Who
rocks
put these?
here.
You believe these rocks?
So I'm thinking like it's pitch black, right?
Yeah,
Is
it's midnight during a power outage. So there's no lamps. There's no street lamps either.
Look, the whole thing is insane because he's so rich. He's staying at the Hampton Inn, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like even their probably suites are like okay, you know what I mean? Like they're just like okay, like their presidential suites is like oh this is kind of cool. Probably it's like probably like smaller than his bathroom or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then number two, he just didn't have some fucking slave boy or something to just fetch him stuff.
Pick me up. In fact, I can't fall.
Like
Yeah, I'm gonna fall on top of you.
he didn't have a chauffeur just drive him there's so many things like weird about that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're that old, though, you might just get so accustomed to that stuff, like money. And so you're probably like, who cares? I get like it
What do you
probably. I think if there's a certain age where I feel like, how should I put this? I feel like Jay Leno is at that point where he's so rich, but I also get the feeling that he's like, well, I mean, I don't know, I've done the I've done the sweet. Like, why? He's at a point where it's just like, why spend unnecessary money? You know what I mean? Like how you almost loop back to like being conservative with how you spend.
Maybe I just think his.
I mean, clearly, if he's staying at the Hampton, he doesn't need to stay at the Hampton.
He doesn't.
He just did it because he wanted to, and it was like probably like really close to a place that he wanted to go. Probably this place, and then he saw that it was like, oh, it's a mile walk if I take the road, but it's like immediate if I go down the hill. It's fucking crazy.
That's insane.
He's probably so old that he's like, let me go for a walk.
Is he losing his mind? Is that to me? That's the only explanation.
I mean, maybe
because like
it's something I would do that
shit's crazy because. I just can't imagine, like, there's so much I wouldn't do. Of course, I would still exercise, but beside the fetching stuff,
yeah,
I only go walk for pleasure. Fetching stuff is not pleasurable, if you know what I mean.
Have you seen this video of, like, Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking basically crip walking, essentially. He's fucking sprightly, dude.
Dude, when I saw that, I was genuinely, like, befuddled.
I think that was the last of it.
Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster.
I think that was the last of it. I think that was his
You
last
think that was his last, like, yeah.
That was like...
Dude, that guy's 98.
That was like the...
That is crazy that he's... For those of you who don't know, there's like a video of just like Dick Van Dyke just basically like dancing. And he's like 98 and he's moving like better than I can. Yeah. And I don't understand because like there's a lot... I know a lot of old people. Like I've had experiences, especially in the Catholic Church. But like, and they can't move that well.
Yeah.
Sometimes they really can, but like...
No, it depends on where it is.
Yeah, sometimes they, it depends, like...
In the dark, they can move really well.
In the Catholic Church, it depends on how good those boys are looking. They might get a little pep
They're
in their step.
really deceptively quick in the dark.
Yeah.
But...
And, I mean,
Fighting
dude,
like priests
so
is
many
crazy.
things. I tell JoJo about this a lot. I try to beat it in her head physically that dude, you got to stretch every morning, every night, specifically so we can move like that when we're old. But I also say this, I also couple this, so I'm kind of contradicting myself that I'm like, old people like that I feel are not going to exist anymore just because of the availability of medicine is going to be in 50 years is going to be fucking incredible. Unless things get sunken with this administration.
We'll see. Yeah,
I look at it like this, right?
Yeah.
30-year-olds now and 30 years olds 20 years ago are different creatures.
Well, yeah.
Different creatures.
Yeah.
Like the amount of medicine we have access to, just in general. Look at people now with just TRT that are older.
Look at things like Ozempic and stuff like
Sylvester Stallone.
I'm
look
on
at like
TRT.
Something TRT.
I don't
I
know.
just look at that. Like things like that are going to be
Man, that's
like
old school AC/DC, man.
Yeah, I remember that from Underground. Tony Hawk's Underground. Was in that.
That's before the new Bird joined,
Yeah. They just beat a parrot in front of a microphone.
That's basically what it sounds like to me. Like to me, I was like, something's going on. Where you got like Axl Rose, you got I don't know the AC/DC singer.
Yeah, whatever.
I just know the other guy, Anus Young or whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, his name's like
Angus Young.
Brian Arnold.
John.
His name's like Arnold Carrington / Dick Carrington.
Dick Carrington something. I think his name was Kangaroo Jack or something.
Yeah.
Was that the movie? Was that the movie or am I saying that wrong?
Kangaroo Jack.
Whoa! He said it. He can say it. It's not quite the word.
That's not a word. It's not a slur.
That's not quite the word. He can say it.
I saw something
Kangaroo.
yesterday.
Is that what you said?
I saw something yesterday where this guy's name was like Nailiger or something like that. Like, it was like
You're thinking of Brian Gallagher.
Naliger?
No, it was like
His black cousin. Gallagher's black cousin?
Negewick or something like that, or Negewick or something like that. But he has it's this guy that had a fucking really weird last name where it was Nigge and then like some sort of like weird name fucking suffix.
Yeah.
And like seeing him pronounce his name with no fear or hindrance was bananas. He's like, your name is the N-word.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's strange.
I don't know what to
Well,
make
if it's a real name, say it.
I just don't remember what the full name is. I'll look it up. I'll find it. I can find it.
Yeah,
A great
I
joke.
definitely saved
Really
it on
good.
my phone.
really great.
Twat.
So he
Twat.
So what the fuck?
Say it
were we
right,
even,
nigga.
What were we talking about? I don't even remember. That really erased everything that I was. I really don't know.
Whatever. Jay Leno. Jay Leno's is an old crazy man for just taking his life in his own hands in a way that he should not do.
Yeah.
in a way that like it makes me mad sometimes. I'm like, you rich piece of shit.
Did you see the hill that like he?
No, it showed it.
Well, yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
It is a wall of grass. It is
I didn't
vertical.
See it. I'm gonna see. I didn't see it.
It's like a vertical fucking incline. He's like, yeah, I guess.
I guess I can spread it.
What the
flat
fuck?
to
It
me.
was just there, and now I fucking hate this.
Earth is flat. This wall's flat.
It's funny you said Earth flat. I literally just landed on a flat Earth video or some guy that's a flat earther, but he was also he says celebrities are still alive that died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's some there's some guy, and the funny thing on TikTok, he says he's doing satire, but he's not. I think it's like one of those ways.
Oh
to,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell now.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he says satire, but then he winks when he's doing a winky in a way that like he's trying to signal dog whistle to actual crazy people that this is how we have to operate. It's
I
it's
see.
like the racist that should be, I'm not racist. You know,
Yeah,
like,
and then they wink.
Yeah, like kind of shit.
I
Like
think yeah, I don't know, man. That Dick Van Dyke video like actually
oh yeah, Dick Van Dyke.
shifted my entire perspective on a lot of things because I'm like, damn, he's a dancer. I gotta look into like what dancers do.
Dancers stretch.
Only, pretty much.
Dude, the stretching is.
I'm so inflexible though. Like I feel like I can't stretch.
Well, you have to punish yourself essentially to
Yeah.
like,
It's
you
gonna
know,
hurt, but you'll get over it.
Dude, I saw Jake the Snake Roberts essentially be brought back to life just by doing fucking yoga and stretching. Like he did this guy DDP Diamond Dallas Page. He has a yoga program now. He was an old ass wrestler. When he started doing pro wrestling, he was 35, which is like ancient.
You said DDP and I thought Darkside Phil for some reason.
Not DSP.
Yeah.
DSP is well. Funny thing, that guy's addicted to like one of those gotcha wrestling games.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he. I learned it in one of those documentary things that people made about him, and he spent.
People just people. There are just people out here with documentaries about them.
Yeah.
that are not like important at all.
DSP has a large, like in a way
They're not
that
important like the way you think, like the way people used to be important, but they're important based on the internet.
I didn't realize how
Yes.
much of a locale DSP was because I remember the whole thing. Oh, he got caught jacking off. I was like, oh, that's funny, and that he kind of faded out of my memory. But there's people who hate watch him so much that there was that guy Rich. I mentioned him on the one
Review Tech.
episode Review
Yeah.
Tech USA. Who, when he started streaming, I guess that was his main go-to, was people giving him super chats to hate watch DSP.
Yeah,
And I'm like, who fucking cares? But apparently there's a subsect of freaks that do.
dude.
A lot.
I unironically I love DSP. DSP is so fucking funny to me, not because he's entertaining on purpose, but because it's like there are these videos.
Oh yeah.
There are specifically videos called "This Is How You Don't Play."
Yeah.
and I love those
He's
videos.
so bad.
DSP
That's
is
He's so
very
bad at so many video games in a way that is like arrogant and like presumes that he's not to blame at all.
Yes.
The
And
way
so-
he played
Yes.
Baldur's Gate 3 was crying.
I didn't see
Dude,
it. I didn't see it.
my
That's
favorite
awesome.
my favorite thing about those videos,
That's
and
awesome.
I
I
actually
didn't see it.
stole that. Like when I was doing gameplay videos for a while, I actually stole this type of like format because I think it is a brilliant format of, you know, he just does the let's play and then his stream says stuff or whatever, right? And then those streams get posted to YouTube. And what these videos are, it's like videos or highlight reels of him like doing things really poorly in the game, and then comments from people
Yeah.
from people watching the stream, and the comments show up on screen at the time that's like relevant to like the comment in the video.
Yeah.
And I think it's so good.
Yeah, that's very good.
It's like his Metal Gear Solid ones are brilliant. Like
They're classic.
that's probably one
it's
of the
my
most popular.
absolute favorite one. I'm sure there are other ones that like might be better,
He's
maybe
so
worse.
bad he doesn't understand the concept of stealth. Like he just
Yeah.
doesn't like it just doesn't like
How do you stay bad at games that long?
just not caring.
Yeah.
Or just not
Like,
understand that it's
I
you?
feel like he spent like his brain capacity was only in Street Fighter 2, and I think like that was it. Like he got decent to where back in the day, like way back in the day, like Evo, he was like competing, but only one specific version. Especially when it moved to when they got like a SNES. I think there was like a SNES version, and DSP did relatively well, but everyone was like, "Hey, who gives a fuck? You're using the one that everybody hates." And then of course, so a little bit of relevancy. Notorious for being an asshole. Like I watched a long ass documentary on him. Some guy named like June the King. He made a. I thought June the King was AI at first, but he's a real person because his voice is so mundane. He's like this,
Like Ben Stein
He
kind of.
talks like this. Not as bad. Not that bad. But it's more mono in the middle of like, oh, this is like an AI voice. And then
right.
he did an ad for something, and then it showed his himself, like, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's a real person!" I swear to God, I thought he was typing on a script, and because he has a voice like this, and he talks like this, Dark Side Phil, and I was like, "Oh, this is a pretty decent AI."
It's a tune.
But I couldn't believe
I like
it.
that it's even in that version. It's like it's a pretty decent AI. It's not even a good AI. He sounds so unlike a real person.
He's very matter of fact, and he's real, and he's made I've watched a couple of his documentaries. I know that he had one on Review Tech USA, Dark Side Phil, somebody else.
Dark Side Phil's, I don't know, man.
He is a.
I remember watching it while I was playing the first Space Marine. I was going through the first Space Marine and watching the Phil thing. And I remember that it's like embedded in my brain. It was like perfect content for some reason.
I don't know much about him really. I just know that those videos are like some of my favorite, like old school, like just like old coded videos. Like I don't know, like there's a 2009 kind of quality to them. In like the way that they exist and like the style and the format. Like you don't really see that kind of stuff anymore.
That's true.
It's like AVGN. Like I was thinking about AVGN recently and how the way he says ass is just ingrained into my brain. Like I'll never forget ass. There's a clip that is like one of my favorite. Hold on, wait. I think I recorded it last night because I thought it was. I was looking up. I had it like there was an ass compilation basically, which is not what it sounds like, but like
should be.
The way this sentence is such a profoundly useless sentence.
Make a movie that's ass. What the ass is that all about?
Ass.
To describe this game's assness, all I can say is it's very ass.
To describe this game's assness, all I can say is it's very ass.
It's very
Central.
Where's he from? You know where he's from?
I don't know actually. I think I would guess like
he's
Philly.
You're gonna say Philly?
Well, yeah.
I was gonna say somewhere in Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's East Coast, I think for sure. Like somewhere. You looked at me like you disagreed.
I just don't know.
I mean, I don't know either. I don't know.
You look like when you do that face, you look like the spider from Monsters Inc. Let me see.
Yeah.
The questions
on the last podcast, I think I was trying to remember what that machinima channel was, or that creator, where I was talking about the gay joke thing, like how it was like very like saying that guy was gay just for saying he lost his husband or whatever. And I found it.
Bro Team.
Yeah, Bro Team Pill specifically. It was one of those things where it was so hard to find. I couldn't find it until there was
no fucking way.
What happened? Oh, he's from Philly. Well, there you go. You fucking guessed it perfect.
That was a shot in the dark.
Oh, well, there you go. But that's because there was a cadence where I'm like, it reminded me of my teacher that was from Boston. No, not Boston. She wasn't from Boston, but she was from Massachusetts. And so I was like, maybe that. But yeah, Philly works.
That was a complete guess. I didn't know.
Oh, it was a complete guess?
Yeah, I have no idea. He just strikes me as like Pennsylvania at the very least. But
there was just a weird the way that it kind of carries over, like, hey, yes. You know, like that was like, okay, that's somewhere over there.
It's definitely, like it kind of gives it away. Like it's like that weird E with the A fused to it. But what the fuck? I was going to say something. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. Next question?
Yeah, let's get to the questions. You can write in over at patreon.com/Snark Tank. Give us your questions. Get added to the show. Get recognized. Get rewarded.
Mm-hmm. Get fucked.
My hands.
What are you doing with your hands there, bud?
I think it's stimming. I think it's called.
Oh yeah, you definitely like. There were people were commenting on the last episode. It's like silent stimming Sween is menacing. Like when you're just at peace, you're menacing to people.
Yeah, I don't think I'm. Really.
I mean, according to strangers,
it looks like you just killed several people, and you're just like really basking in it.
Just vibing.
Because you do this thing with your hands where you like.
Yeah, you're like.
Oh yeah, I'm doing the.
Why? What is that? Describe this.
Tranquility.
That's not tranquility. It looks like you're.
It's like me like wanting to play piano, but I'm terrible at it because I haven't done it in fucking like over a decade.
So you're just in VR in your own head playing piano.
That's imagining. That's imagining.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, it is just what imagination is.
imagining.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to questions.
Beaten
my meat since '99. I wrote in.
Jackpot.
Facts.
It's weird that you remember exactly like the year you started. I don't know.
I remember the year I started.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, I was 15, so 15 years ago.
You're a late bloomer.
Very late to the game. So I became a porn addict for a while.
Damn, a late bloomer. Actually, I have my homies literally the same age.
Yeah.
And I was like always like, damn, that's crazy. Like, how do you not, as soon as like the hair hits your balls, you're not like immediately like, oh, I gotta figure out what's
scared.
going on.
I was like, oh, I didn't have the urge.
I was scared. Oh man,
I didn't have the urge. What happened was I didn't understand that. I was like, oh, my penis feels weird sometimes. That's just it. That's just it. Like I just,
I know exactly what you mean.
like,
That's
like,
fucking fantastic.
And then I found out about it. Like literally, I think I masturbated maybe like 4 or 5 months before I had sex the first time.
That's actually insane.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
That's how much it changed you. You were like, I have to figure this out.
yeah. And then,
Because everybody was saying they were doing that, and I was like, yeah, me too.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
No wonder why you had like trauma and stuff surrounded it. It was
Well,
so
also, I was
new.
just lying. I was just lying to a girl's face about sex. I was
That's
like, yeah,
crazy
fuck yeah.
that you.
Like, yeah,
it's
fuck
crazy
it.
how like the things that you do in your kid, the peer pressure you feel like you have to do.
Oh, dude,
that's crazy, man.
I've talked to other young men about that stuff, and they're all like, yeah, I was lying about it, and then like I did it, and I just felt empty, and I'm like,
That's
I wish
insane.
if I could. I mean this for a lot of people don't agree with me. People disagree. If I could take back sex with every girl I've had, except for Lillian, I would take it all back. Because it genuinely meant nothing. It was experiences. It felt good at the time.
I think you have an
guess.
absolutely terrible relationship with sex.
I don't.
You
Think
need
so.
to work that shit
I don't
out.
think it's terrible. I think it's this idea is that like it's just like
if you think that you need to take that shit back,
well, no, because
like, you have a
this is
bad
my,
relationship
this is
with
my,
sex.
This is my idea of it.
you need to go talk to
It's-
somebody.
It's just like
not me, not us. You're not.
Yeah,
you need to go
definitely
talk
not
to
us.
a real
Definitely
person.
not us.
In
In fact, shut up.
All I'm gonna do is make fun of you. You need to talk to a
But
person.
this
That's
idea
gonna,
is that like I don't. I just it genuinely meant nothing. Like I look back at it now and I'm like, oh, I did that. Not that it was like. Not that I was like, I really hate that I did it. But it was like, I was.
No,
kinda
see, the problem is the
empty.
fact that you're even saying if I could take it back. Because to me, the only regrets I had was if, like, say, maybe a situation where, like, oh, this girl, like, I didn't like how it happened.
Like I could have been doing something else. That's not, instead of like fucking feeding for that one, I could have been doing something else.
Yeah, I just feel like I think you just have a horrible relationship with sex. That's all. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens, man. Nothing to
did it a bunch,
be ashamed
however.
of. It's just a matter of fact. I
The thing
guess.
to me is like to take those experiences away.
I wouldn't get to where I am right now.
Yeah, you
though,
wouldn't
at the same
be-
time, which is also true.
That's kind of the.
if I had the forethought of my mind now, but that's still the mind that did.
But
that,
also,
which
like,
is
I wouldn't
still an
wanna
oxymoron. At the
I
same
wouldn't
time.
want to take anything away unless I thought it was negative.
Right. Exactly.
So that's why
Yeah,
I'm
I
like
would-
you have a bad relationship
I guess.
with sex.
I guess it's. I don't particularly think it's negative. I think it's kind of just like aimless. Like whatever.
Well, then why would
But then
you even
it's-
have the feeling of wanting to take it away, or even
because
thought?
it just feels. I guess it's the idea of the aimlessness of it is more just like the idea of it like. It's negative.
you think it
I
wasted
guess.
your time?
I think I was fucking seeking it the way I was. Absolutely.
Do you think that you gained nothing out of those experiences?
That is objectively not true.
Well, then
yeah, but
then
that's
it's
the thing.
pointless.
So that's why I said I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guess like obviously, because I wouldn't be the me I am without those moments.
Yeah,
I
I feel
just
like
wonder
there are like instances that I would take back for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
But like they
There-
were explicitly negative.
sure.
There's some
instances.
encounters where I'm like, oh, that sucked. You know, like
Yeah,
I'd
for
rather
sure.
I'd rather that didn't happen.
It's definitely a hyper ball. Where like it's like when I think about it more than that, I'm like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
now
fuck.
you're.
Like
That's why
yeah, why would I
you
think
nigga,
that?
You need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, why would I think that? It's like yeah, what? Fuck, if
Have
I
a
took-
therapist take all your money and then tell you the same shit though.
Say it's like
Yeah.
you're gay. You're gay, Kingston.
You're
You're just gay. And I'm
You're
like,
gay. We need to work this out. You need to come back 3 times a week.
Anyway, before we already derailed by this guy's
2
name.
times an hour you gotta come back.
So he wrote in. He says, "Hey, chocolate bear, vanilla bear, and grizzly bear."
Hot.
He says, "With the Onion buying InfoWars to turn it into a parody of itself,
Right.
if you guys could buy any media company, YouTube channel, or record label, what would you do with it outside of making gay covers of existing IP? That's the dream."
Daily Wire. I'm buying the Daily Wire. Like instantly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm buying the Daily Wire and I'm not gonna make gay covers, but I'm gonna turn it into gay porn. I'm turning the daily water is gay
I
porn
would
now.
buy Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, that's a good
I would
answer.
buy Joe Rogan's podcast 100%. I would buy
pretty
his
good.
podcast and I would put fucking.
And you
like,
recast Joe Rogan?
No, I'd keep Joe there.
Those
I'd
people
keep
wouldn't
Joe
even
there.
notice. They wouldn't even notice.
I'd keep Joe there, and I'd be there with him. It'd be me. I'd be the guest every day. Every time
That
I'd be
would,
the guest.
you just run out of things to talk about so immediately.
I'd be like, Joe. I'm like, what's going on, Joe? He's like, yeah, what's going on? He says, I'm like, that's just not true, Joe. Jake, pull up the clip of Joe being dumb. This is barrier.
He's-
Barrier.
He's putting the worm up to you. What are you gonna do?
Oh, this nigga. No, you're not. You're not supposed to.
eat
You're not
a
supposed
worm.
to-
You eat. That is the craziest. Like you eat a worm like corn.
Hey man, that's not cool. You're not supposed to eat it, man. Hey, hold on, I got another one for you. But just do me a favor and just put it in your nose. Put it in your. No, that's the podcast.
It's just Joe Rogan feeding Kingston worms.
Just me eating worms to the point they're like, hey, we gotta do something about this guy. He's killed trillions of us.
So you're really liking those worms, huh?
Joe, this is really boring.
What I would do is I would
Jamie, eat your bowl of worms.
I would have Joe Rogan somehow convince UFC fighters to inject themselves with rabies and then fight on the podcast.
You'd be like Howard Stern then.
That's gay.
That's like old Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's exclusively used to inject rabies in
I'm
porn stars.
just watching. I'm just behind the fucking glass door watching them fight each other. Like, this is quality. It's like, Jamie, roll the clip of the guy just getting his head knocked off 2 seconds ago.
Jamie, roll the entirety of Terms of Endearment.
Jamie, pull up the laws we're talking about so we can define them correctly.
Man, this podcast has gotten much better since Kingston took it over.
Pull up this thing you're talking about right now and having
I really
information
like
about
this
it.
podcast.
The worms doing tricks outside of like it's fucking Tony Hawk or SSX.
They're like in his nose, out his eye, through his other nostril.
Yeah,
in his
it's exactly what it is. It's like it's like I said last time with fucking Oogie Boogie's dice with the snake in it. Yeah. It's like going up and around. They're treating your face like it's a fucking skate park.
There's only two things that I like and I know in this world: my independent thoughts and the Joe Rogan podcast.
Since Kingston joined the Joe
What
Rogan
a
podcast,
compromised man. Those are the only things that I hold dear is like my ability to be independent and the Joe Rogan experience.
Joe Rogan podcast, and the worms are just spinning while he's talking.
that's it. Me,
This is good stuff, man, and I know what's good. And
Third on the list is my family, who I remember.
my family or something. My family that
My wife and husband.
Give
And
me-
that's what it is.
my wife, my husband.
He just
and my
forgets
gay-
what a family is.
and my gay lover,
my wife or
my wife, and then my
husband,
perfect.
whichever the one I'm supposed to have.
What I am.
What?
He's got worms digging in and out of his head. He can't remember, and people have to pretend like they don't notice.
They don't.
You gotta just.
It's okay.
You gotta imagine like the guy sitting next to him, like it's like he's just
It's like,
It's like the horse.
he's just always
Yeah,
looking
with
like
the
Joe's
horsey.
sitting there, and he's talking to Joe. He's like, "Yeah, Joe."
yeah, very,
I
very,
can't
very,
He's
freak
keeping
out.
an eye.
very cool. And then just like a cartoon character pulls out a bowl of worms, just like,
Oh man,
hey,
that hurt my eye.
Blunderbuss. So it's a blunderbuss next to him.
I wish I had a blunderbuss, man.
I do too.
I really want one. Yeah,
I think they're the
I really
most
want one.
primitive version of like technology I think I've ever seen in
It's
my life.
literally a hand cannon.
It's
Well,
primitive.
it's
so
a-
like it's so ape. It's like I feel like an ape built that. Like a real, like a bashing coconuts with rock, go fill blunderbuss with shrapnel from coconut.
I want a crowd
Blood.
control. I need some CC damage. You know, you're not trying to like. You're just putting everything and just letting it go ham. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
just rocks.
That's
just
awesome.
a bunch of fucking shrapnel. Just fucking stuffing it in there.
You think anyone like just spent like a month like coming in a blunderbuss and then just like I only got one shot
blunderbuss.
It's blunder and it's hyphen bus.
and you only got one shot at it though, you know, because you were spending all this time collecting all that bus.
I imagine getting a hot glob of cum piercing your body, and you're dying knowing that a lava calcified cum just broke your sternum. You're just like, I'm a fucking failure.
That's the way. Oh, I'm gay. And then you die. And then you die. You're like,
I'm a fucking failure.
I'm a I didn't hear that. I'm a for getting shot full of cum.
I mean, it is a pretty horrible. That's pretty bad.
That is whatever did that is it needs to be sealed away.
Like if some dude
they need to do a ritual to put that thing away.
That's like a vampire type threat, like the type of person. By the way, can I say this? You guys remember I Am Legend, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that movie?
Yeah, of course.
What's that movie about?
It's about like vampire-like mutant zombies
surviving the apocalypse.
Black
and having
having a really cool German Shepherd,
having a dog. Yeah.
and black.
Yeah. Was there something is there something deeper about that?
It's based off another.
No, I
movie.
just forgot.
It's based off another movie, which is based off a book.
No, it's based on the movie's based on a book, but the book is like completely different.
Well, it's based off another movie though. There's another movie that happened before that was the same.
No, you're thinking of Legend.
No, it's not called I Am Legend, but it's about the same characters. There's another movie that was made the old time.
What's that movie called?
I don't remember what it's called, but I remember watching it.
I'm asking it like I'm trying to trap him, but I'm actually curious.
I'm not sure I believe him.
No, I swear it's another movie that's the same premise.
I know you swear, but like also, you know, like you.
I know you swear, but you're dumb. You're
premise,
a fucking dumb person.
Please verify it.
Well, so the idea,
I
like
swear,
the premise of the book apparently is that like there's a society of vampires, and that they're so human-like, and like this dude's like out there killing them, and like with like garlic and crucifixes and shit. To the point where it's like, and he realizes that like, oh, this is a society of vampires with their own structure and their own rules, and to the point where like he's become the legendary figure. He's become like what we assume
he's the boogeyman.
Vampires are. Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
and the movie is not about that. The movie is about a guy fighting zombies.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the book is from his perspective, though.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like it's you don't realize there's a society until the very end. And
right, but there is no society. But that never happens in the movie. The movie has not like the movie's title doesn't make any sense.
I don't think the book is called I Am Legend. Is the book called I Am Legend?
The book is called I Am Legend.
Okay, then because
and then the movie's called I Am Legend, even though he's not.
He's not. There's nothing legendary about it.
I swear, the old movie is like that. The old movie is.
I don't know what movie.
What is it? Look
about.
it up.
Oh my god.
He has all of human intelligence. At his fingertips.
Yeah.
And he's just I swear.
Trust me, bro.
Don't trust your doctor. Trust me.
You just
trust I Am Legend.
So it's called Last Man on Earth, the old one.
It's called really?
The Last Man on Earth, and I think the book is also called Last Man on Earth as well too.
Well, so.
But I Am Legend is a loosely based off of that as well.
So wait, hold on a second. Are you saying those are two different like entities altogether?
So Last Man on Earth is the original I Am Legend movie. The I Am Legend movie came out in
Wait a minute, hold on.
No, hold on.
So there isn't a book called I Am Legend?
Listen, let me get there. Okay?
These are two different
I'm reading
things.
I'm reading it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm getting livid.
So the I Am Legend movie is a 2007 movie film. They're originally based off the novel by Richmond, the same name. Yes, sorry. Last Man on Earth is a movie that came out in the 1950s that is based off of the original I Am Legend book.
Okay.
So it's based off it, but it's not like a film. It's not an adaptation.
It is a film adaptation of it, but it's just given a different name.
So it's
well, you said based on it. Based doesn't mean that it's about.
It is given a different name. It is still the same story. It's still about
so
the
they
same
changed
doctor.
the name of the movie. They changed the name of it for a movie.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same doctor, the same character.
But so listen. So if that's true, then that version is a more accurate adaptation of
to a
of
movie
that book.
with the same name as a movie. Yeah.
Because I had no idea that that's what that story was about, and I saw the movie. I remember just being like, okay.
So that's probably it would have been a much better movie, and it would have been very thought provoking if it was like how it was supposed to be in the.
It would have at the very least been a lot more interesting than fucking Will Smith goes around and his dog dies.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
there's kind of nuance to it. I guess if this is reach, I'm reaching.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna say I'm reaching right now, but it's like the idea that they're only attacking him so much because he's been killing them. You know. Even in the same thing,
right?
They're still not intelligible, but they have some societal structure, I guess. Would you kind of see in the movie?
It's implied in the movie.
It's implied, but like
at the same time, they run like. That's you.
It's not the same, but yeah.
The monsters in I Am Legend cannot be mistaken for society.
I guess now I have to.
There's some societal features.
I have
to
to
it,
watch
but,
a video of someone breaking down the book and then compare it to the movie itself, just so I can have a clear understanding of how different it is.
Because I remember seeing the old movie a long time ago for some reason. Because my grandma's a relic. She's like, "Oh, this is a great film. Can't you see the CG in this?" And I'm like, "What, Grandma? See this what?" but it's the idea. I remember him like running around at the end of the movie. He's like near
The
a fountain.
CG in this movie. What is it? At that time, what is it? The coastal Germans? Like, what does that mean?
But
Yeah,
like,
I guess so.
It's like he's running back and he's like surrounded by them and he's like holding like a cross up to them. And then they're kind of like all like creeping in on him. And I remember that scene particular in black and white, seeing it a long time ago. And I was like, oh.
And they were actually vampires, so
It's good CG,
I
man.
think so. They're actually vampires.
And
Yeah,
that
they
thing.
casted real vampires for that movie.
They got real vampires. And then
Yeah.
they blow their heads off at the end. They were like, thank you for giving me this opportunity. We've been trying to enter your society. And one guy goes up behind him with a shotgun and blows his head off.
That CG,
Vampire.
the CG in Last Man on Earth is breathtaking. It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's like when they CG that guy's legs off in Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Lieutenant
Lieutenant
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that actor's got legs, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
I
it's
think
the
they
suspect.
CG legs on him.
And then they blew them off at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
He's a really dedicated actor. He took the legs being blown off. He's like, go ahead, do it.
They couldn't CG a real person's legs away. So what they did was they found a cripple, gave him fake legs in the beginning because they could afford to like hoist him up a little bit,
yeah.
and then just CG the legs
There's
off.
another Italian version called the Omega Man.
And there's also
There's an Italian version of I Am Legend called Omega Man.
Yeah, the Omega Man, 1974 version of it.
I guess that's a very popular.
So the original one is
book. I
1964.
didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't realize
It's a very. I mean, I assume the concept is very.
that sucks because like the
of the
legacy of that
concept.
story is Will Smith's shitty movie.
It is because literally
ends? Yeah.
nobody who like reads a lot of books has said I should read
I Am
that
Legend,
book.
yeah.
No one's ever told that to me.
It's also an old book too. Is the thing. It's a 50s book. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know people that are reading.
It was Dr. Seuss's early work.
I read.
Oh.
I read Dune, and reading Dune is not like if you're not a science fiction person. I don't think anyone's read that. And like, people don't read books. Also, it's another thing because they can't read. They don't know what the fuck they're reading. They'll read it. They'll see the words, and they'll be like,
Yeah.
They'll
I
pretend.
don't get it. He didn't TikTok dance.
They'll pretend.
Yeah. I mean, the country's fucked. The country is like
I talked to our friend.
it's illiteracy incarnate.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because I fucking misspelled it and it fucking split into 2 words. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
dyslexia is awesome.
All right, let's go. To the
Yeah, let's
next
get
Because I can
more.
decipher what I'm reading. I just can't,
Get back, get back here, cocker.
Whoa.
Wrote in, he says, all this young Sheldon talk got me interested.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to see why this is such a widely enjoyed show, so I started watching the show, and it's actually really good. At least the first few episodes are enjoyable. Not saying you should watch it, but much like penis, don't knock it till you try it.
See,
Oh,
that makes
man.
me. I'm not sure if this person's genuine. Now.
I'm a little. Well,
I'm sure
I think
it's fine. I'm sure at worst it's fine.
the thing that bothers me about this is that by talking about it,
We're infecting people.
we basically invented a young Sheldon fan.
We're giving people worms.
Oh no, this is exactly what we've been warned about.
The thing is, look, man, I feel like the show. It's clearly not the worst fucking thing ever. But to me, it's just whenever I've seen it, I would just be confused on why the audience why the laugh track's going off because nothing funny was said.
I don't think Young Sheldon has a laugh track.
Yeah, that show doesn't have a laugh track.
Huh?
Young Sheldon.
doesn't have a
Oh,
laugh
young
track.
Sheldon.
Yeah, not Big Bang Theory.
I miss. Okay.
He thought the show was named Sheldon.
I just assumed they were talking about the Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory, aka Sheldon.
I saw a scene from Young Sheldon. I had no idea that it was that was the show. It was like some redneck. I can't even remember. I
from
think you might have
Texas.
seen this. There was like some redneck doing something about fighting damn, I can't remember. It was wild. It was like this is the same fucking show. And
What was he fighting? I don't understand.
I don't remember enough of the context.
Like a velociraptor?
I'm hoping that I liked it on TikTok so
Horde?
I can go through my I'm hoping I can go through my likes on TikTok real fast and see
Dude,
it.
I do that all the time. I think about like, I'm gonna save this on TikTok because if I like it, it'll be easier to find. And then I go to my likes and then I can't
And
find
you
anything.
didn't do it.
I have saved so many videos on my phone because I think they're going to be funny later, and I just don't look through them. So there's no point in saving them.
That's
It's like motherfuckers that like.
Well,
save-
you have the entirety of fucking Spider-Verse on your phone for some reason.
Yeah, I also have all of Dragon Ball.
There's one
GT.
I liked recently.
Station Delete Doritos in effect. I'm gonna need to confiscate this last bag of Cool Ranch Doritos from your hand.
That's a great impression.
It's really good. I was like, there's actually like a chain of people.
Did
just
you
making
see
videos
fucking
like that.
Alec Baldwin's impression of him on Saturday Night Live?
No.
It sucked.
Why? What did he sound like?
It just, I don't even
Is that
know.
recent?
I'm
It's recent,
RFK Jr.
He's on, after everything, he's on.
I am.
I guess. I mean,
Cyborg.
he's clearly. I don't know. I don't know how controversial that take is. Like, he clearly didn't mean to shoot somebody.
Well,
It's
he
clearly
didn't-
not his
he didn't
responsibility.
mean
I'm not
to
really
kill
that
I
far
am
about
funny.
it. Yeah. Anyway,
I
so
funny.
yeah, his impression sucks. He's bad at impressions. I don't know why they keep letting him on to do impressions. Like, he's funny
keeps threatening
on
people.
like written material, like when he plays like a
You're
character
gonna
that
let me do this?
How good are you with guns?
that must be something on stage. It's like, we can't have him around the guns.
Of course.
If we have a gun sketch, we cannot have Alec Baldwin here.
no, I wouldn't trust him.
Just for the juju.
Even
You know?
even if you check the prop gun, it's a prop gun.
Don't let him do finger guns.
Yeah, there's
You never know what
even
could
that-
happen.
Even that.
I have a video.
I can't believe that worked.
You know the guy, the piss. You know the piss guy, the guy that's like the piss air.
Yes. Yes, the guy who makes piss air by pissing in jugs and like putting a fan over it. Yes.
He made a piss cannon too.
A piss cannon.
I don't want to see that.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'll show you though.
I know.
I'll show you.
I'll show you though. It's me spreading the wealth, you know.
Oh
people.
man, it's I guess I didn't like it either.
It's okay.
Did I not save? Yeah, I saved it.
But yeah, his impression's pretty bad.
Teaching you how to make a piss cannon. So basically, what you're gonna need is a bottle of piss.
Put it up to the fucking mic.
It's pretty easy from here. What you're gonna want to do is just lay it down on the floor. Once it's on the floor like this, all you're gonna want to do is jump on it.
Oh my god.
That's insane. He just filled a bottle full of piss and jumped on the bottle? That's a piss cannon?
The fact that there's people like this that exist.
This motherfucker made piss cake.
Like,
he made.
That's
piss
not real.
cookies.
He's not doing that's apple juice or something. He's not actually doing
do
that.
you really think people like that should be allowed to vote?
No.
Yeah.
I think specifically only them, actually.
Yeah, to see what version of the world we get, you know.
I guess.
We leave and we spectate. We get up, we bust ship, and we like the gods among Earth.
It's just Elysium.
Just look over.
But
and
the gods
look,
suck.
literally.
The gods don't even have much.
It's like Elysium, but they're just us really fucking kind of
They're
dumb humans
also they're also impoverished, but like they're
not-
just not
they're
stupid.
not.
That'd be amazing. Imagine you go all the way to Mount Olympus and you just find out that Zeus is like out door dashing.
Zeus is stomping on piss.
Sorry, I had to make my piss cannon for my YouTube video.
Sorry, my apologies. Oh, how
If
can
I don't hit my
help you?
upload quota, the algorithm's gonna flip.
So fucking upset. You just
Zeus.
spent days climbing up that fucking mountain.
Days.
And you just get up there.
Yeah, that's like you
get-
died
you
so
peek
long ago.
over and then just piss cannon shot in your face.
All right, let's move on. J.K. Simmons as gay gonad gape my son. wrote
What? What is that name? Like Gabe? Like J. Jonah Jameson?
in. Yeah, fella.
Will you say it again?
He's Jay Kimmons has gay gonad gape my son.
Go ahead, gape mice. That
Dumb.
is so stupid.
Hi, mom, dad, and the brother we keep locked in the attic. What's your favorite song on each album by your favorite bands? That's a big question.
Wait, I didn't even your favorite song on every album by your favorite band?
Yeah, so your every your
I can't
favorite
do bands. I can do,
every
like, artists.
album? Or
Yeah,
did
that's
you-
a bit of a big question. Like, we won't go through every single because that's a lot.
I
But
can do artists. I can't do bands. I can do an artist though easily.
I mean, that's the same question basically.
Yeah.
Like the artist, band, whatever.
favorite song on an album?
That's kind of.
Can you do 3?
I could do 3. I think maybe. I know for Rise Against it's easy because it's Suffer and the Witness.
Cum Guzzler.
I like Survive a lot on Suffer and the Witness.
And-
I think that's great.
Piss Cannon.
Piss Cannon, of course, by Rise Against. I kind of wish they would do shit like that.
That would be sick.
They're very self-serious in a way that
they're supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that more now, actually, as like the world has gotten significantly more absurd.
Yeah.
But like, there was a time where I would be like, I kind of wish they would, because there are punk bands that do just like fuck dumb songs. You know what I mean?
course.
Like System of a Down will do like that fucking what's that pizza song? You know what I mean? I don't remember if it's even a pizza
Pepperoni,
song.
fuck
Onion,
a dog
pecker,
in the
mushrooms,
ass?
olive chives.
Yeah.
They make I want to fuck a girl in the dog in the ass. Wasn't that one of them as well?
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I could be
That's
wrong.
just your thoughts.
yeah,
Vincent.
yeah.
That's not System of a Down.
I remember.
That's your
never mind.
conscience.
I'll tell you about something crazy after you're done.
I
with
mean,
this.
I think so.
Because I remember seeing a fucking. Remember the picture of the squirrel with the 2 condoms in it?
Oh yeah.
You always call back to that just cause.
It's a weird thing to remember.
Because it is the most insane image I've ever seen in my life.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I stand on that. That is the most like, what the fuck? Because it means they tried to be safe. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what?
You don't want to get rabies, man.
Like, what type of bastard?
That is an interesting.
That's why I remember. It's just like, what the fuck?
You don't want to get rabies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is interesting that somebody has the mental faculties to consider safety while also molesting a squirrel to death.
It's
I laugh, but I'm really sad.
Did you see the guy in? Did you see the guy in England who they CCTV? He fucking jerks off on like a seagull. He's like drunk apparently, and then he fucking like looking around, pulls his pants and starts jacking off, and he nuts on a bird and then kicks it.
Now here's the question I have about that, right? So he's drunk as fuck. He's doing this.
Yeah.
Is this, do you think, like a deliberate, like something that he thinks about all the time and just finally has the ability to do? Or is it like he's so drunk that it's like, no one's going to believe I did this?
I think there has
Because I do think people do things because they wouldn't do them.
There's something
You know what I mean?
evil about them, man.
can't be alcohol though.
There has to be
Yeah.
something evil about them. Because, like, that
That is a crazy thing to do.
is
Yeah.
just evil.
It's
That's-
super evil.
That's like, I don't even think it was sexual. I think it was just
That's what I mean. But that's what I
Especially
mean.
after he kicks it, kicks it afterwards too. So
Like soccer ball kick or like.
yeah, but it might have been
fuck outta here.
it might have been one of those things like how like some dudes are like so misogynistic where they'll like fuck a chick and like spit on her and like fuck out of your whore, like kind of like one of those. It might have been one of those things too. So it might be sexual, but also like, yeah, you're lower than me, bird. You're nothing.
All right, my favorite songs on each album of my artists. I can't. This is going to break me, and I'm gonna start laughing like a psychopath.
You did 2 songs. One more.
Okay, go.
Yeah, no, let's take turns because I have to think too.
You have to think for the last one.
I think so because I did one Rise Against. I did.
so. What does it? I thought we were gonna do like 1 artist, 3 albums.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I think on Suffer, I would say I would say Injection actually. I like Injection a lot, and then
Is that about
on-
injecting your penis? Is that what that song's about?
yeah, it's exactly what
That's
it's
sick,
about.
dude.
Yeah.
I like that.
Damn.
Was that was that the? Are you recapping or are you? Or was that the last one? I'm not.
I'm amending.
Okay.
Because so I think Injection on
Injection
Suffer,
on Suffer.
and I think Appeal to Reason.
We need some of that shit. We need some of that.
Yeah,
No,
what the
we
fuck
gotta,
is?
we gotta revamp.
I don't remember the album name or the
I'm trying to remember the name of the song.
The song.
You guys go.
Okay. All right. What do you got?
Okay, so for me, my favorite rapper is Joey Badass.
Okay.
Easily. So for
Sounds
him,
gay.
So niggas at play.
you remember. You remember. That touched my heart. That means you actually care a little bit. But for me, it's Survival Tactics with Capital Steez. Great song. Rest in peace, Capital Steez, of course.
Okay.
We got For Summer Nights. For me, it's probably going to be 9-5 to Infinity. I think that song is fucking insane. Very well done. When it goes to Before the Dollars, it's probably obviously gonna be Christ Conscious. I think that song is insane. Or it's what's the one where he's is it Big Dusty? No, it's the one where he's on and on and on and on and on and on. A Player Like Me, I think it's what it is when he raps up a word to kill, my little hair spill like a deadly weapon, attack an enemy, see in my section, fucking with tombstones, you'll get don't. I think that song,
Ew,
I forgot what it is.
Gape Like Me. Is that what you said?
I think it's Gangsta Like Me. Yeah, Gape Like Me. Yeah, Gape Like Me too. My ass ajar. All American,
sweet.
All American Badass. Obviously, it's fucking what you call legendary. Him and J. Cole. I think him and J. Cole that's one of the best songs ever.
All right, you can stop.
All right,
there.
that's it. Yeah.
You did 4.
There's more.
Yeah, like we're just trying to do like 3.
Yeah, so
what's your last one?
So it was Injection on Suffer, and then I think from The Unraveling, I would put Ever Changing, and then I think on Appeal to Reason, I'd probably put Elective Amnesia, which is like an iTunes single, so it wasn't actually on like the core album, but it's so good, and I just like it's always so weird. Like that used to be a thing, by the way. Like where like the best song on the album would be like an exclusive thing. I don't know if that happens anymore really, but like that was happening for a while, and I remember being like really annoyed by it because it was like always the hardest songs to find.
Yeah.
But those would be the ones. And by the way, that answer probably changes because like the way that I feel about music shifts day to day. But like today, I think that's kind of how I'm feeling.
All right, I feel that. The hardest thing for me.
Holy shit, I got it right. Yeah.
The hardest thing for me is like, what was my favorite artist? Because I don't really have one.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
So I kind of have
several.
to just like, I kind of have to just like
I have several as well.
juggle. Like, I'll just pick one. And I was thinking of a band that impacted me a lot. It was Bleeding Through when I was growing up, because of like they also had like these black metal influence in the metalcore scene, which was kind of unheard of at that time. No one was really blending those two genres. And so that shit was like, oh, I love black metal because it just sounds so cool. Even though it was like goofy as shit. People wearing corpse paint and being all, and I'm like, this is so gay, but the music sounds so cool.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, their first albums, so they have a song called Savior Saint Salvation on this album, Portrait of a Goddess. That features M. Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh.
You know, they all grew up in the same area. They all used to fuck each other and stuff in Orange County. So,
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, they're all just having sex with each other in the studio.
Yeah, on CCTV.
Yeah, on CCTV. I have it. I have it on my hard drive, my 40 gig hard drive that I got in 2004. It's crazy. My 40 gig hard drive still works. Yeah,
What?
From 2004. I got this hard. When Geek Squad erased my computer without telling me, because I would have been like, no, I have plenty of shit on there.
That's insane.
They just did it because my computer was acting up, and I'm like, oh, thanks. I lost all of my thousands of pictures that were only stored on my computer.
Yo, I think part of the reason why I haven't bothered to find the cable for that lacy hard drive is that I feel like I'll be crushed to find that it doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work?
Like if I know that it's broken and there's nothing I can do about it, that would be really sad.
I get that, so you just kind of keep it like, all right.
Yeah, it's like a possibility. It's like Schrodinger's cat kind
like-
of thing.
no,
It's
yeah,
both
yeah.
alive and dead at the same time because I can't use it and I don't know if it's still alive.
I like it. It's
Yeah.
actually a good way to. Sometimes, yeah, knowing is heartbreaking. Okay, so This is Murderous is the other album. I would have to go with the Love Lost in the Hail of Gunfire. That's probably their most famous song, and why it's so famous is because they use in that album they have 2 quotes from Boondock Saints. So the first quote is from Willem Defoe, like there was a firefight. Do you remember that part of the movie?
Yeah.
When he's describing like the scene, and so like that the song starts off with that quote, and that shit like already gets you hyped as fuck.
Yeah, I
You're
love
like,
that shit.
you're like,
I love movie quotes or like narration from like other things being like lead in or like
100%.
being like a part of a song. There's something about I know it's technically like not really that interesting because it's already existed or whatever. They're not written for it or whatever.
I think it's interesting still.
I love it.
I think it's cool. I love it.
I love it, and I gotta say, a lot of bands have deviated from that. Like it was like an era, because even my band, We Are the End, we did it. I put in a clip from Friday, Friday After Next specifically, of Pinky or whatever, and he was like threatening Craig with a gun because he thought he was breaking into his music store, his record store. And we put that before it, and then it just gets really heavy. He's like, say it again, I'll blow, whatever. So that was like the thing of just putting cool, whether it was serious or fucking goofy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need them to start doing this shit again because people aren't really doing it anymore. It's like not trendy anymore.
It's weird because when did it's a weird thing happened when like angst went from like angst knowing that this shit is bad and wrong to like angst being people just being fucking cunts. And like, when did that happen?
What are you talking about?
Because that's like all of metal from my whole life growing up. All of people were metalheads were angsty as fuck, but they weren't pieces of shit.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Because like the idea of like that, right? Like the idea of like what he's talking about, like freaking Pinky threatening to blow Craig's brains out.
Yeah,
It's like fucking, it's an insane thing. But like, people that would like that 5 years ago are cunts. They would be like, oh yeah, fucking kill that guy, he's an asshole. Opposed to you guys would probably like that and be like, yeah.
Well, I feel
it's
like
funny. It's just satirically funny.
it is where I will say it's weird that there's a certain amount of people that I didn't really think existed that get the wrong message out of stuff like that. Where
That's the thing.
it was
I feel like messages have
clearly
been lost.
it's clearly just like, oh, this is funny comedy, and then there's like it's like the people that watch Fresh and Fit or whatever.
Oh yeah,
like I think misogynistic jokes and racist jokes are funny, but like I don't feel any connection to it where it's like, yeah, fuck that bitch, you know, like in the way that I'm like, you're taking this way too seriously. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like,
And I feel like that was a common thing before. I feel like people would laugh at things satirically before all the
I
time.
mean, it's still there. I just feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot of
I
people
think
that
it's not. I think it's not the overwhelming majority. Like I feel like people that often laugh at that may be serious more often than they were before. Where it's like, oh, this is a joke.
Right. I think I think it's just the internet kind of intensifying everything.
I think we're hearing the louder crazies more. Definitely.
Yeah, I think
for
so.
sure,
For
and
sure.
people are catering to them and thing.
And
Okay.
I think
last
that's
one. Hold on,
making-
we gotta move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one, album's called The Truth. There's a song called Tragedy of Empty Streets. The intro is fucking dope as shit. That's all I gotta say. Great band. I'm gonna see him in December. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think obviously Rise is like my go-to because they're the tattoo.
Right, right.
I had them tattooed on me. Very important band to me still. But I think like, I don't know, man. I would probably put Devin Townsend as one of those people where it's just like, I think this guy's probably my favorite artist, period. But I don't know if I have like, there'd be too many. I still have to do a deep dive into a lot of his stuff. I still kind of find his stuff as I go.
I know what you mean.
Because he's so strange and it's also so weird.
That's
You have to-
definitely for me with Kanye. I think Kanye is definitely still like a very important artist for me.
Yeah.
I know it's his music anymore. I've kind of given up on it as a whole. But he has like a lot of his older music is like really impactful to me as a young person.
yeah, of course.
Is there an artist that like you like a lot of their songs, but you have not delved deep into their catalog? Do you think there's something like that?
I don't think so.
No.
I think like
Honestly, Paramore for me.
Ooh, really?
really.
I kind of haven't
I feel
really.
like they don't have that crazy of a catalog. I feel like
Right, I know.
They don't have that many albums. They
No.
would so.
Haley has a lot of singles. Like she's made up quite a bit of music. But like
Yeah.
Let's see. So you have
That's one of the more. That's one of the ones that come to mind because I like Paramore, but I haven't. I
they
don't
have
think
like
I've
4 albums.
I don't
it's
think
like,
I've
wait,
listened to a
All We Know Is
full-
Falling or something like that.
Something.
like that. And then
But this is what I
Riot,
mean. Like I don't know the names of them.
Brand New Eyes,
Yeah.
self-titled. This
And
was
then-
2013, and then the 2017 one,
Like the-
and
like
then
the funky
whichever
pop.
the other
After
one
Laughter,
that came
I
out.
think?
Yeah, so
After
they,
Laughter,
they probably
and
have
then
like
there's,
6 albums.
And then Casa something, whatever it is, the newest.
How
So
many?
They have 6. They have 6 albums.
I think they have 6. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they have like 6. I've listened to each one. Huge Paramore fan.
Yeah.
To me though, the sweet spot was Riot and Brand New Eyes. I actually
Brand New Eyes is a dope fucking album.
I think, man, I know a lot of people would disagree with me, but I feel like it's the same with Linkin Park, where a lot of people are like Hybrid Theory is the best album. I think Meteora is a better album.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's
think
just
Hybrid
a better
Theory is more
version.
iconic.
I think
it's
that's
more
a-
iconic.
Yeah.
I
but
feel
I-
like that's a
sure.
respectable. That's kind of like Halo 2 or Halo 3. It's like I feel like both of those answers are right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like to me, I wouldn't be mad. I just think in my assessment, it's just a more mature, fleshed out version of Hybrid Theory. Like the songs are better written. They're much more impactful.
Ben-
I think they're.
Ben is a Linkin Park fucking fanatic. Like,
How does he feel about the new one?
He doesn't. He's sensible. So he was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. I still love Linkin Park for what they were, and I still have that."
Yeah.
I didn't,
Like a sensible person.
I think fine is the perfect answer because it is just fine.
Yeah.
You're never
and,
gonna get the same experience you had when an artist
No, it's
dies.
impossible.
That's
I do have
how
one,
it is.
I do have one like really negative thing to say, and I hope this doesn't happen to anybody else. Her screams, the Emily Armstrong, reminds me of the who is it? Tara Strong? Who's the actress, the voice actor that does Tommy Pickles,
Yeah.
Buttercup? When you hear
Everyone.
when you hear Emily Armstrong, yeah, right,
She does
right.
everyone, yeah.
When you hear Emily Armstrong scream, it sounds like Tommy Pickles crying, and like I can't get it out of my head. Like no, there is a like there is a thing that like if you hear Tommy Pickles cry, like the loud like that, that's how the scream, and I can't get it out
Oh
of my
man,
head.
I don't know.
It fucks me up, dude.
I don't know if I hear that.
I hear
There's
it.
one song specifically where she
Yeah.
screams, and I'm like, I don't know if I like it. I think it's fine. Like I listened to it. I was like, there's some that I put on my playlist. I actually liked some of the softer ones more actually.
But he is a huge Linkin Park fan. He's like, I think Meteora is a better album as well.
It's just when you think about
I'm trying to remember what
think about the song.
I like Hybrid Theory so much.
I mix those up a lot, honestly.
So Line from You, and you want to talk about Linkin Park, Line from You is my favorite fucking song off that album. It's so good. To me, it's the perfect, like, this is everything that Linkin Park embodies. It's a heavy song. The rapping is serviceable. It's not, he wasn't that good yet, but like he was serviceable. But like the chorus is.
What year is this? It's like 2004?
This is 2002?
2000. What the fuck is this?
3?
So this is before he because like he
to me
Chester can rap. I think people that deny
Mike,
that.
You Mike?
Huh?
Mike?
What do you
said
mean?
Chester.
Oh, sorry, Mike. Yeah, Mike Shinoda can rap.
Yeah.
Like I think like people say he can. I'm like
He definitely
he's proven he does know how. He learned how.
Way
Granted,
better.
he wasn't like a Eminem that was probably out the womb fucking making rhymes as a baby.
Yeah.
But like he learned how to rap. He could.
I would tell you, look, I think one of his best grounded songs, it was from his Fort Minor album. But there's a song called In Stereo, where it's a very hip, it's a very West Coast thing.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. Oh, ready for here we go. We got this whole block rocking in stereo. His
I know that song. Yeah.
That song, like I feel like he's perfect on that song where I was like, he got that beat, he understood the assignment, and he like attacked it perfectly. And
no, Meteora is definitely better
it's fucking
than Hybrid Theory.
Dude, From the Inside.
Oh,
makes
really?
The song easier to run, numb, fucking like that.
To me,
is
Breaking the
amazing.
Habit does it because like I love that song.
That's a good song.
Like that's my that was
We fucking all sang it at karaoke. All of them. Literally, you
yeah,
sing it,
that's right.
And then I say it.
It's that song is so
fighting for.
fucking good, man.
It's a
Like,
great
and
song.
that music video was
The
like
vibe is
that,
awesome.
Yeah, the vibe of that song is like unbelievable. Like that music video, I think was like the first time that a music video caught my attention ever.
Oh.
Because I was like, what the fuck is
Really?
this?
That's crazy. I can't.
Because that's pretty early. Like
For
when
me,
was
it's a Britney
Meteora? What
Spears
year
song.
was that?
Meteora was either. This is weird because I think it was 2002.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
I'll tell you when it came out.
It's either 2002 or 2003. It's hard for me to.
Yeah.
But I feel
I'm
like
like 8 or 9 when that comes out, and I see like that fucking video, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because I'm that's like middle of like the hot streak of Toonami. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So like
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck is this? This is. I would watch this show.
Yeah, that's man, fucking fantastic album. I did a whole retrospective on their albums, and I ranked them. That was number one. I think some people. It was hard though because I feel like a lot of people need to give Living Things, their 2012 album, more listens because that's actually an amazing album.
Is that the one with Lost in the Echo on it?
Yes, Lost
I
in
like
the
that
Echo.
one.
That album's actually really good. I think Castle of Glass is one of the best songs I've ever written.
I like that one too.
That's a fucking great song.
People made fun of me for liking that song. And I
They're
was like,
fucking insane.
It's good.
If you like fucking Breaking the Habit, how the fuck do you not like?
Yeah, it's
Castle
like
of Glass?
it's impossible not to like.
Very similar
Like
vibes.
it's not like complicated.
Yeah, it's not at
But
all.
like I mean, I don't think things need to be complicated to begin.
It doesn't need like
yeah.
is Breaking the Habit complicated? It's
No.
very
It's very
simple-
straightforward,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, people are insane. They sometimes they get caught up in this thing of like, oh, let's just hate on it for fucking whatever reason. People go back to it and they're like, oh, actually, this was really good.
Yeah.
Comparatively,
Forever, Don't Stay.
when you listen to the fucking
Somewhere I
album,
Belong. Holy shit.
a good record,
Somewhere
man.
I Belong.
Line from You.
I've always
Line from You
unapologetically.
is so good.
Fane is my fucking jam. I still listen to
Fane's
that
good.
song regularly.
Dude, I've just so always unapologetically loved. Like if I would play it all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I remember I had to live through that weird period where everybody was like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Linkin Park's kind of dumb. And it's just like, all right,
Linkin
sure.
Park is for it's a period piece. for
I'm gonna tell you
but, like,
that-
there's nothing wrong with it.
It's a period piece in the same way that GTA 4 is a period piece.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this is fucking good.
But that was
and
like-
if you don't like it, like God, you don't have to like it, but like this is definitely not objectively bad by any
You know what I
metric.
don't like? I don't like the people that even like say my boy Anthony Fantano. The only problem I've ever had with him is I grew out of this stuff kind of a thing. Where I'm like, you're gay, dude. Like don't fucking tell me that
you
shit,
can
bro.
grow out of things. That's
Look,
true.
I just don't look at. Here's the thing. I don't like when people have this. Oh, I'm too mature now. I'm not because like the way that. First of all, I was an angsty teenager myself, so the music I listened to objectively, it didn't do anything. I think I'm an outlier because I think there was a lot of people that it really like deep into my soul, crawling at my skin on the depression. Like I get it, and me, I was like, I'm a happy kid. I understand and appreciate what it is. When I still listen to Crawling or any of those things, it's still the same to me.
Yeah.
It is just good written songs that sound good.
I agree, but that
I age out of I think
another thing. I age out of Tyler the Creator. Like I was fucking Tyler is that generation's time of like angst and like fucking.
I still like what it's how
hard-
it sounds.
I
still like how it sounds.
I still like the songs, right? And I guess you go out of artists, because people change, people go on their paths to like change their
I don't know
sound.
if I think what's happening.
So
or
I
like,
guess I no, you're right. I agree.
I
You're
just
right.
the way that I feel about it is like there are facets of things that I grow out of in the sense of like I like this song for X, Y, and Z, right? And now maybe I don't like it for X as much because it doesn't hit for me in the same way.
In that way,
because
yeah.
I'm not in high school and like these lyrics used to be very challenging, but now like as I've listened to a lot more, it's just like, oh, they're fine and they do what they.
I guess,
but like the other things are like this sounds good or like this is a vibe to karaoke to or just to put on in the background. Like that to me, I never age out of that.
I
like,
always still like the things for liking them.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
I may
Sonically-
have liked it because like it was like something that really spoke to me,
Yeah.
but I still like it. It's just that's not something I would like listen to all the time, but like I can still turn. I like what song do I liked so much that I fucking.
I can give you a good example for me.
Go ahead.
Like I Hate Everything About You by 3 Days Grace.
3 Days Grace.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
But there was a time where I thought it was like, oh man, I fucking feel this.
Yeah.
I don't feel that anymore.
Yeah.
But I still like that song. It's
That's why
good.
it's fascinating to me that that's what I said. I think I'm an outlier because it just since I was a happy kid and a teenager. I didn't have like my challenges were very mundane, right? I felt very like privileged, even though like we were just normal middle class people. But I didn't feel like teenagers are very self absorbed, like oh my life's so this, everything's so. I didn't have that. So when I listened to Linkin Park. Fucking break stuff, Limp Bizkit. None of that shit meant nothing to me. It was just felt cool. I'm like, oh man, I like the way this sounds. Fucking give me something to break. When like the fucking that riff, dun, like it just sounds fucking awesome to me. Korn, like they made some like very depressed songs in their Untouchables album,
Right.
And nothing. It did nothing for me. It just sounds awesome. Stain is a notoriously sad fucking sap pussy band that's all about, oh, I'm so sad. There's a song called like For You or To My Mother, To My Father. And I'm like, that shit means nothing to me. But then people that are like,
I think you're
oh, I'm so sad. And
Yeah, or like, you know what another one was? You know what another one
You
was?
have-
Bully by
you'll have-
Shinedown was another one of those.
That you have a you don't have that emotional connection to the songs.
No.
I think that's why you have the perspective you have.
Yeah.
And I think this like growing out of things is like a thing that happens. I think it just does happen,
I listen to
Like,
things less for
'cause,
sure.
like for me,
I
like
don't
I
listen
used
to Disturbed nearly as much.
I used to
Yeah.
love Pokemon
I've heard
so
th-
much, right? I was a big fan of Pokemon. I still love Pokemon for what it was at the time when I was loving it,
Yeah.
Like I still love Totodile. I still fucking think Arcanine is probably the coolest thing to have, a giant flaming dog. I think that's lit as fuck.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, oh, I don't really play this
That's a
anymore.
good
It's kind
point,
of
though.
Like, this escaped my
That's a good
my
point
purview of
because I
enjoying.
did fall off of Pokemon pretty fast.
But you
However,
still love the ones you
bro,
love.
I have
Exactly.
fucking coughing tattooed on my thigh.
Exactly. Like it's still a thing, Like
it's just so. I guess back to the original point where I don't know why. Say for example, like it's not. I just picked Anthony as because he's so popular in what he does. Is that I don't think he needs to acknowledge or even say that like I don't really listen to this anymore or I grew out of this, because to me it doesn't really. It's kind of like, well, you're being objective about this music right now, and that's all I care about is how does it sound to you, and not say. Does it like it's almost like you're letting people know, like, hey, I want to let you know that this just doesn't speak to me. Like, don't think I'm a weird fucking angsty kid or I'm going through some shit, because that's how I feel like when people say like, oh, I don't listen to that cringy shit anymore, and I'm like, well, yeah, it doesn't need to be cringy. It's music. It's like say I wonder, hey, can you listen to Baby Metal? You don't understand the lyrics. Like I don't understand a fucking word of what they're saying.
Right. Yeah.
It sounds awesome.
it's
as
like me listening to
fuck.
fucking dweeb music. Like when I was like people listen to dweeb music. Like it's like I don't know. Like you don't have to say.
I think it's weird.
You can still acknowledge it's good. You can still like, oh,
Right.
like this is like.
That's all.
I think
This
it's
is
weird that like
age.
when he says he ages out of things, he seems to do it in like a.
I'm too
and I
old
like
for
I
this
like
now.
Anthony Fantano, but like
Of
I think
course.
it's one of those things where it's like I think he does it It's like an all or nothing type thing. It's like, oh, I've aged out of this facet of relating to this music, therefore I don't think it sounds good anymore. It's like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you're not gonna fucking.
Is it contextually like that all the time though? Is it like
It's specific bands with a lot. What are you saying?
Well, I was gonna say if it's not like that, if that's not how he's meaning it to sound, he's doing a bad job of not.
That's what it's coming. That's how it's coming.
That's how it's coming across. I think
there's a lot of records he doesn't, or there's a lot of albums that he doesn't review, and something that I would expect that he would do. And there's other ones like it, and it's always happens to be in this span of time where it was like new metal and metalcore, where he'll preference that. Oh, I don't really listen to this anymore. At a time I was into this, but then like there's other things that have consistently stayed good to him. He never has to have that like asterisk or that disclaimer.
Yeah, I guess.
And so I'm just like, all right, man, you don't need. Look, I think people understand. 'Cause it's like, say me, if I was gonna. I don't, like I said, I don't really listen to Disturbed that much anymore.
Right, yeah.
But when I do listen to it, it still sounds good to me. So it's not, the music hasn't changed, and I didn't really gravitate towards the messages because I always thought it just didn't apply to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't applicable to me, but you know, one thing that does apply to me was more political messaging, like you said, like punk.
Right,
and say a lot of hardcore, and like say Killswitch Engage, their old lyrics were very like unifying and very just hardcore and shit. And so that stuff stuck with me. How I'm feeling right now, like as a person, I'm very jaded just because of the thing.
Of course, yeah.
So I don't want to listen to that right now. Right now, when I hear that unifying shit, I'm like, shut the fuck up, because I'm just not feeling that.
That's
right
me
now.
for Rise, man.
But it's definitely, that did speak to me, and it's just a vibe.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm gonna put it away forever. It's like, oh, I don't listen to that anymore.
I think there is also like a desensitization thing too. It's like, you know, things can only be exciting for however long, you know what I mean?
True.
Like, I've listened to every Rising Against album so much at this point that like,
for sure.
I don't, like, when I'm playing music, I kind of don't put them on that much because I've heard it. Like, and you know, sometimes I'm feeling it, and sometimes like, yeah, I could listen to Savior right now, or I could listen to fucking this entire album front to back. But it's like, it's a much rarer occurrence than it used to be. I used to have it constantly.
You guys are on Sociopaths that have over fucking 1,000 fucking song playlists where I'm getting music from like 2011.
What do you mean?
My Spotify playlist. Like, my Spotify playlist is so huge. I have songs.
Yeah, mine's pretty.
I need
we
to
went
do
over
it.
it like on a recent episode. I'm pretty sure.
I'm so lazy.
I
need to get on your guys' level.
Mine is from songs that, like, I have songs from like the Odd Future days that are like Tron Cat and freaking that song's intense. Tron Cat is an intense fucking song. I'm like
84 hours and 1 minute.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I told you guys, but what do you think? How long is my longest playlist?
it's like 50 something songs, right?
We talked about this on an episode too.
We did. Just an hour. Just guess an hour.
Hour?
Hours.
I would guess maybe like 5 hours.
And Kingston, what do you think?
Maybe like 3.
Really?
3 hours.
That's wild.
3 hours.
58 hours.
That's only like 6, 7 albums.
It's not enough because when I do playlists, because I used to make playlists on CDs all the time, and it was specifically I tried my best, no artists repeated. It was like
right.
My playlists are extremely curated, and so I have my Ultra Mix, which has breaks the rules. We'll have maybe 2 or 3 artists, but it's just a handful of songs from one artist, and then I get lazy and don't continue it.
Right.
And I was like, fuck. There's plenty of I recently discovered a band that's quickly becoming probably one of my favorite bands called Unto Others. And they're like, to me, a non-gay version of Ghost. You know, like, say, if you're, because I feel like there's some people that like the music Ghost, but they're like, what is this theatric shit? This is gay as fuck. And like Unto Others are like, they have a similar vibe, but they don't do any of that like theatrical shit that some people are maybe will look at it and be like, this is cringy and stupid.
I agree. Some of the music I listened to before is like I don't. For me, it's particularly Tyler. I look back at old Tyler the Creator, and I'm like,
I get it.
This nigga was tripping.
I get it.
This dude was bugging.
Dude, when I listen to Limp Bizkit specifically, like, I'm just like, but even when I was young, I was like, this is stupid. But like, it was fun.
Yeah.
But now to me, it's just infinitely more stupid. It's still fun,
true.
but like, I'm just like, this is dumb as fuck, but I still enjoy listening to it. And I feel like that was the thing where I'm like, yo, Fantano, I mean, can't you just like still... You can just be. We all know. I don't think there's anyone on the planet that doesn't realize how fucking stupid this shit is. That's not like we all get it.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah, we get it. It's stupid as shit.
Question that based off is when at one moment you guys were like realize like Like what age did you guys lose your like egocentric nature? You were like, oh yeah, the world is just way bigger than me. Like this world is way bigger than me.
I don't know. I'm still waiting.
Crazy. I think I was genuinely like maybe like 17 when I was like, oh this world is way bigger than I am. Like there's shit going on.
I mean, technically, I feel like it happened to me like a couple times. I think when I was 7, I was like, I grew up real quick, and I was like, oh fuck, okay, everything's weird. But then I think like I kind of fell back into things, and then I think maybe 20 was when I came back out. I think
it's
when I started like not keeping myself in a box about the stuff that I wanted to take part in. I guess where I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch that movie. It's like, or I don't know if I want to listen to that music. It's like pop or whatever. I don't want to fucking pop music's dumb. So yeah, I think
I had my pop mix, man. I had my pop mix.
I had my pop on the low. I didn't want to be real about it because I always liked.
I
like Justin Bieber. I like Justin Bieber for
I just put Natasha Benning. What is it? Pocket Full of Sunshine on my playlist.
Oh,
like
good
the other
song.
day. I didn't realize that was.
I got a pocket.
Yeah. I didn't realize that those were the same songs. By the way.
What do you mean?
Like the chorus and the verse of that song, I remember them being separate songs.
I don't know the verse at all, actually.
So
there's a place that I go that nobody knows where the rivers flow. And
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like the choruses. I guess there are two choruses.
They sound different.
Because I got a pocket full of sunshine.
Oh, so
and then it's like, take me away to better days.
That's the same song.
Yeah.
It's one long chorus.
So the sunshine is
pre-chorus,
a pre-chorus.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But isn't that weird? Like I thought I could have sworn those were separate songs.
That's not a short song. Isn't it like a 6-minute song?
No, it's not that long.
No, wait. You're not gonna make a pop song that long. It's crazy. I think the producers would like.
No, it's like 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
The producers would kill someone that made a pop song that long. They're like, people don't have retentions for that long for pop. No way.
People have no retention
fucking way.
for songs in general.
Like, that's why they all have
That's
radio
why you
edits.
don't even know. That's why you don't even know the full song. You were like,
well, I'd never
half the
listened
songs
to
that
it.
really?
I would just hear it, like because it was popular, dude. Like that song was everywhere. It was in like restaurants or like department stores or like.
Honestly, I only remember that song from the movie Easy A.
Oh, I don't know if I ever
Easy A.
was that Emma Stone?
Yeah, that was the first movie.
Because it was like a Hallmark card or something like that. You'd open it and it would start playing that song. I only remember from that fucking movie. But back then I was trying to pipe Emma Stone, Because I was like, oh, I'm a background actor. I'm gonna work my way up like they all did. I'm gonna pipe this bitch, and then of course.
I think it's really funny how like that's another movie that I wish I could see the perspective of the little black brother who was just like watching his sister. I wish I could just see. I wish there was like a director's cut or like DLC to movies, so I could see movie from other person's perspectives. So I would love to see a horror movie from perspective of a friend that didn't go along.
Oh, so it's just like a life.
Well, no, he's watching it happen from a distance, and he's like, "Well, that's crazy."
I feel like if you watch it happen from a distance, you're involved.
You're pretty close to it. It was like
he's just like hearing about stuff.
It was like
he's
me when I went to Tower Records and like my homie was like stealing a bunch of CDs. Yeah, and then like we went to Taco Bell and he's like, "I'm gonna go back," and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait outside." I was like, and then all of a sudden I see my other homie come out and he's like, yeah, he got arrested. my friend got arrested. I went back for seconds, like a fucking retard. Then I'm there watching, like, yeah, of course you're gonna fucking. You don't go back for seconds, you retard.
You don't double dip that fast.
You know what's crazy?
Exactly. It was crazy. Like an hour later.
It was crazy. I was supposed to be in Tower Records on that day.
Damn,
I get it.
That's crazy.
How many records did
you
he
would have
steal?
somehow been to? Huh?
How many records did he steal? 111.
9/11.
Yes.
Reminds me of that terrible tragedy.
Yes, he did. He somehow stacked. He held them in his hands.
He had a bag of holding, and he just kept showing them inside.
Do you think they immediately called? Like, do you think like on the morning of 9/11 when that happened, by the end of the day, like maybe like 8 p.m. Somebody was like, somebody walked into an apartment somewhere. It's like, oh, you're looking down. What's wrong? And it's like, oh, you didn't hear 9/11.
I think they said, do you not know what happened
Yeah, that's
September
what
11th?
they said. Yeah.
9/11.
9/11 just happened.
You didn't know?
I think they said what happened on September 11th.
No, but it's still 9/11. They wouldn't say that.
They'd be like, what just happened? What happened today?
That's what they did when Kobe died. I was in Dunkin' Donuts, and then they were like,
that's right.
And they're like, oh my God. And they're like, oh, January 20 something. And we all started crying and pissing ourselves. It was crazy.
Yeah,
In unison.
Everybody kept shooting the donuts in the fucking trash can. Kobe.
We were all like, good Kobe. It was crazy.
Everybody was getting top on the counter and then slamming their heads.
You know T-Hawk? You know T-Hawk? How he does this fucking like a little...
the diagonal.
I can't believe it was a plane crash that got him.
It makes me really sad that was
Yeah, it was a plane crash.
Yeah.
That was just straight up incompetence, man.
Yeah, just with the guy, he was like, do a barrel roll, and then just...
And then Kobe was
in a helicopter. A barrel roll in a helicopter is such a fucking fundamental misunderstanding.
This fucking guy was just showing off. There was some girl in there that he was trying to fuck, right?
That is so crazy. That's like trying to drift on a sponge or something. Like, it's just like, that's not...
It's like trying to drift
Kinda wanna
on
try
a
now.
fucking scooter
Well,
while
can,
you're in
kinda.
the highway.
Oh. Yeah, no.
That's fire. I think
Have you seen people like drive their bikes and like low profile their bikes and then get under like fucking...
Yeah, I've
Get
seen
under
that.
fucking...
I want those people to be hit
on
so
a
badly.
bike. No, on a bike. Not on a motorcycle. On like
Oh, you mean a bicycle?
Bike. Yeah, like a bicycle.
Please go. Bice.
All right, let's move on.
I've never...
I do want to bring this up because we mentioned...
so robotic.
This is a
Sorry.
question... I didn't
fun.
read this question earlier, but it kind of has something to do with something that we talked about. I just want to make sure it's read because
May
it's
I
pretty good.
ride your bicycle?
It's a bicycle.
Is that Don James or whatever the fuck that guy was? Like,
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
called
yeah.
a unicycle, is it? Got him. He's thinking.
Fuck.
I'm inside of him. I'm inside of your heads already.
Do we say unicycle?
Yeah, unicycle.
Yes.
I've
No,
won.
I understand it's correct. That's why I said it's something like a robot, where like a sort of robot, a bicycle.
A bicycle. I don't say bicycle.
Of course you don't. Anyway, look, I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30 wrote in. He says, "Hello, worms. I just want to let you in on a conspiracy.
What's
the
up?
government won't let you name your children slurs because doing so will cause the child to become immortal. That's why Dick Van Dyke is still up dancing circles around even those 20 years younger than him at 98. This man is keeping us all down, and I'm tired of sitting in silence. Have a good one."
That's real.
I didn't consider that. His name is various slurs.
Yeah.
Dick isn't a slur.
Well, it can be.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah, dickhead.
It's not a slur.
It is. I mean, technically,
That's an offensive
I mean,
phrase.
technically, they're all slurs. Technically,
No, I think slurs come from...
No, because like you have to put the caveat, like say racial slur, this slur. It's a slur.
yeah.
But I think...
A slur is just a
What's it-
denigrating remark.
I thought that was... Really? I guess. No, I guess slurs
Slur-
have to have
slur-
something like some negative connotation, pre-connotation to be a slur.
What are you
Well, no,
saying?
because like say you can call someone a Jew and it can be a slur, even though Jew is not supposed to be a slur.
Depends on how you
This
use
fucking
it.
nigga. Oh my god! I'm telling you, there's gonna be a compilation of
No,
this guy.
no. I'm saying it's an offense. Whoa, I'm pro-Jew in this moment. In this one moment.
now he
this
says.
one moment.
Now he says.
Look, I'm gonna change my tune very soon. But like in this very moment, it's like I think that's a...
I get it. Once the war stops, I get it. I understand.
I think. I think slur is technically it's a spectrum. You know what I mean? I think there are slurs that are not particularly offensive, and I think there are slurs that are on like the end. But I think because we only consider the deep end of those slurs offensive, those are just referred to as slurs more colloquially. But I think it's all a slur.
Yeah, that makes
You know?
sense. Oh my god, Zero's calling me again.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I've never been. Here, hit me. Zeros. All zeros. Whoops, all zeros.
So an act of speaking in...
And it's from a guy named Scam Likely.
Scam likely.
What a fucking weird name.
That is fucking. What is this? It's so weird.
Is that Scandinavian?
Hopefully they'll leave me a voicemail. I want to see what's going on with that.
calling you.
That's President Derrick. I know you hung up on me, but I want you to lead the gays.
I got a pocket, blue sunshine. Hello? Oh no, he's dead and gay.
He's dead. You got a phone call from Zeros,
Dude.
and you answered it and answered.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, it knows my name. So I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's probably somebody letting you know your house is gone.
We're taking everything.
I mean,
Okay,
if
so
it's
slur-
important, they'll leave a fucking voicemail. That's crazy. He said
I mean,
my
you did
name.
you did hang up on them twice, to be fair.
And I did say, sorry, he's dead and gay.
That is.
I feel like it's
crazy.
the first time he's ever heard that, whatever this is.
Oh, for
And
sure.
gay?
and gay? Fuck.
And gay is pretty
I guess
crazy.
I'll leave him alone.
All right, let's
I
get
guess
the
I'll
fuck
leave
out of
this
here.
fella be.
Let's
Yeah,
wrap,
let's
let's
get the fuck
wrap
outta here.
things up.
Flintlock pistol.
We got like 3 hours up in this bitch again.
Hey, bro. It be what it be. And it be that way.
They really do be that way.
It be like that. And it's nobody's fault, really.
full of penis.
I got a penis and it really fucking itches. Oh, no. Oh, no, it really itches.
A specifically itchy penis.
Do what you want with penis?
I got a itchy penis.
All right, count me down. We're gonna read our $25 and up patrons now. You can come in, go over at patreon.com/Snark Tank. Get your name on the list. Make me read your name. Count me down.
3, 2, 1.
It's Emma. Halal pussy got me stoning. Halal pussy. That's crazy.
That's pretty good.
That is insane. Goonimus Prime.
That's a really double feature right there.
That's a double feature if I've ever fucking seen one. Goonimus Prime, comedy shorts rapist, and as Shaggy and his little companion Roofy do, hitting a puppy with a psycho crusher.
Damn.
I like when he the wall bounce one too.
That thing's
so
gone.
wall bounce, dude.
That motherfucker's gone.
If your hoe wife ain't treating you right, come up and see old Dan. I'll rock him, sock him in the face. I am from the 60s, man. Sleaze Merchant. Bleaching Sween. So white. He looks like Chaozu.
I need
That'd be
that.
fucking amazing.
So
I need
fucking
that.
funny.
He should do that for Christmas one year.
Yeah.
Dress as Chaozu.
Should do it tomorrow.
For his Christmas Chaozu.
Christmas Chaozu.
Hey, Tien.
There's a picture I saw somebody drew of him like with like a fucking mogging face. Or like a
Yeah,
no,
that
no,
one.
like it was like a no, not my like it was like a mew. He was like mewing. He was like but it was so gross. Sleaze Merchant, Bleaching Sween, so he looks like Chaozu.
Go
The
look
black
up porn of him fucking Tien. Because you know it's already there. So
look up Chaozu crawling up Tien's urethra ever so slightly and
The fact
lovingly.
that Chouts was a grown ass man really bothers me.
He isn't.
He is.
He's 68.
He's probably older than that, low key.
I mean, yeah, actually.
he was 40 something when they found him. You know. No, that's serious. That no, like
Chaozu
all
in
jokes
his
aside.
40s. I understand, but like he's so ageless to me.
Right.
Like I never considered him as having an age at all.
How do you spell Chaozu?
I don't know.
Figure that out yourself.
I guess, yeah. Let's see what happens.
Just phonetically guess.
I think it's C.
I think there's a Z in there.
Chizaou.
Well, don't trust him on spelling.
That's
certainly.
true. That's also true.
The Black Knight, starring Cumstain Bale and Heath Edger. Stupid. Broly backshotting Sweeney. Sweeney is just Chris in his Ozaru form. Riding Girthy by Chamillionaire.
Writing girthy. That's gay millionaire. What do we got?
Chameleon gay.
That is so Chameleon gay.
Gay.
That sucks.
That's so bad.
That shit slapped, bro.
Being gay and retarded is a Caribbean thing. I got news for you. You're fucking gay, as in homosexual. You killed Uncle Hank.
Boned and
My
I'm gaping.
This dick's flowing in the ass and ain't a stopping. Try to me dick in my butt, dick in my booty hole. Try to put dick in my ass. Try to put dick in my ass. They try to put dick in my ass.
So fucking
Just
shitty.
putting penis
so fucking
in
shitty.
my butt. I got
They're trying to put dick in my ass.
Trying to put dick in my ass. Trying to put dick in. Trying to put dick in my ass.
Fucking you read.
No, you finish it. Finish this page. I'll take over. I'll take over afterwards.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. No regard for syllables at all.
That's what makes it more fun. I'm not doing it for the art. I'm not here for that.
Stupid, man.
What the fuck? Coltrane and Buttigieg in a Pacific Grinch mech. 5 96-hour energies in a row to unlock the gauging. Beating Jimmy Carter to death in a pillow fight. Domo Nation. Vaughn of the Dead. Jobless bum wasting $25 a month on this shit. I listened to that.
go.
I listened to that gay Ben Shapiro verse the other day, or every day. Today I learned meth was first discovered and created in Japan. Yet another amazing contribution they have made to American society.
Fire.
They invented Adderall indirectly. That's crazy.
They did.
Oh
yeah, you're right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because it is technically methamphetamine.
It's that methamphetamine. Yeah.
I genuinely cannot tell if Kingston is anti-Semitic or not.
That's the fucking point, baby. That's why I want to be. I want to be at that place. I'm like, hey,
He is profound. He hates Jews, actually.
That's crazy. Literally one of my best friends. Two of my close friends are Jewish.
He's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, I have
You know,
black friends too. But
Yeah. Yeah, he's also not presenting Jew, you know? That's why you gotta.
Jew presenting is insane.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said
Yeah,
it.
Chaozu's an old man, actually.
Wait, how old is he?
Chaozu's like 60.
So it's crazy. In the Dragon Ball GT series, he's 51.
He's 51.
I can't explain exactly why, but that is exactly the funniest age for him to be.
Well,
Him being 51 and not 50 is hilarious.
Yeah, right.
so right now in Dragon Ball in the manga, we're currently right before the end of Z. Like right at the currently where the manga
I
ends.
can't even.
Right before the end of Z.
Yeah. So like, you know, when you see everything when they're like going to the tournament, all that stuff, and they're flying and shit.
Yeah.
That is where we are right now in the series.
That's so stupid.
So we're at the end of Z again.
Yeah, technically.
Okay, so nothing's changed.
We got a whole lot of filling it in.
This is the worst sci-fi ever. Like it's so. It's
To call
so
this
bad.
sci-fi is crazy. It's fucking.
so
It's magic
bad.
bullshit.
It's so bad, but like I love it so much.
I mean, I'll be a ride or die Dragon Ball fan until.
yeah,
it's,
I don't.
like,
I don't
over.
need it to make sense at all. I don't
Yeah,
care.
absolutely. It's the fucking.
I genuinely can't
He
tell
became
if
an
Kingston
alien, and it
is
was like,
anything.
what it's happening.
Literally hammering someone. Literally hammering someone in the ass. Going to do heinous shit to Luce, the Vatican Church's anime girl mascot. Blair White canonically banging me, please. God's hottest femboy fucking straight men. I built my goon cave for Sween. Will Graham pissing in Hannibal's mouth and giving him a piss kink. Dupin. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Dopinder.
Damn, you're really
I really am looking at this and I am so bewildered by what
stun
I'm
locked.
Look at it's the first one.
The penis. Go shout at a clit over, you cunt.
Thanks for reading it outside of the mic. Doe penis. Go shout at a clit, Homer, you cunt.
I mean,
It's a reference to.
I'm
him
getting
liking
it's
a
The
donut.
Simpsons, but like
That's what I'm saying.
dough penis. I thought it was like
I think
dough
I think
penis.
maybe, but that's not.
I think it's a
Is it
donut.
D apostrophe-
Donut.
it's DOU is in penis. So I think he's
Oh,
like
so it's
doe
like a
penis.
donut penis, like a dough penis.
Dude, I had to think so much to wrap my head
Why did you
around
say
this.
penis nut?
I don't know, man. That sucks. Also,
That's
De-
better.
what do you?
At least cum nut. I don't know.
Come nut.
Wow.
Death.
Double entendre.
N-words be named James and only be one N-word.
I saw that meme a few days ago, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was a meme where it was fucking Beerus saying that to somebody, and I was like, "What the fuck
Because
is
James
this?"
ends in S and it's plural and it's like one person. Is that what it is?
I guess.
All right.
I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Do you think things are gonna get funnier or less funnier?
Yeah, an individual James should be Jame.
It should be.
I mean, I guess.
It is weird that
Yeah.
you have a. My name isn't Derrick's.
Yeah.
Fuck's that?
And my name isn't Chris.
It should be cry.
He'd be crying.
Cry.
Cry.
Hey,
Hey, what's good, Cry?
What's going on, Chris?
I've definitely been called that. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. You were in Memphis.
I've definitely thought. I've definitely thought about cum. Epic butt battles of history. My dick versus your ass. Big meaty.
It's just gay porn.
It's just gay. It's literally just gay,
Big
gay
butt
porn.
battle, and one guy's getting fucked. So he's fucking lying there.
Battle of it.
It's the same fight every time.
It's just this one poor asshole getting blown into submission, blown out.
Just fucking insides turned out, dude.
You can hear the dude squealing. They don't show.
I can't.
It's
I
right
can't.
above his ass. Yeah.
When you just hear
You're
him
just showing the torso just fucking going.
Big meaty stinks. The human taxidermy fleshlight and dildo business will pop off. Trust me. Andy, the man whose handies are now S tier and forever dandy.
Who won? You two.
You decide. Who's next? We decide. RFK Jr. looks like a Ren and Stimpy character. He does. He looks like that live action, like not the live action, but like that hyper detailed one where
Yeah.
the guy wakes up.
Yeah.
I love that fucking run. That clip is amazing.
He wakes up so human.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's like a rotoscope.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Papa Gary comes in me, peeking in my rectum. I am gay.
I am gay.
I've come.
Heath Smoker going is off to Vegas. Gids Review Slaves USA, the Goon Goblin.
Nice. You can actually do that.
Yeah,
Put the helmet on and start jacking off a bunch.
that would be insane.
He come on the eyes of it and then windshield wipe it off with your fucking thing.
You have to lay pipe in that shit, man.
No, absolutely not.
That's crazy.
You're gonna suffocate and die. You know how hard it is to breathe in that thing?
You lay on your fucking
Conditioning.
back, bro.
Conditioning.
And she does the work. What are you talking about?
I'm not doing that.
That's dude. Come on. That's
I'd actually fucking.
it's
I would
crazy
never- I would
how
never-
against you are.
I would never desecrate that helmet with that. Like
That's
that.
enhancing
That's not
the helmet.
desecration. That's enhancing the sexual experience.
That's
I'm not about to wear a Green Goblin helmet during sex.
Oh my god. You're. I thought I used to respect you, man.
That's actually really. Pussy.
I want that exact interaction to be clipped. I am not having sex with a Green Goblin. I used to respect you, man.
You have it. Why not?
That's
Well, first of all, it's
I've had sex in a
relatively
clan outfit.
expensive. It's relatively expensive. I also feel like have I ever told you
fire.
this theory of like
I would do that.
I would too.
I would do that. It's
I don't know
great.
if I don't know if I've actually,
Being a
actually
black
talked about
girl
this
in a
on
clan
the
outfit and then
No,
you be
you
a
go.
black person also.
You go.
That's lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you trying to say?
I stopped caring. You said you weren't gonna fucking it, but like continue.
Well, I was gonna say the reality is, so my family got in my head in a really weird way. Not about this specific thing, but about you've seen how that thing opens, right? How it's like a mechanism.
Yeah.
I remember going on the recliner once and like pulling the recliner open, and I think my dad or like I can't remember who, they said, you know, you've just used one use of that, and there's a finite number of uses of that lever.
I mean, they're right, but like,
And they're right. Like I know they're right. That's what bothers me. Is like they're right. And so now I think like every time I open and close that thing, that's like one use less. And I can't. There's something about that.
but then when
that
you
bothers
die, and
me.
you don't do that. You just waste all those uses. So what's the point? Where are you at? Where are you at really?
I
don't know, I guess.
one of those uses should be for sex. I think that's all. It should
I
be.
wish the camera was on. I wish the camera was on when he said that. He looked like you looked so stupid when you said that. Like the ignorance poured through.
If
That
you
was
were
crazy.
There is a so the way that
One of those
Balrog
uses
in
should
Street
be for
Fighter is
sex.
drawn is how I imagine my face when I'm talking like that, because his pupils are so small. I feel like he like looks like a fucking moron.
You straight up look like a different person for like 5 seconds.
I picture him because like he can't. If you draw big eyes and the smallest pupils, they look insane and stupid.
Yeah,
like
they-
it's impossible. For
yeah, it's
them
like
not-
it's like a Christmas character where their eyes are just the pupils.
yeah.
What you should do is you do that. You come so hard, you pass out. You slam that shit on her fucking back, and then you just wake up, bruiser. You fucking leave a whole goblin face on her fucking back.
What if compromise? She wears it. Isn't
No.
that dope? Wouldn't that make it? Wouldn't you probably come way quicker?
He doesn't want to admit it.
He's
He doesn't
like,
want to admit it.
It's like he's like in the most euphoria he's ever been in his entire life.
Finally, I'm
Is
fucking
this
the
what it
Green
feels like to
Goblin.
have sex on it with heroin and ecstasy?
Out, you say?
Oh my
I don't know.
god!
I feel like I'm planting a seed. I'm gonna flip you. I feel like
Sacrifice!
he's gonna do it.
You're not how much.
He wants my jizz. I've sacrificed.
Avenge me!
I feel like there's gonna be some smoking hot broad that's gonna
Dude,
hear,
imagine-
she's gonna listen to this And she's gonna be like, I'm gonna get Chris to fuck me with that thing on.
Chris,
This is
imagine
happening.
you just finish piping her down. She's like laying on the thing, and you walk up to her and you doink her head with the freaking thing on.
Oh, like it's fun.
Doink.
Like on the roof.
Yeah, on the roof.
It's just reversing the prophecy.
Dude.
Come on, dude.
I think we're planting a
This
seed
is
right
all very funny,
now. I think we're planting a seed right now.
but I
really do.
don't want to do this. This is not enticing to
We're
me.
planting a seed. He's gonna.
You're a coward.
At a certain point, you're gonna wake up.
You're a coward.
Godspeed,
Bitch.
You can do the whole thing where you're like, you have the cover over your head and then back in the fire.
I'm removed.
And then she comes over and you put your dick in her mouth.
I'm just so
man.
removed from sex at the moment in general that like I can't even conceptualize this happening.
Why are you hurting me?
Nah, he's gay.
Why are you hurting me? I need you to get sexually active and put that thing on.
I'm protecting my peace. The
Damn.
Goon Goblin.
Damn, bro. That's a maturity that I don't respect, but like I
Yeah.
commend, you know?
I get it, I guess. Ooh, my gladiator mask is here.
He ordered one frame too. He got a mask. I'm gonna get a mask too.
No, I need no.
He ordered at the beginning of the show, and then
As soon as I saw,
She can't tell me not to get this. Goddamn it! I'm getting it.
no. I have a gladiator song that I wrote I made 2 years ago. I'm finally gonna drop because that stupid Gladiator 2 movie's coming out, and I was like, I might as well.
Oh, yeah.
Sucks
Isn't that
'cause
terrible?
Because it sucks because Denzel's probably gonna be really good in it, but like,
yeah.
it also is so it
Another movie
contradicts so much of the previous.
that movie was
one.
written by people who think Denzel is the president.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we got Barack Obama to be this.
Can't believe.
They thought they got Barack Obama.
I can't believe we got George Washington's greatest descendant to be in our movie.
I mean, it might be true. That might have some more.
I mean, that might be very true.
That might have more footing than it should.
Yeah, he definitely.
I heard that he retired from being president so he could go hunt slaves.
It's facts.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it's interesting.
It was originally written in the Constitution, then he just erased that part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He used whiteout.
he did.
The Goon Goblin. Sweeney be like, if I'm not mistaken, and then is mistaken.
That's amazing.
That's why you say that.
I guess, but like, you know.
That's the point of that. Whoever said that is a. Never mind. Whatever, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Whatever, man. Have a Merry Christmas. Ricky Berwick will rape Sweeney in his sleep tonight. All right.
I keep forgetting he exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not on that Saturday night anymore. That's fine. We've diverged.
I mean,
that.
people forget everything. Like, I posted today, and people were like, oh my God.
Oh, you're alive.
Chris
Real
Reagan
life?
hasn't been shot and killed twice.
In fairness, it's the first video I posted in like a year and like a month.
Yeah, but you're like, hey, I'm on 2 podcasts.
Yeah, people don't know that though.
That's
Even though I tell them. It's in the descriptions. Whatever.
Yeah, you got to spell it out for them. You got. I totally
People. If you tell somebody to find the bathroom in a room with only one door, they'll get lost somehow.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah.
You can walk them in too, and it's not like a maze or anything. It's not like an MC Escher bathroom.
And he'll shit right on the fucking toilet, the top of the toilet seat. He'll shit right on it and be like, "What happened here?"
You
believe this shit?
on the top of the roof. Whoa, what happened?
I was taking the shit next to you, end up on top of the roof. I get no respect around here. He jumps off and kills himself.
I think that's exactly I think that's really what happened.
Yeah.
He's fucking lying.
What, Jay Leno?
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah, he was actually sitting on a toilet seat and then he fell 40 feet.
He put a toilet seat on the edge
He's
of a
pretty fucking sturdy. 40 feet.
Yeah.
He put a toilet on the edge of a fucking high-rise building. Took a shit and forgot he couldn't stand straight up.
A lot of people telling me that I can't make feces up here, but I like to see them try to stop me.
He gets up to wipe and fall.
That's that. Yeah, he's one of those fucking. He's one of those people that stands up to wipe and then he just fucking tumbled forward. His pants around his ankles, flipping a little bit.
I get no respect out of here, and he just hits the floor so hard he's flat for a little
he got
bit.
his face. He saw that shit. He's bam,
Punished
and then the rest
Jay.
of the shit comes out. He's like, well, at least I'm not constipated anymore.
He's tumbling through the air and he's like, "You seeing this?"
Can you believe this?
I love that all you have to do to do an impersonation of Jay Leno is like pretend like your testicles were just hit and just ask people if they're also seeing what you're seeing.
The idea of Jay Leno falling, you're walking down the street, you see this? and you look up and Jay Leno falls and dies right next to you. He falls and he dies right next to you. You're just like,
He's like one of the
His
few.
last words are to a stranger on the sidewalk. You seeing this? He survives a little bit on the ground. He's like, he's breathing really heavy. So guy's like, "Are you okay?" He was like, "Hey, have you heard of my broken?"
get it out.
He's trying. Have you heard of my? Have you heard about these? and then he dies.
And then he died. He couldn't even finish.
He tried twice. He
tried
had two,
so hard.
He had 1-2 second, and then his cool down came out. He was like, "I'm gonna try one more time." He died.
Cool down.
You hear me?
You hear it sounds like
It
sounds like glass shattering.
There's blood gushing out of his mouth, and he's still trying.
Yeah. His eyes are melting.
His breathing sounds like when you vacuum up a bunch of
Eyes
water.
are out of his fucking head. He hit the ground so hard, and he's if you,
Anyway, get well soon. Jay Leno, get well soon.
Nah, don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like him.
yeah.
I don't like him, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. There's something about when I see somebody and they're old, I'm like,
No, fuck him. He fucked with Conan. I don't like him forever.
that's fair. I agree, but also, like, I don't know. I feel bad for old people. There's something inherent
Yeah.
in it for me. Like,
I
I'm
want
weak-
people
I have a
should-
weakness for that because like I just grew up around like really good grandparents.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Random old people, I feel bad for them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But if I saw, like, say, Jay Leno in front of a bunch of cops and he fell over and his head exploded and was leaking blood, I would not feel bad at all.
I think I would. I would
chuckle.
feel bad.
I think I would
chuckle.
laugh.
I would chuckle, but I'd be like, "That's still a human." But I would still chuckle though.
You see this?
Where does blood come from? Where
Where did this blood come from?
It looks like somebody was dropping bottles of tomato sauce on the floor. That's how fucking he's bleeding.
And now to play us out, Jeremiah and the Toucan Sandies. And a band mops out.
He's on the floor.
band
bleeding.
plays him out.
geriatric band comes out too. Like,
Yeah.
For me, it's like just let old people die.
Like they got a
man.
tap dancer as like one of their band members. Like
makes
that's
me-
an instrument.
It makes me sad, but like just let old people go, man. Like I don't know, man.
I agree.
Personally, right now I'm experiencing that, and I'm just like, just go home.
You fucking asshole.
I've been cutting like every now and then when I'm in the credits, Derrick sneaks a bite of food and I always cut to him.
Cut to me while I'm fucking trying to eat.
No, I won't do it.
That's fucked up.
Sweeney,
This guy?
you believe this guy? You believe this man? Ricky Berwick. Okay, I read that already. Look up "Pesticide" by PFL. I don't know who that is. I guess I won't look it up. Dick and Balls penis. Dick and Balls penis time in the city dingaling. Kevin Durant's feet. Dr. Manlove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Cock.
Cool.
That's Dr. Strangelove. Here you go.
It's penis time
I'm
in the
fucking
titty.
hungry.
Carry on with the UK slander. This shit
Haven't eaten
sucks
all
here, Mr. Pants.
gotta start
When
eating.
I was cleaning out an abandoned apartment,
During
I
the show.
found
Gotta start eating during the
hentai
show.
VHS. You got to eat in the morning, man. That's the best way to survive. I don't do it either.
I know. I got up early today. Too. Well, dude, the other day I just couldn't sleep, and I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna edit all night." And I popped an Adderall at like 2 a.m.
Oh, wow.
That's a terrible idea.
Well-
I mean, like you got things done, but also
Well,
like
I was also awake until like 4:30 p.m. the next day.
yeah.
But I took a nap for like, and I'm back on a normal sleep schedule now. But I woke up pretty early today. Like I woke up at like 8, and for some reason I was just like, I think I was just handling like the video stuff, making sure like the tweet goes out, making sure that stuff is ready.
Yeah.
And then by the time I thought to get food, like it was 5 minutes before we were recording, I was like, oh.
It'd be like that, dude. I didn't sleep very much last night either, and I'm a little tired, but I've kind of moved past the tired phase.
I got a text
I'm like,
message.
I know you didn't sleep because it was I think while I was prepping for bed or something, I get a fucking tweet from you or Instagram. I was like, this nigga's
Some
just like
bullshit.
he's just watching bullshit. He's gonna be up all night.
Yeah, that fucking happens. I hate when that shit happens. I'm just up all night looking at fuck shit next to little Lily's like, Kingston, stop laughing so fucking loud next to me while I'm
You're
sleeping.
laughing while she's sleeping.
I
You're
can't.
crazy.
No, when it's really funny, I start doing my.
It just be like I just stay in the living room because I know I'm gonna be bullshitting.
I wish. I think it's like I'm gonna go and great for bed, and then I'm laughing at a fucking dog. Never mind. I'm not even gonna bring this up.
You gotta put your phone down. Right?
I do. I literally do.
Okay.
Mr. Pants. When I was cleaning out an abandoned apartment, I found a hentai VHS, a beverage of sorts. Check out the Snark Tank Bingo app on itch.io. Anyone can enter bingo submissions. Enjoy cardboard pie. Fro Chogan almost defrosted once. MrBeast raised 100K and brought a blind AIDS children to freeze him in exchange for probably the cure for AIDS is what it says. It cuts off. Gnomes are real, and I kill them all. I kill them on sight. Jolly O Dipchick, Alan Wake 2, Alan Woke. Saggy Pussy Lips.
Alan Woke.
Alan Woke.
That's so obvious. I can't believe.
Yeah. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Every mosquito this phase. Every mosquito this phrase. Everyone misquotes. Oh my god, I'm that dyslexic. Holy shit.
You thought misquotes was mosquitoes?
That's how this. I was like, what the fuck?
I can see it in my head how that would
I was
manifest.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, fair.
What's called the next time death battle? What is this?
Actually,
Kensington versus the Bronx. Jack.
Now that I think about
Jack Off Johnson is as simple as a multiple holes. Ain't no bitches as thick as my bubble booty bros. For the dicks of, I guess, Crucibled Worm. Chaozu doesn't have a wife. Sweeney's a tard. He got married to a little vampire girl. I'm actually right about that. I know this. I watched episode like 2 days ago.
What are you talking about?
He was supposed to get married to a little. Well, I guess he wasn't.
What show? What were we talking about?
Chaozu. So Chaozu, I think
Oh,
that could
right,
be wrong.
yeah.
I think I could be wrong. He was supposed to get married to a little Chinese girl, but he had a wedding planned. He had a little suit
Isn't he
on.
60?
She was a little vampire.
So he's a pedophile.
Well, she was. I mean, it's like one of those. She's 1,000 technically.
Oh, so-
type motherfuckers. It's like, all right, my nigga, sure. Rise Against the Youth for Straight Men. Smitchy the Kid.
I guess that's literally the same thing as Chaozu, right? Because he looks like a baby.
I mean, if for Chaozu in that predicament, I guess
it's basically the same thing.
it's more fine than anyone else could probably have it be.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that. But also, if you're attracted to a 1,000-year-old dragon, it's like an 8-year-old, you should get drowned. So Smitchy the Kid.
Wholesale.
It's an absurd how superb the turd in my burger is. She pippin' on my pippa. Clicked the wrong button and sub down. A tear. I'm back. Sweeney showers and sneakers. Sweeney falls with
What?
Sweeney falls with his own piss.
That's true.
I can't deny that.
That's so mean. I'm just here so I don't get killed. British people come in and be like, what's all this then? Star Coffee. I'm white, but my dad left after going to prison twice. Can I say it? Depends.
That's crazy.
Context clues, man. Figure out where you're at. Chris was right. American Dad is pretty funny. Roger's not as annoying as you said, in my opinion. Transfam Gremlin. Yush. How can Sween be a nurse if he can't read? You'd be surprised,
you're
bro.
You're gonna kill a bunch of people.
Yo, bro, I just will make sure, like, I'll look at 4 words and I'm like, this is right. And
Yeah, I think I got it.
People are dying there anyway. What's up, man? We need less people here anyway, bro. Fucking resources and shit.
It's gonna be like twice the amount of medicine you're supposed to give them, with full of fucking bubbles in it, and two, you're just fucking injecting straight into people's heart. You're just fucking. You're gonna be a menace, dude.
Tom Sweeney dealing out heartfelt, insightful life advice, then laughing like a dolphin when a guy falls out a window and dies. This dichotomy of me, bro. I'm a full-fledged human, man. Craig the Canadian. That's so. He turned into a dolphin when he hit the floor, dude. I'll show you. I have to find that video. It's really fucking sad. Craig the Canadian. The easiest way to throw off the Snark Tank podcast is to saying no. It's your boy Shawnee D. Cerberus Agent 267. Sween kind of looks like a bacteria. What the fuck does that mean, man? My guy, what does that mean? What does that mean, bro? I like a human being. Fuck, man.
I don't know. Maybe
that Rorschach scene in prison where from The Watchmen, but but it's boiling cum. That is so fucking distasteful.
I love that
First
scene
of all,
so
a
much.
pot of boiling cum.
They're boiling
is
cum
insane.
in the prison cafeteria. And Rorschach
You think you'd hear screams?
busts the glass and then
Grabs
throws
it
it
and
on that
throws it on
dude.
some guy, and it's just
Dude, the scream that dude makes is
hilarious.
Oh man,
It's funny as
Which
fuck.
one? What is that?
it's fucking
He like freak. He like
in the Watchmen live action movie.
Oh,
Yeah, when he throws the oil on that dude. But
Yeah.
the scream he makes when he does it, it's perfect.
it's because they really did it to that guy.
It seems like, dude, I swear sometimes in movies they get things so accurate. I'm like, did they just really?
They really burned that
They
guy.
really just do this.
That movie is really cool. It has like a really. It's unfortunately it's fucking Snyder, and Snyder's a fucking edgelord, and he just fucking misses the point of stuff a lot. Even though Watchmen is a very edgy thing in general, it's kind of the point of
Are
it.
you
It's
done? What
meant
are
to
you
be like
doing?
that. I'm not done yet. I'm just
I think
Give me a second. Let me give me a second.
I think it was great. Other than just how he's just trying to ground it, and there was no like Cthulhu monster in the end.
That's true.
That's me as a dumbass
As a
being
fan
like,
of
yeah,
the original Watchmen.
But like to me, as far as what it did, I understood everything.
I think the scene with Watchmen with Rorschach and the pedophile is one of the best scenes of a comic book movie.
Well, I quote that shit all the time where I go fucking, because he's like, oh, you caught me, take me to jail. And he kills the shit out of him. And then he says, men go to jail, dogs get put down. And I'm like,
I think
I
the scene
love
where
that
him
so
like
much.
looking at it and like fucking like
Well, actually,
he's like, what the fuck?
all dogs
Go
go to heaven.
after
You
they
just
get
said
put down.
you said a pedophile to heaven, Rorschach. You fucking idiot.
Then what if he just
Turn him into a human and kill him.
He goes, yeah. And then fucking you see his soul just ascend to heaven.
I'm gonna do it up here too.
I'm going to do it there too.
That's
But
crazy.
that's such a good scene, man. I really.
That scene's amazing.
I
makes
think that movie. Look, man. I feel like sometimes people need to go back because not Ang Lee's fucking Hulk. Because I saw a retrospective on that.
Yeah, let's relax.
I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Ang Lee's Hulk is not terrible, but it's not great.
I just hated those transitions, man. They were so distracting.
It was.
I like when he punches
tasteless.
the dog in the dick. I think that scene is fucking hilarious.
That is
I
crazy.
didn't notice that until people started posting that clip online.
He punched a fucking
I've
mutated dog
seen that
in the
movie a few
penis.
times. I never noticed it. I guess I wasn't paying
I
attention.
never noticed
enough.
it either.
But like that movie sucks, man. I'm sorry.
Because my brain is like, why would he punch Betty?
I was just like, what is happening? Hulk's retarded. Like he's the way he wrote him like he's a bumbling retard.
Betty?
That's why we need Jay Leno's Hulk.
Yeah, we
You seeing this shit?
Jalen.
I like him dying too. I think it's still funny seeing him die. Also, what is this? He starts getting small in parts.
What is this?
He gets small.
Leno smash.
Yeah. You hear about?
Yeah, somebody get me a shotgun so I can blow my birds out. All right, 3XO, hotboxing, an Uber ride with farts until the driver rolls down the window. Sorry, I ate kimchi. You're the dickhead for that.
Oh my god.
He should be legally allowed to reach back around and finger your eyes until you die.
Sherrod Brown, he's gonna fuck your mom, make your dad trans, and eat your pets.
That's real.
Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticons going like dick. 1800s YouTube would be like, the civil situation is crazy. The Onion fucking which one? The Onion fucking bought InfoWars. That's not a joke. Look it up. It's real. That's crazy.
Fucking huge, man.
Obi-Wan should blow me. I beat off, suck his penis just to show him I'm gay. Kremlin the Gremlin, 50 Cent. 50 Cent, blood in my piss. Sween built like a spider. Sween built like Spider versus Kingpin. Phallus and chains be like, I've been believing boners are in me. I believe them boners are in me. At last, one human the size of 164,785,420 ants.
That goes hard.
Sween, stop gaping your ass. My grandma keeps licking them screen. What the fuck? That's
Just looks fucking perfect. You got a smudge on it now.
It looks like you.
You sick fuck. It looks like you.
I didn't realize that a mascot.
Godspeed.
Godspeed, Nick.
I so wanted to say it too. I so wanted to say
That's what
it.
you would say to Miles. Godspeed, Negro.
Oh man,
You
that's
dub it. You dub it for me.
Godspeed.
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
Okay. Godspeed.
Ah, you're
Here,
gay.
go ahead. I'm gonna bleep it out. Go ahead, say it.
No, you're not. Okay, but Godspeed.
No, say inward man.
Oh, man.
Never mind.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was.
But it
I
just
was-
works.
I think that's funnier. That is funnier. But we
And
want to lock it
that's
entirely.
that's what gets him killed because he's so thrown off. The fact that
Miles
he said
stops
that.
moving and he's like,
That's what happens. He's so,
and Peter's like, bro, why'd you say that, dude? He's like, I thought he would die.
I thought he was gonna die, and then what's gonna happen?
I got scared.
I thought I was gonna get killed, and then nobody would know anything. But now I'm alive, and
I was hoping I'd die. In fact, I don't want to be here anymore.
Don't mind me. I'm just relaxing.
that's cool, Gabi. All right, here we go, Gabi. This one's for you.
The fact that is the fucking mask they chose for Green Goblin is still so fucking insane.
That's fire.
Like, I think that's such a that's a Power Ranger.
it's definitely a Power Ranger.
That's
villain,
definitely a
for
Power
sure.
Ranger prop. They were like,
Yeah.
let's use this.
I love it.
Hello, my dear.
I fucking love it, dude.
So good.
Finish.
Finish it. Deliver.
And he went right in there afterwards. And he got some
shoves a wait, what?
He got some sloppiest topiest from Aunt
Oh,
May, bro. That's actually was in the hospital.
You're gay.
He was flying. He was sucking. He was fucking flying. He was like, ah!
His dick's out.
Vote for Jill Stein.
That's
the
crazy.
Green Party.
That
The
nigga was
Green
like,
Party.
you know, I'd vote for Jill Stein if I could. That fucking snake.
I have a glider and it's so gay, but I like flying around on it. I like throwing bombs at little people on the street.
I'd vote for Jill Stein. I would if I was voting. I'd vote for Jill Stein.
I love you so much. Green Trumplin. I love
Donald
you so
Green.
much.
Donald Green.
Donald Green.
I love you so much.
Green.
Donald Green. Green Trumplin.
You spray green sperm in my face till I pass out. Make sure you get it in the hole. I wanted to live inside me. I love you so much.
Thank you for feeding me
Let's
your
ta-
delicious green cum that's
We
feeding my
gotta-
worms.
We gotta take we gotta take red coloring out of fruits.
Look at
We
me as
gotta do it.
I fly around and I say we.
You look amazing. You look so amazing.
Thank you.
I love you.
I really
All right.
White Slave 583. But Petey Bros report JD fans has sexual relations. Cherry from Pee Wee's Playhouse.
You could never have a podcast.
That's like he went on Joe Rogan's for hours, and I'm like, who listened to this?
Joe's dumbass.
That's basically what's happening. Like the entire time, like so fast that it looks like he's not moving right now.
He's doing the Wakanda Forever thing. That's how much he's done it.
Don Donkerson, here's a good question. Why?
Ollie, Hilly, be a good cut and come bounce on me cock in the back of the poop in a pep bubble.
What is the Wakanda Forever thing again?
Bare necks
It's
for
this,
all.
right? Yeah, I forgot.
Shut the fuck up,
What are you talking
Negro.
Is that a name?
You're lesser than me. You're lesser than me.
Just want to grab by the back of his point and hold it.
DJ, whatever you do, do not give me a pee. Stupid. PP, sometimes when I wipe, it feels like I'm getting gum out of the hair with the napkin. Wow, that's not good. In the Yakuza series, you earn completion points. Oh, also here, when you go to spin them, the menu reads trade CP.
Yo, it's crazy.
There's a lot of it.
What's
This
going
can't be a
on?
coincidence.
Because no one understands that except for fucking people with fucking internet brains.
I feel like it's no, like I feel like these people do understand, and it's funny that they can get away with it.
Yeah, because someone must bring it up, and then somebody else is probably like, They're not going to confuse the two.
Cracking my penis before sex. Me be fishy. I 360 no scope JFK. Don't fuck with my great uncle.
Robert?
Yeah, that was him going to Super Saiyan.
This is the go even further beyond.
Is that these gold ass worms? Beyond.
Unbelievable. He's powering up.
His throat hole's closing.
Fucking actually hurt. I was like shaking so hard.
I've never seen so much power.
It feels like the earth's about to rip apart.
And he fucking collects all the fluoride.
Unbelievable.
That sounded really good.
That was way better than I thought it was going
That
to
was,
sound,
like,
and I can't replicate it. I bet.
Believable.
I wanna get really jacked so I could do the fucking picture of him pointing at himself, and then do another picture of me on the ground with my arm broken.
It's a terrible motivation for being healthy, but like absolutely take it.
Whatever helps, dude.
Whatever gets you
I'll
there.
keep it up, man. I'm just like,
Okay, Merck's 1889. I said verily before I put it in my girl, and she turned around and hit me. So I believe that. that's a real
Somebody
thing.
said
that
we
he
should make a
did.
verily. I didn't think verily was that standout of a thing, but like it was in a lot of comments. People were like, "You should put that on a shirt." Like maybe.
Oh, actually, yeah. Why were we doing? I don't remember. What
I don't
happened.
remember either.
Chris kept going to places and going to bathrooms and then getting sexually assaulted, and the guy would come in and say verily and then sexually assault him.
That's right.
I forgot why it started, but it was like
Wait, there was a reason why it was verily though.
Yeah, I think it was
there
like.
was no good reason. It was just like
No,
verily.
it started off. It actually.
I think it was grounded in some
And
dumb
something
hypothetical.
where a verily
Like,
would say that for some reason.
it was something about Norwegianness.
no, it's like a Ren fair or something.
Yes,
Was it
yes.
that? Was
Like,
that
like
it?
That's
medieval
why he
times.
He
or
didn't like
something.
going to Ren fairs. Did you go with us? Right?
It was like medieval times, Ren Fair. Yeah, we were talking.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Every
okay,
time
okay.
we go
And then I go to the bathroom, and then somebody goes in verily, and then molest me.
Rape you?
Yeah.
So should it be verily and some fucking like medieval guy like standing?
No, I like the idea of just like we'll figure it out. If enough people thought that was
Or
something,
a
maybe.
terrified picture of you and it says verily.
it's the word verily in like almost like feminine script,
It's like
and then an eye crying.
And then you
It's like a chubby Chris with like verily over him, just like.
let's see. Okay. The first search of Keith David, first time subscriber, first time question asker. Let's go. That's not true because the first search of Keith David, you've been there for a long time. Chris, please cover American Idiot. I'll donate $100. So if you cover American Idiot,
Fucking insane.
look, you give us well, I don't know if he'll do it. You give us $100, I'll tell him to do it, and we'll see if he actually does
From
it.
there.
Can I do it? I could probably do American Idiot.
That is
I never
so
thought to do
shit.
it. I don't know. Like that's like one of honestly, it's probably one of my least favorite songs by them. To be honest,
It's it's very it's a.
I think I've just heard it too many times. Maybe
I like a lot of what about Holiday? What about Holiday?
I like Holiday.
I think that song rules.
Yeah, I could do Holiday.
Yeah, well, he did ask for. I'm all changing it.
We're negotiating. He's not even here.
Get back to yeah. If you'll accept Holiday, I'll even I'll write the drums.
I could whatever.
Alright.
If I'm doing music right now, kind of, but it's like I kind of forgot. I've been working on video stuff and it kind of taking a back seat. But maybe I don't know if the mood strikes to do American Idiot, I might do it.
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
Time ticks by.
It's too late, Robert.
And still I'm
I think an entire Instagram dedicated to RFK Jr.
Covers?
covering songs is kind of fire.
That's a
dude.
great idea.
That's actually would blow the fuck up.
I'm having trouble sucking meat.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
We should do that. That's not a bad one.
That's actually yeah.
What, meat dick stew?
Dick stew, yeah.
What the hell, Adam? What did I do?
On my own, my penis grows.
Oh no, I'm going backwards.
My
How the
dick
fuck did that
gets
happen?
wide while it's inside, guys.
On my own, I'm homo.
Penis.
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 Penis. Penis. There's no guitar.
And it turns into that song.
That's so stupid.
That is incredible. That is psychosis. It turns into fucking crazy train. It turns into that psychosis right there. Oh my god, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Derek, what happened?
Well,
Where's everybody at? Why are the planes crashing into buildings?
Everybody's so gay. What the hell?
What's going on?
who's this bearded guy?
What the fuck is American Express?
They're all Hamas.
They're all Hamas.
Yes, with
Yo, a fucking like a frightened.
I feel like a
all
boomer right
Hamas.
now, man. This thing's like
Let me
not-
see. Let me see.
Yeah, go ahead. Somebody I can't get it to move anymore. I think I just need to reload.
What do you mean?
What?
Like that?
Oh, I'm trying to use the fucking dude. I'm trying to use the pad.
Oh yeah, no, just use the.
Yeah,
screen.
it's,
Oh no!
it's just like it's there. So by
Yeah,
default,
no,
I'm
yeah,
just
I got
like,
you.
This is a laptop.
That's why I swear to God, I wasn't even thinking about I can touch it. That's crazy.
Dan, you are a boomer. That's
Sometimes
the most
I
boomer
am.
thing ever, dude. Holy
Sometimes
shit.
I am. That shit was kind of nuts.
That's gonna happen to us all soon, man. We gotta get ready for it.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna become old and we're gonna be just not in touch with the world anymore.
I don't
eventually.
care. I'm already not in touch.
I'm already.
I don't know who the fuck anybody is.
We're gonna like dogs gonna be able to vote soon. They're gonna be like, well, I guess like.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Who cares?
Imagine a day that you can't own a dog anymore as their people. That's gonna be crazy. Because they've been. Our
Well,
allies.
we won't see that.
I hope not.
Something's wrong.
Let me just do it.
No, like it's not. Look, this is the last page, but it's not.
Oh, is it just like?
Look at it. Look, it's not. It's stuff that's already been said, and I'm not sure what the fuck happened.
I don't understand. It's stuff that's already been
Let's
said.
go to the inn, for example.
Yeah.
It ain't King of Haphazard.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
maybe he finally left.
Is that only the $25?
no, because like it's not even what I started off with. Because I was trying to figure out like where I left off, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck happened? I think I literally boomered it like an old man, and just fucking the filters are probably all fucked up or something.
You shot the bed
What the
twice.
hell happened?
I took
Is
it.
it wrong too? Still?
No, it's fine.
It's just not. It's not. It must be in a.
Oh, it was
it's
just
not
stuck
an
on
out-
page. It was stuck on page 2, but it glitched, I guess.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
already here. I'll just do it.
How dare you?
Wage slave 583. Papini Brothers.
Grandpa.
I
want to do it.
I want to re-shingle the roof. The Doppler effect.
The idea of throwing your ass over your head and then you start moving faster perpetually because of it.
All right, Wage Slave 583. Papini Brothers report J.D. Vance has sexual relations with Cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse. Donk Donkerson, here's a good question by, and that's it. Or you would be a good cunt and come bounce on me cock in the back of the Buki de Beppo.
Oh, you said that.
Huh?
No, I left off at the Verily one, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Barely.
You left. There's a Verily one on this.
Yeah, it should be the next one, I think.
Gate 6.
Nope.
DJ, whatever you do not give me a beat. PP, sometimes I wipe and then it feels like getting gum out of my hair with a napkin.
Yeah, we're just doing something again.
In the Yakuza series. Okay, wait, there was a
Yeah,
Verily
the
one?
CP one.
Oh, Verily, I see.
Yeah.
The First Church of Keith David, first-time subscriber, first-time question asker. Chris, please cover American Idiot.
Oh,
I'll
fuck,
donate
that's where we
100.
left off.
I've seen the Cum Man, Jerry. Pre-Roz. Spread your cheeks so I can shit in your ass. Blake 896, Radiohead, nice peen. Back off, Brat Summer. It's time for Liam Payne Fall. Shirtman merch, but it's just Jamiroquai. Alaskan Oilfield Trash, Texas Tater Salad. Young Sheldon Beaton in front of a live audience. Tickle My Ass Hairs. Pearl Jam. Jeremy's busting on my face.
Nice.
Oh my God. Oh, that's Nicky Ziggy. What happened to Paul Joseph Watson? Did he die or finally come out of the closet? I don't know.
That's a good question.
He just became his hands. They finally usurped the rest of him.
Giant hands now.
Yeah, he's just a pair. He looks
He's
like
Master Hand.
He's Master Hand from Smash. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Preheated Toast. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly Brave. Seriously Black. Aetherian. Orange Man Hunter. Nafrum. Melphis One. And rounding out our list.
King
The king of haphazard.
King of Gizzard Wizard.
He's the king Dakar.
King Jizzard in the Jizzard.
Nice.
That's what it is, yeah.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I think.
Godspeed.
Godspeed, everybody.
We'll see y'all soon. Whatever. Bye. Suck my dick. That was the most New York thing I've said in a while.
Fuck my ass.